Anthony on satellite radio. Host Anthony Camilla and Greg Opie here.
Virtual team.
And Anthony apologizing for yet another raunchy
Comment profanity linked rant. Is this the last straw for the raunchy radio duo?
Yeah, come on, bring it on. You know what? I think this is hilarious.
A whole big bunch of fun.
The greatest show on satellite radio today.
This show is like the box of chocolates that Forrest's mother was talking about.
You're a no-good son of a bitch.
Fuck you, motherfucker. We're so much fucking better than you.
Absolute lunacy.
If you're giving me the hook, fine, whatever.
Well, what's going
I do
on?
what I'm told. I don't.
Completely out of control.
It doesn't get better than this. Come on, it's shocking.
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
What the hell's going on? Who's Oscar?
Oscar.
Yeah, who's this Oscar guy?
Who the fuck is Oscar? Where's E-Rock?
E-Rock just got here like 10 minutes ago, so cut him some slack.
Oh, E-Rock. So cut him some slack?
Well, you just told the world that he was late again for
are
work.
we on the air?
Sam came in and...
So you guys are supposed to stick up for each other and cover for each other.
Yeah.
What do you mean E-Rock just showed up 10 minutes ago?
You just got here like 10 minutes ago. I'm saying
How
go
about we
easy.
turn down the fucking music? Holy shit.
Yeah,
What is it, switch jobs day?
Well, we're covering and stuff, so, you know.
Why did E-Rock just show up?
Probably had a late night or something, you know.
Yeah.
Probably was, I don't know, playing
I
video
thought maybe he
games
was tired from working out with the trainer.
No, come on.
No?
Don't be facetious.
Well,
Where is he?
He's probably just in the office putting his stuff down.
Oh, that's good.
you are such a prick.
What?
Just selling them out.
I didn't even know we were on the air.
Well, he should. Everyone else gets here at a nice early hour.
Yeah. I hear you.
E-Rock, why are you late?
Oh,
Why
yes,
is Oscar handling all your in-studio duties? He's just a fucking intern.
Eyes are a little glassy, too.
Oscar didn't have the templates on the 360s out.
No, nothing.
And nobody had checked the studio. And Ant tried to push a button before the show. He didn't know what button did what.
I didn't
He
know.
doesn't need that kind
How
of
would
stress.
I know?
He's the
Why would I know?
creative force.
E-Rock?
Okay, well, I don't handle the replays in the morning.
Oh,
but,
I like it. There it is. Ladies and gentlemen, the passing of the buck.
Who handles the replays?
usually they're in here before everybody else is, so the interns.
they
Wait,
just-
wait, they just appear?
So
You
they
mean
just
before you are?
They
not
just
before-
magically appear. That's good.
I
That's
never
great.
hook these things up.
So who does?
Who does?
Usually the interns come in.
But
and
who's
they-
responsible
The
for the
intern.
in-studio
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
setup?
I don't want the interns doing that.
It seems like a lot of responsibility.
Let's see if it works.
It's working. Where were you?
You got to buzz.
I wasn't even
going
going to say that you were late. This idiot had just told the world that you
I didn't know
late.
we were on the air.
Yeah, Sam had no idea. He thought he was just telling us off mic.
Yeah. Let's say cut you some slack, to be fair.
Where were you?
I was running late today.
The way he says it. I was running late today.
Why were you running late today?
I just was.
How are you supposed to get ahead in this world?
Oh, God.
Any other boss would be like, you know what, go home.
Oh, wow.
They would, though. But in radio, you can do whatever the fuck you want.
Don't ask him these tough questions. He just woke up.
Oh, fuck.
Why are you running late, E-Rock? Walk us through it.
Okay. I had a bit of a late night last night, and then I only set one of my 2 alarms.
I had a bit of a what?
I had a bit of a late.
I didn't hear his dry mouth. What the hell's going on?
my God.
Something's up here. Why did you have a late night?
I just did.
Were you drinking?
No, I don't drink. I should, but I don't.
Every reason to.
You
Wow.
have dry mouth. You're stammering. You usually don't stammer. So what's going on? Why the late night?
I had some stuff to do, and I got home late from work here.
Vagueness.
I hate vagueness.
Vague.
I hate it more than anything.
Vague.
Just fucking tell us what happened.
I got home late.
And don't yell at me.
Oh,
he
no.
fucking brought it to our attention.
But I did it in your defense.
Address Sam because he's very.
I did it in your defense.
Oh.
That's on
Address
time.
Sam because he's very concerned that he's here on time and you weren't.
Yes.
I didn't even know.
I mean, I don't get home till like 6 o'clock at night. It
So
doesn't
what
bother
happened?
me.
And stop with the vagueness. Go ahead.
I got home.
Address Sam, not me.
I got home about like 9:30.
From where?
We left work here, and then we went to dinner, and then
You were here
home.
until 9 at night?
I was here till about 8 last night.
What were you doing until 8 o'clock at night here?
I had some stuff to do. Get the fuck out of here! Shut up! You don't know what I was doing.
Yeah, but if you're going to be vague about it, what were you doing until 8 o'clock last night?
To be here at 8 o'clock.
Okay, there was a reason I had to be here till 8 o'clock last night, because I had to get a bunch of the weekend stuff done, because I have to leave as soon as the show's done today. So I had no time to do anything else today. So I had to do it all yesterday.
Well, you could have done it earlier in the week.
No, I couldn't have. I had to do it yesterday.
How come?
Because that's when we recorded the stuff.
Can
for
I
the
just ask a
weekend.
serious question? I'm not even shitting on you.
Yes.
I swear I'm not even shitting on you. When I used to take care of the weekend stuff,
Oh,
I was
again.
never here until 8 o'clock.
Yes.
I'm just saying, because there's never a time.
Yes, but you also didn't have management going over
That's true.
over and over.
Okay. No,
Oh,
that's
this
com-
part
that's
should be in
completely
here.
fair.
This part should be taken out. Why aren't you teasing for the 9 million times throughout the entire program? So you have to go back and recut.
I don't like that he's blaming management for his lateness. That's not cool.
I wasn't blaming management for my lateness.
So you left here at 9. So you were here about 16 hours yesterday.
It was a long day.
That's crazy.
It was a long day.
But we could have
But that
just
doesn't-
gotten in the studio and recorded earlier, and we could have done it throughout the week instead of doing it all in one
Really?
day.
And who gets us the studio time?
I could get it if you want. You were
How come-
out of here. You're out of here early every day that we don't do it.
I remember,
so.
Sam, you remember that one time where Eric, he couldn't record for whatever reason, so me and you had to do the weekend recording?
Yeah, I've done the weekend countdown.
It's no joke. It seriously did take tens of minutes.
Tens of minutes.
I've done the countdown twice, and I've never been here doing the countdown later than 3 o'clock.
Okay, and it doesn't sound as good.
Is that so? I need to put in whatever the extra 5 hours, and it sounds that much better. That's the difference.
It's the
'Cause I didn't get one
attention to
complaint.
detail, Sam, that you're not paying attention to here.
He's
I had
all
a different
about-
co-host for every break. I don't pay attention to detail. Brett Michaels was one of my co-hosts.
All right, so E-Rock, 9:30, you left here last night, so I guess you figured, well, I put in a 16-hour day. I could be late on Friday.
No.
So why late?
I woke up late.
How do you wake up late?
Simple. You don't hear the first alarm. And the second alarm is usually the one that wakes me up. And I forgot to set it.
Sam, is that acceptable to you?
Well, I mean, I wouldn't have accepted it from Derek the intern, so I don't know. You know, he's just a kid. Didn't even get paid a lot.
Oh, wow.
But why the dry mouth and the stammering today?
I don't know. Maybe on a, show that airs in 2 countries, right off the top of the bat. Hey, you fucked up. Come in and talk about it.
I didn't say that. Sam just...
Top of the Sam, I had to throw that in.
Oh, what'd you say? I'm sorry.
Top
Said
of the
right
bat.
off the top of the bat.
It's either right off the top or right off the bat. One or the other.
All right, well, I guess we're ready to broadcast. Now that E-Rock's here.
Yeah, because you needed me to do all this. So.
Well, Troy was
Oh, damn.
Troy was panicking this morning because he didn't know where the stuff in Dillette was, and E-Rock wasn't around. That's the only reason we were talking about it.
Yeah, it seems like we need you here before we start broadcasting.
Oh,
And then we don't
wait a
need you for
minute.
the rest of the morning. Troy.
Yeah, the morning that I desperately need him, I'm like, where's Eric? Nobody knows where he is. I'm texting him. I'm calling him. And he decided to move stuff in Dillette and not tell me.
Yeah, something else is going on. E-Rock's
Oh,
being
no.
way too
So
vague.
you couldn't find something you needed.
Well, nobody else knows where it is, and he moved it yesterday. So and I was like, well, when were you going to tell me this?
Yeah, I forgot to tell Troy. We made some updates yesterday, and I forgot to tell Troy.
Well, you're spending an extra 5 hours doing a Worst Stuff show that's half stuff from years ago. It's not even all from this week.
Are you annoyed that he's late?
Yes.
Why, Sam?
Because he used to use the excuse that he was here until like 5 or 6 o'clock. That was his old excuse. But I'm here till 5 or 6 o'clock every day now, and I've never been late. And it takes me an hour to get home.
Damn.
Yeah, they got Sam on a weird schedule. So he leaves here at 5 every day. Takes an hour to get home, and then
Rush hour.
And then leaves, a mere 7 hours later to come back 8 hours later.
But I'm the chump who still shows up on time.
You can start showing up late.
Really?
Yes. No one keeps track of this shit. Who keeps track of this
All you
shit?
gotta do is come in the other door and then sneak around.
Right.
So nobody knows when you come in.
Troy's picked up on Eric's straight to the studio trick that he perfected years ago.
Wait, what's that now?
Well, we went over it way
Wait,
back.
I want to
in-
hear Troy's. I want to hear it from Troy.
Well, I was going to the bathroom, was going down this hallway, and he's walking in with his backpack.
Right.
Like, why don't you drop your shit off in your office before you come in? He's like, well, I'd just like to go back to the studio to make sure everything's okay.
Because if he does that, then everyone knows he's late. But if he goes right to the studio, then everyone gets confused. Like, what time did he
Oh, yeah, he's
show
been
up?
here for a while.
Maybe he was in the bathroom. I don't know. That don't matter. No one. I'm serious. No one pays attention. Be as late as you want.
They used to do that over at CBS too. He would go through the phone screener's room, through my booth, and then into the studio.
I just want to tell the people that was Travis just chiming in on the E-Rock situation, because people just love chiming in on the E-Rock situation.
Well, honestly, I don't blame E-Rock. He makes his own hours. I mean, I make my own hours if no one cares. The guys that run the channel, they're still sleeping, I'm sure. I haven't seen them in days this early in the morning. And when they do show up, they have to, like, point it out. Look, I'm here. Oh, wow, thanks for throwing us a bone. Technically, you're babysitting the channel, and you're not even here half the time. So fucking make up your own hours. Who cares? Who cares?
But I want to make sure you guys are prepared for a good show.
Who?
Yeah, we had, what's his name there?
Oscar.
Oscar came running in to save the day.
To put the template
That's
down.
good. When I was interning, yeah, I got to set up a studio for a high-profile fucking show.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, I love that. It's not my responsibility. It's the intern.
I was responsible for getting donuts and coffee.
Oscar came in with the templates that we use for the
Very
sound
valuable
effects machines.
templates.
Yes. And
Moses should be fucking bringing these in every
delivering
day.
these. They should be kept in the Ark of the Covenant.
Of course, very valuable to the radio show. But
And
Oscar has them.
Oscar had them.
Did Oscar bring them home with him?
Oscar had them. And then Oscar just kind of started laying them out one at a time on top of my machine. I'm like, no, just hand them to me. It's
Oscar,
okay.
who are you?
Who are you? Yeah, where the hell did you come from?
Hi, good morning. I was one of the interns.
Oscar is being billed by Danny here as the most nervous person ever.
Why are you nervous, Oscar?
What's up?
No, I always I'm tense all the time.
Oh, this radio thing's just not going to work out for you.
I once asked Oscar why he shaved his beard, and he stammered and stuttered, then said, I don't know, and then I had to remind him that he never had a beard to start with.
Oh, that's this kid?
Yes.
I sent Oscar out. I was broke and I needed some cash, so I sent him out to the ATM just to get me a bill really quick.
Yeah.
And I was just joking around, and I gave him, I trust Oscar. He's a good boy. I gave him my PIN number. And as I'm giving him all the info, I just went, and don't look at the receipt. Just, being not real. And he just totally spazzed out and pulled like a David move. Remember old David the intern? He would twitch and stutter, and that's
that
exactly
was because
what
he was autistic.
Now, what is where does this come from, sir?
I don't know.
Holy shit.
I kind of cut the coffee, so I kind of helped a little. So
You what?
yeah, I don't drink coffee anymore. So
This guy's great.
Let's talk to Oscar. He rocks off the hook.
maybe caffeine. Well, I do drink a lot on the weekend, so I don't know. Maybe that's just repercussions. From
Anyone
like
else
the years of
hearing
drinking.
Jim Belushi? Anyone? No? All right.
well,
I hear a little Jim Belushi in this guy.
A little bit. Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit.
A little bit.
So, Oscar, where did you get the templates from for this morning? And is that your job? Or?
Yeah. This morning I had to run solo because I was
Just Oscar.
yeah, it was just me this morning, and it was one of those things that I was thinking of everything and then totally forgot.
Get on the mic.
Oh, I'm sorry.
What's all your jobs around here in the morning?
Holy fuck.
That you had to do all the jobs.
Yeah. So setting up the things and yeah, just one of those things. I just yeah.
What?
I don't know.
Like you're the only intern in today?
Well, this morning Love Bus showed up a little bit later, so yeah, we're
all right.
now.
So you had to do everyone's jobs, right? And what are those jobs?
Setting up. Well, all right, setting up the waters, the toys, the papers, doing the sports sheets, setting up the replays. Let me see what else. Oh, the water, the sofa, the newspaper.
The water twice.
Oh yeah. Okay. The FU line too. The
what?
The FU lines, getting them to D-Boy, and what else?
Oh, you are nervous little
I think
Nelly.
I covered everything, right?
Oscar.
Yeah. Oh,
Why haven't we talked to Oscar before?
I don't know.
Because you know what? It just had to happen naturally. You know?
Yeah. When did you get the gig?
What gig? Which one? Oh, I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. No.
Is this a character?
No.
This guy's for real?
It's 24/7.
One gig. You're fucking gold.
Yeah. Well, I started here June 1st. June 1st, I started officially here. That's
June 1st.
Yeah. I'm just.
All right, and you interviewed with.
Oh yeah, I was here. Yeah, Sam and Steve. Yeah.
And why did you want to be an intern for this program?
Oh, I always liked radio when I used to listen back when it was when Free FM.
Yeah.
So I liked the show back then, and then given the opportunity. The Montclair State University there was an open house at Sirius XM, and I was let me stop by, and then my resume kind of trickled down and ended up on Steve's table.
Of course, because no one else wanted you. That's how this works.
End of story.
This is how this works. Of course, we got Oscar.
Yeah.
Of course. Do you do radio on your own there?
No, not really.
No college radio, nothing. What do you want to do in the business?
Yeah. No, because I'm broadcasting for TV. I'm in production, so maybe I'll just
production.
Yeah, production. Yeah.
End of story.
You're not gonna get nervous if you're on camera, right?
Oh, no.
All right. So what's your deal, Oscar?
Yeah, no, just eventually, do TV. I like post production, editing. You're working with Final Cut and Avid, so yeah, I do like.
Oh yeah,
Avid,
working very good. Yeah.
I mess around with that.
So you've been doing that at school?
Yeah, absolutely. Yes.
What kind of video are you editing?
Oh well, up to now I've just done mostly small documentaries, little TV.
Do you make them yourself?
Yeah, I worked one with.
You get a camera out there and make your own documentaries?
Yeah, no, I'm saving up for a camera, so yeah.
What kind of documentaries do you make?
Oh, I mostly with music. I mean, especially because I used to play in a band, and
I see Oscar there. You're rocking on the guitar.
That's right. Yeah, that was last year. We played Bamboozle at the 2009 and at the Meadowlands. It was a great show. I think we peaked, and since then we haven't really played anything. Yeah,
that was it, huh?
Yeah, no, we were doing so well, and then we kicked our drummer, and then that just.
Or did he kick him out?
Yeah. That's what happened. But yeah, no, music's fun too. I mean, just like doing the music.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, you like playing. So, so editing. What are these documentaries you made? I'd love to see one.
I did
Where are they? Oh, you got so scared.
Yeah, I did one for it's called the New Jersey Sustainable Program, and it's getting all the communities around New Jersey to implement more recycling and saving up on the electric bill.
You made a documentary about that?
Yeah. So yeah, because
who'd you talk to?
Oh, I talked to a couple. Let me remember her name. This girl. She's from Rutgers University down in Brunswick.
And what would she have to do with recycling? Or?
Oh no, well, because it's just it's little things that towns could do to how to reduce the carbon footprint in the towns, and recycling is one of them. Implementing the idling law that doesn't. They don't want people just stand there and then just save gas that way. And don't freaking. It's just.
You are just rambling.
Yeah, I know.
Fucking Oscar rules.
Oscar. Goddamn Oscar.
I got a speeding ticket coming in here last Friday. 2 Fridays ago, yeah.
Yeah, what happened there?
No, it was, all right, I was coming into Lincoln.
Did someone ask you about that? I'm really confused. I guess it's Oscar's show now.
Sorry.
Oscar's picking the topics. All right, Oscar, let's talk about speeding tickets. What happened last week?
Oh, I mean, okay. No, I'm sorry. what happened was, did you guys know that coming into the Lincoln Tunnel, that little bend that goes into the tunnel is 35 miles per hour? I did not know that after, like...
The helix?
Well, yeah, the little, I don't know, is that what this is called? I don't know.
Yeah, it's called the helix.
Yeah. So I'm at the top, and then I see this one police officer. He was kind of hiding behind this little wall there, and he's looking at me with this radio in his mouth, and he's looking at me. So I'm like, oh man, what's going on? So I started to slow down. When I got to the toll, there was another police officer waiting for me, and he kind of flashed at me, and he told me, hey, let me get your license and registration. So I gave it to him and pulled over there. And then apparently it was 35 miles per hour, and I was doing 58.
Who knows?
Oh, shit.
Yeah,
End of story.
So now it's
End of story.
So now it's mandatory court appearance and like $200. Yeah.
That much?
Yeah, something like that. And then like license and all.
Well, what'd you tell him? Did you try to get yourself out of it?
He was asking me where I was going, and I said, I'm going into the Sirius XM building. You know, I'm interning there. And then he said, oh, okay. And then he sent another guy with the ticket already written. I said, come on, man. You know, I'm working for free, man. Like, oh, sorry. So the other guy wrote it already. So, oh, come on. So I was like, so I just put on like a CD of music and just kind of continue through. Yeah. Rammstein. Yeah.
Imagine how nervous he was getting that ticket.
Oh, my God. Oh,
what makes you nervous, Oscar?
I don't know. I know. I've always been like this, I guess, maybe. No, it's probably because I don't know, anxiety, and then in the weekends I'm cool because I get to have a couple drinks and, I mellow it out and stuff.
On the weekends, right?
So maybe it's lack of alcohol in my system.
Yeah.
Yeah, not that I'm an alcoholic or anything.
Well, what brings on the anxiety? If you've had this your whole life?
I don't, well...
Like what?
I know, the past couple of years, I just been like busy with school, because I work full time. I'm in class. I wake up early. I'm always going, and I'm just wired and just trying to get things done. Homework and going to the library and doing all this thing. So I guess it's just like always trying to get things done and trying to not forget things. Yeah. So
just watching him is like, whoa,
it's exhausting.
It is.
I mean, Jimmy's
on speed.
Jimmy's in Atlanta at the Punchline this weekend. I think Oscar should sit in until fucking
maybe
Jackie
Oscar
the Joke
could
Man
do
comes in here.
third mic or
for a little while, maybe.
Yeah, I think.
Can you talk about topics, Oscar?
Topic? Yeah, we can talk about cars. I love cars. Like
what do you love
classic
about cars?
European Ferraris, Lamborghinis.
Yeah,
I love those. Yeah, I'm a huge car guy.
Yeah, did you get to drive many of those?
No. Actually, I'm fortunate enough. I had to save up some money a couple years back, and I bought a '67 Camaro, and that's what I keep. Yeah.
How'd you save up money for a '67 Camaro?
Yeah. Well, actually,
you don't really have a job.
Yeah.
No. You sell drugs on the side?
Yeah. No, I work. No. I'm sorry. I didn't hear that. I'm sorry.
Holy fuck! No. So you're a drug dealer, and you were able to save enough money for a '67 Camaro.
Yeah. No. It was just a matter of like I've been working with the same Italian family for like 10 years now.
You're Italian?
No. I work for an Italian family. No, I'm Colombian.
Oh.
Yeah.
What do you do for the Italian family?
Oh no, they have a little retail store up in Morristown. So then I pretty much do deliveries, sales associates, and do a bunch of like little repairs.
He's a low-level mafia guy. Yeah.
You think so?
Is that works for an Italian family. He's just Colombian. Yeah. Retail, delivering stuff.
Yeah.
So they never asked you to kill somebody, right?
No. But they asked me, I'll do it. I don't care.
I am stunned.
So you saved up enough money for the '67 Camaro.
Yeah. Well, and then half of it also I put on a credit card.
Half of it on a credit
card.
How much?
12 grand.
12 grand? Yeah. And how old are you?
I'm 26 now.
And how much do you owe on that credit card?
10 grand now.
10 grand?
Yeah, but then, and then I took off. I usually take out like student loans for the, help me out during the year.
Yeah.
I don't know where I was going with that.
All right, he loves cars. He's got the '67 Camaro.
Yeah.
He's a drug dealer. Works for an Italian family.
Yeah, mafia.
I mean, Colombian.
Mafia. Colombian guy.
You get the good coke?
No, I don't. No, I don't get the. No, I don't.
What are you trying to say, Oscar?
No, no. I'm not into the coke thing, to be honest with you.
No, huh?
No, I prefer the beer.
A few beers on the weekends, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, Carlsberg and
Carlsberg.
Carlsberg, good beer, great beer.
Carlsberg.
Yeah.
Out of every beer you could choose,
You think it's bad?
you like the Carlsberg?
Carlsberg. No,
I think I've had one or two in my life.
Oh.
That's what I drink if like there's nothing left.
Right.
Oh, wow.
That's
Yeah.
oh, he goes, oh,
Oh,
wow.
wow.
Oh, wow.
That's interesting to you, huh?
That's cool.
Wow. What else with Oscar? He likes cars.
He likes cars. What else? What else do you like? What do you do?
I know I'm just I'm in the process right now of I guess getting the I want to like buy a little guitar and like a custom made guitar. So yeah, I've been working on it for like a week now. You know, trying to pick in like the right elements, all so yeah, working on that.
Can you play?
Oh yeah, a little bit. Yeah, guitar. Yeah, I've been playing 12 years now. So I went to like the American Institute of Guitar. I was there for a few.
We got a guitar. I want to hear Oscar fucking play, man.
Yeah, a little play. Do you sing at all?
Guitar. No, I'm bad. I can only do one at a time. Yeah, but and sing. I only do karaoke if I'm down the shore or something, and then you just order a pitcher and just drink and
Carlsberg and you start karaokeing a little bit.
No, but I can't get Carlsberg like at the bar. I just get like the Coors Light or something.
Yeah,
so that's the only thing you really can get there.
You do realize you just became #1 intern, right?
Really?
Fuck Love Buzz. Fuck
Yeah.
Derek. Fuck all of them.
Damn.
Fuck
them guys.
Can we give him executive intern title? Just like that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, that's
without
up to
a
you.
competition?
That's up to you. It'll piss off the rest of the guys, but do you like interning here?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's a fun experience. Every day come in and it's just always something new, and yeah, I like it.
What was this? The revolving monk says Oscar sounds like he has perpetual shell shock. It's like you definitely seem like a guy that's a little on edge.
Yeah.
I just don't know where that comes from. It's
Normal family?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Still with my parents. Yeah.
Yeah, mom, dad.
Yeah, mom,
the whole-
dad, little
yeah.
sister, 5 years, and I have a twin brother too.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Is he nervous like you?
Nah, no, he's like complete opposite. It's just I don't know.
You're rubbing your hands like fucking
Yeah, I know,
Carl
I
from
can't-
Sling Blade.
Yeah, just,
Why are you rubbing your hands?
I don't know.
It makes you feel better?
No, it's just a little cold, so I'm just kind of like a little colder in the room.
It's kind of warm in here today, actually, yeah.
Yeah, just put it in my pocket and just keep him there.
But now you're rubbing your thighs.
Now he
needs
can't
to rub shit.
fucking keep his hands out.
You can keep your hands out.
Okay, cool.
Just try not to rub them.
Okay, all right, cool.
All right, your fingers are touching.
Yeah,
Try not
that
to,
really is.
All right.
Yeah.
And don't hold on to the chair either.
Okay.
Don't touch your jeans.
Yeah, give that a try.
All right.
Yeah,
how bad do you
that's
want to
rough.
rub your hands right now?
No, I'm good. I think I can manage.
Oh, look, here's the guitar.
Oh, that's
Yeah?
nice. You need a pick? Is it old too? No, I think I have one.
What? He has one. He just carries a pick around
Actually, I
with
don't
him.
have any more.
Oh, well. I thought he did.
Oh, it's all right. Yeah. Oh, in tune.
This is Oscar.
Like Louisiana, you got no complaints.
Getting a little warmed up. I mean, I haven't done.
Sort of a Spanish feel to
Yeah,
it.
just a little bit.
But why aren't you nervous when you're playing the guitar?
I don't
Life
know.
is fucked up, man.
Yeah. It's weird.
Look, he'll start getting really nervous and start rubbing everything, but you give him a
That's,
guitar and he's fine.
Yeah,
You should just walk around all the time with a guitar.
Playing
in your hand.
guitar.
Yeah,
You know,
smooth.
Jose Feliciano, you got no
like
complaints.
electric, you know, like,
Love that one.
You know,
What?
Jose
No, I
Feliciano,
used
you
to
got
do
no
like
complaints.
Oh, wait, Ann was playing something.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't hear
You know, Jose Feliciano, you got no complaints.
I'll play it 80 times. I don't care. Love that one. Jose Feliciano, you got no complaints.
Yeah.
He's a great guy. Great guy.
You know any covers?
Great guy.
Is he a great guy?
Yeah, he's really cool. Actually, I almost went to see him a couple years ago, but then I don't know why I ended up seeing him. But yeah, my mom said it was a great show. Well,
Yeah.
Was he playing the celebrity room?
Yeah, the celebrity room. First time in a celebrity room.
So you missed your opportunity to see him.
yeah. There, missed it.
Sweet berry wine.
Wait. He was doing
Oh,
something.
I'm sorry.
Sweet berry wine.
Yeah, so Gypsy Kings a couple years ago. That was a great show up at the Radio City Music Hall.
So you see a show every once in a while.
Yeah. Muse. I'm really looking for the Muse and
I like the
October.
Muse.
Great band. Actually, I had the opportunity to meet them in 2007.
Oscar, we didn't ask you.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
He looks around.
All it takes to shut him up.
I'm sorry.
No, really, tell your story. I'm sure someone out there will really find it fascinating.
Yeah, absolutely. So my brother. Yeah, it was fun. No, okay, so it turns out my brother calls me up. Hey, man, I just won a contest online. We're gonna get to meet Muse, and we went backstage, met him. You know, got autographs, got a picture, and then and it was weird because we got free tickets too, like free admissions, but it put us all the way up at the Pigeons.
Oh,
you know, at
shit.
the top. Yeah, it was still a great show. We got to meet him and just drank and got drunk. And, I don't know, always do this, but then because I hold my cup right there with the beer, and I always just spill like in front of girls. There always seems to be girls in front of us at these shows, and I was always just spill my beer over the girls. Last March when we went to Muse, what happened? Actually,
What's going on?
He spilled beers on girls.
yeah,
So then
like I elbowed this girl in the face. It was just
Whoa.
No, but it was an accident because I just
I
right
thought
in
you
the-
were
in the
Because you're a
face.
nervous wreck.
Yeah.
That's why.
Anyways, cool.
Yeah, you're kind of, you're kind of a big guy, kind of husky, and you elbowed her in the face.
Yeah. Right now, I just bought the Insanity, so I'm working out. So I'm working on the slimming down.
Oh, really?
Yeah. This stuff is insane.
Oh, it's insanity.
Yeah.
Wait, what's that about? I don't even know. What's
it's like P90X, but this one's all cardiovascular exercise. So it's like guaranteeing 60 days to like drop.
Is it a videotape?
Yeah, it's DVDs, like 13 DVDs.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
13 DVDs.
Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah.
You are like the opposite of E-Rock.
Oh,
Because
E-Rock.
I'm just saying E-Rock's very, very mellow. And this guy's just like fucking crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yes. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what, should I say something?
They're just staring at him, and he has to say something.
Yeah. No,
He has to say something.
Eric's a nice guy.
He's petrified of dead air.
Talk about something. Whatever.
Something else.
Look at him shake.
Look at his
Look at
shape.
his hand shake.
Before.
Put your
Talk about it. Just
Put your hand
Put your
out.
hand out.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
This guy's nervous.
You are totally fucking nervous.
Yeah.
what happened when you were a kid?
A kid.
Yeah.
Check it out. This happened. This past December, I went out with the family down in Colombia, right? So we would visit this guy who had a little like a little farm area, right? So I don't know, but I got electrocuted. So I got electrocuted. So I guess that I haven't really been the same since.
What do you mean you got electrocuted?
Maybe that has something to do with it, though. I was in the back of a pickup truck, and the guy said, "Hey, watch out for that wire." So I was in the back of the pickup. I was just, kind of ducked down, and all of a sudden, I felt like this blow, like it was like just a zap, and I was like, "Oh!" And then,
Wait, you were like what?
like, "Oh!" like that.
Okay.
And then I hit the floor. So my mom picks me up, and he's like, "Oscar, wake up!" And like 4 or 5 seconds later, I'm like, come back. I'm like, "Shit, did I touch that cable?" And then, it was, And then it's been weird since.
Watch the language.
Oh, I'm sorry. I know.
Okay, right before.
I didn't want.
He's quickly becoming the greatest intern ever.
Oh my god.
One lousy half hour. Hey, can you play a cover?
Man, I haven't played covers in a while.
Although your playing was awesome, no matter
Yeah,
what.
yeah.
But then the guy is like smooth on the guitar. It's fucked up.
Can't think of a cover, huh?
Yeah, I can't think. I haven't played a cover in a while. Oh, I'm sorry. I haven't played a cover in a while.
What kind of music do you like? As far as playing?
Like Pantera, Metallica, and Flames.
Yeah?
Yeah, I mean, I stopped doing coverings a while ago because I was like,
Coverings.
why coverings?
Yeah, you did. Do you know any Metallica?
Yeah. Let me
Got a lot of Metallica fans.
Yeah, I haven't played Metallica in a
here.
while. Just trying to remember. Oh man, let me think. I can't think of a.
Who's gonna do it?
That's all I know of lead. I'm sorry. Just
His entire arm is shaking the guitar.
Yeah, he really.
I don't have a guitar pick, so that's kind of like.
You need a guitar pick?
Sorry, I'll be more prepared next time though.
Yeah.
Definitely. I'll start working on the covers again and stuff.
Just for this show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What happened with the templates?
What templates? Oh yeah, those.
Yeah, that's why we had to come in here today, Oscar.
Yeah, it's just one of those things. It's just.
Yeah, just one of those things.
Yeah.
Do you usually bring them in?
Yeah, sometimes. Yeah.
What happened this morning?
This morning, it was because I was just I was by myself, right? And then I was just doing the headphones and all the other things, and I just one of those things I just forgot. I just
forgot one thing,
yeah.
one step in
one little thing. Yeah.
Yeah, one little thing.
Yeah.
Good to know an intern sets up the whole studio every day.
Yeah.
It doesn't get checked.
And then it doesn't get checked because E-Rock was late. Remember where this all
Oh
started?
yeah, E-Rock. Hi, E-Rock.
Hi.
Have you been late at all since you started?
Only one time, and that was a week ago. With the week when Travis wasn't here, I was like 10 minutes late.
What happened?
Oh, I was just standing with Dustin talking about the weekend outside. He was smoking a cigarette. Oh, Dustin's the other intern. So then we're drinking coffee, right? And we were just talking and just forgot, lost track of time.
Lost track of time. So you were right outside the building, and then you were 10 minutes late.
Yeah, it was just.
Did you get a little talking to?
No, it wasn't that big. The thing still got done on time, so I guess it was.
Oh, okay. What'd you think when you interviewed this guy? Did you think like?
I would think gold.
Yeah, I mean.
Was he like this during the interview?
He was kind of like this, but he was like the most eager person we've ever interviewed.
Yeah.
And he had a band and he made movies. He actually seemed good.
Very eager.
And then he got here, and he's just a wreck, and it's the most beautiful thing.
He's a wreck
because he's a good worker too.
Yeah, he's an extremely good worker, but he's also got this personality quirk that's surfaced after the fact.
You noticed that?
But it's one of those things that Danny mentioned earlier. It's just not one of those things that you're going to notice, that you guys aren't going to notice until it happens organically.
Yeah.
If you try to force it, it won't happen.
Yeah.
But this kid is a shaky leaf.
He really is.
We got
are a little nervous Nelly. What can we see your movies anywhere that you've made? Or?
No, I have them at home on DVDs.
What about online?
No, the thing is, I have to do the resolution, downgrade the resolution because they're so dense. So I haven't put them online.
They're so dense.
Yeah, because I shot an HD, and then so and then there's like a limit on YouTube, so that's why I haven't. Yeah, I have to.
So you gotta.
Yeah, hold.
You gotta
figure it out.
You gotta compress them a little bit.
Yeah, compress.
What's the movie about?
Well, I did the one documentary in
the one about the recycling.
The recycling.
And the carbon footprint thing.
Yeah, it's like a little nine minute segment. Yeah.
9 minutes?
Yeah, it's like 9 minute segment I did for it.
We gotta have Oscar do something for the show today.
Okay.
Like he's got to come back on. Oh yeah, he gave us a great 45 minutes. But what do you want to do for the show today? What would you suggest?
Well, I'm gonna do breakfast orders for the.
Oscar, we're actually talking about something that the audience can enjoy. Not just Danny and the rest of us.
Yeah. I just got the Spinal Tap DVD, so I want to get some audio pulled from it, and I want to chop it up and make it into a little sound, like almost like a theatrical movie review, just like a little thing. So yeah, I'm starting working on that.
Wow, what?
Oh, just a little segment, because it's one of the requirements for school. I have to work on a little like piece that just getting.
They want you to do something on the air.
Oh, on the air. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I was.
Yeah, so you were talking about it's your time to shine.
Oh.
So if there was anything you ever thought of doing on the radio, we'll give you a little time, and you can do it.
We can play my band if you guys like. I mean, no, okay.
Not like a music thing.
Yeah.
Kind of a
What interests you besides cars and music? Something that maybe the audience would enjoy.
Ooh, What thing? What thing?
You're on the air.
I don't know what. Am I missing something?
What are you gonna do?
Well, do what? I don't know what. I can't think of anything right now. Really, I just.
But you gotta realize when you have an opportunity. You have an opportunity right now, where you come back in about a half hour, 45 minutes, and you actually do something. Current events, pop culture, I don't know, trivia.
Maybe you could do like a car and driver report on some new cars that are coming out.
That's fine. I'll do something. Yeah,
that would be kind of cool.
Yeah, we'll do that.
We like a lot of guys that are interested in cars.
Yeah,
sure.
cars.
I mean, he obviously likes telling stories about his life. They just come up. Maybe also story time with Oscar, where he just gives his top 5 stories.
Oh, I got a story just came up. All right.
All right.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's a story. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Well, now that you brought it up, I guess you got to tell us.
I can't even.
All right. So it was this happened. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Okay. I went out on this date with this. Oh. Okay. Yeah. You want me to go? Okay.
He's not doing anything. You gotta go.
All right. I went out this kind of like blind date with this girl. And it was
Blind?
no. No, it was. I went and picked her up. We went and got some Thai food and yeah. Just hold on. Cool.
And?
Oh, and what happened? So what happened was that I went and picked her
Thai
up.
food?
Yeah, Thai food. Yeah. And then we went and it's
Thai food. Then.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. So then we went and got food, and I was wearing sandals throughout the whole time. She kept looking at my feet. The whole thing. Oh, you have really nice feet. That's the whole thing she kept saying. And then. Hey, I forgot this stuff. No. Actually, that's not fun. That story's not fun. No fun. Yeah.
Wait, you got to give us a story before we go to break.
You
don't like that story?
It's nothing. Don't worry about it.
Remember the feet?
What feet?
You just saying.
So you're wearing sandals, and she thought,
yeah. We just went home, dropped her off, and I went home. That's all.
So that's
it. That's all it was. That's all.
End of story.
You got to give us one good story before we go to break. Yeah. This is Oscar.
maybe something.
An intern here.
Maybe something involving a girl. What's that like? Your love life, your female companionship. What's going on there?
Oh, it's horrible, man. It's just no. I just I fell out the whole eHarmony profile thing.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, that shit doesn't work. Hell no, because check it out. You fill your profile, and then you go and you girls want to get acquainted or something, and they ignore. They just don't care. That is apparently we're compatible, and like you don't want to talk to me.
Oh, so you find a girl that's compatible.
Exactly, and then they don't want to talk to you.
And they still don't want to talk to you.
Yeah, so I was like, forget about it.
What's your profile like? What does it say you like?
Yeah, like with school and they got like cars and then music and then and movies and all those things.
Yeah, you got a picture up there and everything?
Yeah, but then
what picture you use? The one from the band there where your hair's flying back and you're rocking out?
No, it's just one. I don't know. I was next to a fridge, and that's all. Like...
Oh shit, man! So eHarmony doesn't work. So where else are you looking for girls?
Well, in school, it sucks.
How does that work? Yeah, there's a lot of girls in school, right?
But then like most of the time, like you just have friends and stuff, and then. You're gonna start like, hey, you want to go out or something? And like, no, I'm busy or something. Yeah, let's just forget about it. I was like,
is it you? Do you have game? Do you know how?
Nah, dude, I have no game. I'm like the most awkward kid, man. When it comes to talking to girls, man.
Yeah.
Oh, we gotta get a girl.
You fold up.
Yeah. The best thing is just I would like if I'm drunk at a bar, man. Oh, I guess I just let it hang loose, man. I just go up to, hey, want me to buy a drink or something? Hey, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, so.
Oh. Wow, Oscar. Wow.
I'm fucking exhausted.
Yeah. We're going to have Oscar come back in, though. Maybe to talk to a girl. We'll figure something out.
Yeah, we'll figure something out for you.
All right.
Yeah.
Awesome.
New, by the way, new head intern.
That's right.
Oh,
yes.
That's right. Thank you.
Yes.
New executive intern.
That's right.
Damn, executive intern. Comes with a lot of responsibility. You up for it?
Yeah, I think you manage. I think.
Yeah?
Yeah. I think we move you up to getting the coffee now.
You can allocate responsibilities to the other interns.
Yeah, now you can go to the other interns if somebody tells you to do something, and you can go, look, you do this.
And your Love Buzz's boss.
Oh,
Yep.
man.
Do you like Love Buzz?
Yeah, he's a great guy, man.
Who's the most useless intern you've met around here so far?
I'm going to say Derek.
Yeah?
Yeah. Racist Derek?
Pretty useless?
Well, yeah. I don't like the guy. We don't get along, so.
No?
Nah.
What happened?
No, the guy's an idiot. I just don't like him at all, man.
Why don't you like
He's
him?
just trying to be funny and shit. I'm like, dude, it's not funny. That's what I tell him, yeah.
A lot of people have a problem
we
with
clash a lot.
Derek, yeah.
Yeah, they really do.
If we weren't like working here, I would just bitch slap him like really hard.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah, but we can.
You fight much?
No.
No, you don't get into a lot of fights?
No.
What was the last fight you were in?
I was probably in the 5th grade, maybe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
you
like,
don't fight.
won't
Not
not
a
fight,
baller.
but but since then it's just
Yeah,
mostly.
okay.
Kind of tried it.
That's good. You're a lover,
Absolutely, yeah.
except
Yeah.
you can't find anyone to love.
Yeah. Pretty much.
All right, we should go to break. We're going to bring Oscar back, though, for something.
yes.
We'll figure it out. We'll figure something
I know it's like completely hacked, but like being that he's so nervous and jittery and he's obviously single,
right?
We should totally have Oscar dating him. I bet there's chicks out there that would love to date Oscar. He's probably coming across really sweet and charming and cute over the air.
I would like to hear a girl's point of view on what he's like to go out with.
Yeah, and I just bet him trying to just kick game to like 3 chicks would just be
It's not a bad idea.
phenomenal.
Get a few girls to call the show.
Yeah.
You want to talk to some girls today, Oscar?
Talk to some girls, maybe
Yeah.
see what they're like. It's
They'll ask questions about you. You can ask questions back.
Just get to know each other a little bit.
That type of thing.
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah. Kick ass.
Hey, could you play us out with anything?
Oh, yeah. Let me think of.
Play us to commercial anyway. This is Oscar, our intern, who's a fucking gold mine. And on the guitar, he does a great job. Take the guitar away, he's a fucking mess. Here's Oscar.
Tootly doing with you. We're jamming. Cool, right?
Yeah.
You can't talk when he plays. A toodly doodly doo, a toodly doodly doo.
What, are you going to do it all day?
Yeah, how long are you going to fucking play?
I'm just. Would you guys want me to stop? You want me to stop now?
Can you tell
tell the audience how miserable your life is?
Call 866-WOW-WOW. That's 866-969-1969. And now, the Opie and Anthony Show on the Virus, Sirius XM.
Busy show today. We will definitely have Oscar back in studio.
Oh, yeah.
Sometime this morning.
He's a rising star here on the Opie and Anthony Show.
If you're just tuning in, make sure you listen to the replay today.
Wow.
Radio Gold to start the show today.
Wow.
Colin Kane's coming in.
Yes.
Also, Jackie Martling.
Jackie
the Joke Man, who's now just a friend of the show. I don't know how that happened. If you know the history
Jackie's cool.
of our show. But, yeah, Jackie's really cool. He's coming in. I believe he's playing the Trump Marina down there in Atlantic City.
Ooh, nice.
And he'll be in it at about 8 o'clock. Ian Halperin, our old friend.
Oh, no, on the phone?
On the phone. It's been a while. See what he's up to.
Dishing the dirt, as it might be. What's happening in the world of entertainment that he's touching on? Why don't we tease that a little bit? What'll Ian be talking about today?
Oh, my God, I don't know.
Maybe a little Lindsay Lohan?
Yeah,
a little
maybe.
Lindsay Lohan?
He might have a little something on that.
Anything on Lady Gaga?
Maybe a little on the Gaga.
Lady Gaga. Lady Gaga.
By the way, she's falling apart. Remember how
Yeah.
Jimmy thought he still thinks she's very sexy.
Yeah.
The more and more pictures that come out, she's a dog. She really is a dog.
Yeah?
A very talented one. But she's taking less and less hot pictures.
It's something just about her long, thin legs, I think, is what.
She's out of proportion.
Attractive. What's out of proportion with her?
I don't know. Like I don't know.
You can't really figure it out?
Well, her face is a little rough
to
begin with. And then you're saying her legs are too thin?
No, I kind of like her long,
Oh, you like the long legs?
thin legs are nice. I mean, but...
Snooki or Lady Gaga?
Oh, please. Lady Gaga in a second.
Over the Snook?
The Schnookster is just a big fucking fire plug. She's a fire hydrant with giant floppy tits.
I got a question for you, and think it over.
Okay.
Who would let you put it in their turd cutter first?
In the shitter?
In the shitter.
Lady
Gaga or Snooki?
I think Lady Gaga has no qualms about taking one in the shitter.
Over Snooki?
No, Snooki. No, Snooki is probably a cock tease.
You think Snooki would make you work for the fucking turd
really
cutter?
work too hard for it for what she is. Exactly. And something tells me Snooki not as wild as she wants to come off. Strictly missionary. Mm-hmm. The second you try to flip her over, she's probably all pissed off and. Yeah. No, I think the Lady Gaga is probably completely into ass sex. I even think ATM.
Little
Lady
ATM
Gaga,
for Lady Gaga. Really?
She had to get where she is somehow. In the beginning.
She didn't get there on her talent?
Nah, you know what? Talent.
She got there on her ATM skills?
Talent is the highway portion of your career. There is an on-ramp that you have to kind of get on. That is the push to get on the highway. And a lot of girls, especially those like Lady Gaga, have to go through some shenanigans.
I couldn't disagree with you more.
Yeah?
I think she has talent.
Yeah, she does.
I think someone like Keisha.
A lot of people have talent.
Keisha.
Yeah.
You know, the TikTok broad.
Keisha, the one with the money sign in her name instead of an S?
She, I think, might have had to do a few extra things to get where she is today.
You think? Yeah. Shitter?
Lady Gaga.
Shitter?
Keisha
Shitter?
Yeah. That's why she brushes her teeth with a bottle of Jack.
Jack, right?
And I ain't coming back.
Yeah. Lady Gaga.
She's got some ATM skills, I would
imagine. Is that Keisha right there, topless?
Yeah, Keisha had to do a few extra things to get noticed, I'm
thinking. Let me see. What do we got there? Let's take a look at Keisha without a topperoonie on there. How big is this going to blow up?
Really, get rid of that stupid pink star so we can see her topless.
Right. Oh, and then it's cum. Is there cum on her
they're
chest?
Covering up the cum?
She's holding her titties, and there seems to be a
load necklace
on her chest. Wow.
But that's from many, many years ago. She doesn't look that hot anymore. Keisha kind of looked hot. She's pretty hot in that picture.
She looks like just some slut from around the way.
Around the way.
Around the way. I always like that saying.
I always love the girls
the way.
from around the way.
That is some jizz there, Dan, right?
Where's she from? From around the way.
Around the way.
What does that actually mean?
I don't know.
From another neighborhood? From the slutty neighborhood?
From the hood.
There were definitely slutty neighborhoods on Long Island.
Oh, yeah. I remember a few places.
Massapequa was a pretty
South
slutty
Shore,
neighborhood.
Bayshore.
Was a slutty
lot of hose
neighborhood.
monsters from Bayshore with the big hair.
Oh, yeah.
Big fucking blown up hairdos.
Where I'm from, Huntington, slutty neighborhood, not so much.
No, stuck up, Centerport, things like that. Very stuck up.
Although, South Huntington.
Yeah. Oh, my God. Please.
What's
this? I hear you.
Colin Kane is here. You want him in early. Oh. Yeah, we'll get to Colin in a few minutes here. Also, Mustard's coming in. Homeless Mustard. Remember him? He was a complete mess.
Who could forget?
Keith the Cop brought him in for the homeless shopping spree that never happened, unfortunately.
Yeah.
It should have happened this past year, but one of the many things that have been fucked up in the past year with the Opie and Anthony show. By legal and other shit.
Legal.
Just getting in the way of our creative juices. Yes. But then he came in and he sang that song completely fucked up, Creep.
Yeah.
That is an internet sensation.
Made it his own.
It's people are downloading it or watching it from all over the world. Then we try to make a little something with Mustard. He came in here and he was fucked up and he fucked it all up because we were going to put out a little CD for the guy.
Did he fuck it up?
Oh my God! Troy Kwan was on the project and it was a complete and utter nightmare.
Engineering.
Well, he decided to turn into a rock star. He brought other people in and we're like, no, just you, a guitar,
have a posse?
Sing a few of these fucking songs that are obviously doing really well on YouTube. We'll put it out somehow and you'll make a few bucks and maybe you could stay off the street. That's all. That's all we were looking for.
Yeah.
And he complicated it, and he was drunk, and he was hard to work with. Troy could tell you all the stories. So we had to say goodbye to Mustard, and he went back on the street. But now he got a hold of us, and supposedly he's 90 days sober. And supposedly...
Well, we'll see if we can end that.
Supposedly he's playing his first gig this weekend in the Village.
A real gig.
So we wanted to bring him in and get an update on him. So
yeah, sure.
We'll see what Homeless Mustard's up to
That
as well.
sounds good.
Yeah.
I went to the range yesterday.
I saw the picture you tweeted.
Yes, I took a picture. I got some video. I got to throw that together.
Did the video come out good?
Not as good as I would have liked. It's kind of hard to plant a camera near a target out at a range where people are waiting to fucking shoot. And
you
I'm
can go hold on a minute and run out there?
Nah, there are just a lot of people.
Are you
on
allowed
the
to do
firing
that?
line, and no, you
can shut down the range for a couple minutes to get your HD flip set?
Every 20 or so minutes, 25 minutes, he goes,
Ceasefire, ceasefire. Get all your weapons up on the firing line, open the breech, and stick them in the fucking thing, and blah, blah, blah.
and then when everybody's clear, you kind of get your hand up, make sure everything's clear, and then everybody walks out to their targets, checks them, puts up a new target, comes back. Then when everybody's back, everyone kind of raises their hand again, and the guy says, continue shooting.
So why couldn't you set up a camera?
Well, I did. I went out there. I put Sandy Kane, her dumb fucking hat, her stupid naked cowgirl hat.
That she threatened our lives over.
Yeah. I put that up on one of the targets. And then I had the flip cam that I had to lean on like a rock, and I had to kind of center it. So I'm kneeling on the fucking sand, trying to look and see if I got it in frame. And then when I finally did, I looked around, and everybody is on the firing line.
Waiting for you?
Waiting for me. And I'm 200 yards away from the firing line with heavy, 5'11" boots on, and it's all sand. It's like walking on a beach with combat boots on for 200 yards.
That sucks.
So they're all just waiting for me. So I finally got back there, and
the camera wasn't set right?
No, it was.
You forgot to turn it on, right?
No, I did turn it on. But, but it's like then it had to run for 20 minutes.
Right.
Because I can't just run out and get the camera. So it needs to be edited down, is all I'm trying to say here.
So you're saying it's going to be a good video.
I got it.
You just got to edit it and get it together.
And then some shots of
so over the weekend,
shooting.
we'll all tweet that video for everybody.
Yeah,
all right.
That'll get tweeted. But in the meantime, I had a still pic that I popped up there of that is with the Barrett 50 cal, and I then hit it with the SP 89, which is a 9mm
semi-automatic. At a hat with a lot of holes in it. Yeah. I thought there would be more damage.
You know what? I did too, but apparently it's not enough mass to it
now
to really blow the thing out. So the
is
bullets
this the final
act like
picture?
a hole punch.
Or did you do more damage?
That's the final picture.
That's it, huh?
The top is pretty well fucked. There's a big hole in the top from the Desert Eagle, and then there's a nice one on the side also. But all the other ones are pretty much just holes that are in it.
Okay.
They're there. And then some guy, I tweet the picture, and some guy actually says, who'd you take shooting lessons from? Governor Patterson? and I'm like, okay, before I block you for just being a dickbag, I hit the fucking hat like 1,000 times. What does he think I was aiming for? The hat has holes all over it.
So why would
How did I miss?
Well, yeah, why would he make a Patterson joke, which obviously is a blind joke, if you're looking at a million holes in the hat?
If there was not one hole in the hat, then you could say something. And I wasn't going for a grouping on the top of the hat. I wanted to shoot the entire fucking hat, which I did.
You wanted to spray with holes.
So go fuck yourself, blocked guy.
Oh, you blocked him.
I blocked him, and then other guy chimed in and said, "What a faggot! You had to block the guy." And I'm like, "Yeah."
And then that guy
gets blocked too. I am a blocking maniac on the Twitter. I just don't take any shit.
I block entire groups of people now.
Good.
If you're an asshole, then I look at all the people that follow you, and I just block all those guys.
Block. I love blocking people. The second they get lippy with me, it's not a message board, shithead.
He's very apologetic.
Oh, is he?
Mm-hmm.
What happened?
Well, he says that he was just kidding. He's a loyal fan. He's just busting.
Oh, that guy?
You know what? That was the dumbest joke. How is that a joke? Just kidding. It's not funny. It's not a funny joke.
Right.
Should I bring him back?
He's taking it pretty hard.
Is he?
Yeah, unblock him.
All right, look, Stevie Gin and Jay. I'll unblock you, but your joke stunk. Your joke was shit.
I unblock people all the time because that's.
Do you? I never unblock.
You should though. You should.
Stevie's going to be the first one.
You should pardon some people every once in a while. I pardon people. I really do.
I pardon you.
Because sometimes I realize I'm just having a bad day, and I'm like, you just blocked 80 people. What's wrong with you?
I've never had a block fest like that. I've blocked a good 10 people in one session, though.
Okay.
I've blocked that.
And then their friends, man, he's going through cancer. And
oh God!
All right, I'll unblock you, man. I'm sorry.
And if I block somebody and you're their friend. If you don't want to be blocked, don't come to his defense.
Yeah, that's
because
true.
You will be blocked by guilt by association, blocked by association. I've had it with people and their stupid comments. Everyone's a pro, also, by the way. Everyone is the best at everything, especially something you're trying or doing. Because the second you post something on Twitter, a picture of a hobby or something you just enjoy doing, like shooting, you'll get the guy that does everything great guy. Mm-hmm. You ever have a guy that does everything great guy? So no matter what you do, he goes, dude, my fucking 3-year-old could do that better than... Really?
Then let's see your 3-year-old do it.
First of all, let's see a 3-year-old do it. And by that, you mean you could do it better.
Right.
And then how about we fucking, have a challenge? How about a little challenge?
I think the video will put the whole thing together. I can't wait to see the video over the weekend.
Yeah.
Speaking of videos, you're right. My dumb Obama motorcade video, some asshole. She's definitely not a fan. What?
No, I mean, I'm just agreeing with you. Like, I'm already going because I know where this is going.
And this is
someone who has a problem with that.
It's just a mundane. Holy shit! I got to see Obama's motorcade pass. Literally, it would have to be 15 feet in front of me. Right?
Cool.
So this lady just writes, "Worst reporter ever." I'm not a reporter. I'm just a schmuck with an HD flip.
Yeah, best cunt ever.
Right. And then goes, "You didn't even know that he's in the second limo." Which you know what? You're right. I didn't know.
Yeah, so?
But I got the first and the second limo because I followed the first limo in my shot.
Yeah.
And then I backed up enough to get the second limo.
One. So? There, you got both limos.
And then he goes, and then you pan the camera and you didn't even get the rest of the motorcade.
Sorry, Scorsese.
The rest of the
motorcade
motorcade
your fucking video
is fucking boring. I mean, the big get in that video is to get the fucking presidential limos. And actually, it worked out well because then when I panned, you see all the dummies losing their fucking minds because Obama's passing them.
Here comes the man.
Worst reporter ever.
Reporter?
You want to strangle these fucks.
Greg Hughes live at the motorcade. Back to you in the studio.
Right.
What the fuck? People just really think a little too much of themselves on that Twitter.
Do you think it would
on
be
the
a different
Twitter.
story if? Because I remember reading some message boards. They
Yes.
want to block
What?
and ban anonymous comments and stuff. Like,
Yeah,
do you
yeah.
think people would still shit talk as much as they shit talk if they were forced to use like their actual names?
I think some people would, because on Twitter it is sometimes their real name and they talk shit, which is fine. I give them more credit doing that because at least it's their real name. I'm not going to not block them, but it's better than having just, post hole digger 235 giving you shit on a message board.
I explain Twitter this way. It's MySpace, and it's like, I don't want to hang out with assholes in MySpace.
Yeah.
There's plenty of places for you guys to go and hate all you
our
want.
time, Opie?
But they don't understand. It's like, I'm kind of inviting you into what I do, and hopefully you like it. If not, what can I tell you? I don't want to hang out with assholes.
Yeah, if
There's
you don't
plenty
like
of places where assholes could go and be free and spew all their hate and make believe they're fans, and people will,
You really want people to not be assholes on the internet?
I know.
Yeah, but
It's astounding.
But with Twitter and blocking people, you could do that.
You can. That's the best part, is because, if someone starts giving you shit, it's
I
like,
think people
look,
are
I'll
like,
do you
why-
a favor. I'll do you a favor. Now you don't have to fucking read any of my horse shit.
Right, go find
There.
another place.
There.
And
You're
you'll get an
blocked.
audience. I'm not saying you're not. You'll definitely get an audience to hate all you want somewhere else.
Yeah, go ahead. Have fun.
But I'm just trying, with my dumb Twitter, I'm just trying to keep it fun.
A tweet. That's what it's all about. Fun and just, sometimes you blast your dopey opinion out there and people fucking give you shit on that, which is fine. Like if I'm gonna post an opinion on something political or whatever, even a movie, then yeah, I could see anybody, because it's subjective, getting in there and just saying, what a douchebag you are,
Right.
this, you'll
Yeah,
that's fine. I won't block anybody for
Yeah,
that.
I agree with you on that.
But something like when I shoot a hat up and have some idiot fucking just criticizing my marksmanship when it's I hit every fucking
You took that
mark.
personally, didn't you?
I did take that personally. I took that very personally.
Yeah.
Not as personally as Danny took his yesterday. But
We don't have to talk about my day at the
well,
range.
it's kind of fun.
I do want to tag that. I don't need people to agree with my dumb opinions. That's for sure.
No,
You're
of
right.
course not.
But you could tell. People just being fucking, dirtbag haters.
Yeah.
And really don't like you at
You
all.
can tell.
It's kind of psychotic to follow someone you don't like. I think that's really strange.
Yeah, it is.
There's
Just
so
so
many
you could-
people out there I hate. I don't follow one of them. Not a one.
Just so you could fucking type
Not a
away
one.
with some little fucking douchey remark. Yeah, faggots, yeah. God, faggots, yeah.
But anyway, very excited to see the video later tonight, Anthony.
Yeah. It was
And
fun.
Melinda running over the bush, that video is doing very well
Yeah,
for you on
yeah.
YouTube. Make sure you check that one out.
She
very funny.
ran that bush over. The more I watch it, the funnier it gets, because you really don't know what's happening until the car completely pulls out of the driveway and you see this giant bush has been residing in her wheel well.
Yeah, I think a lot of people have said it looks like the car just took a shit.
Yeah.
Looks like it just took a dump in the middle of your driveway.
As she merrily just backs right out, not even noticing that there's a hedge in my driveway.
Great video.
Yeah, that is a good one.
All right. Hey, bring in Colin Kane. Colin Kane's helping us
Yes.
out today. Jackie the Joke Man will be here within 15, 20 minutes. We got
Cool.
Homeless Mustard. We'll get an
There he
update
is.
on him and maybe
Hello,
another
Colin.
song from him today. What's up, Colin? We're talking
Yeah.
about the internet.
Yes.
Colin's a big social networker.
I love how I walk in here. I didn't know what you guys were talking about, and I'm in the green room, and I hear, there's a lot of sluts on Long Island, and I just knew it was going to be a great show.
Yeah. Long Island
Well-
sluts.
Well, there's like slut towns.
Yeah, slutty town.
When you're single, you know where all the slut towns are.
Of course.
You didn't have to work as hard.
I think Wine Dance is the home of the abortion.
Oh, man.
Are you a Long Island guy?
Yeah.
I didn't fucking know that. What
I
town?
I was born in the city, and then I lived in Rockville Center for a couple years.
So you know Wyandanch.
I do.
You know, this is an old story, and people will be like, oh, here we go again. But you know Straight Path in Wyandanch?
No, what's that?
It's basically where all the gangs and the drug dealing happens, but it's the best shortcut to BAB, the radio station I used to work at.
Just picture the road to the Baghdad airport at the beginning of the war. That's Straight Path.
One day, coming home from BAB, I was doing kind of late nights, not overnights, but late nights.
Uh-huh.
Traffic was stopped because there was a gunfight going on between two rival gangs. And people just got out of their cars like you do when traffic is stopped because some dummy, lost a tire. It's kind of, we're all just talking to each other, and it's so obvious that all hell is breaking loose, like, maybe a quarter to half mile ahead of us. And then they just wave the traffic through as they're cleaning up the bodies,
Yeah,
like it's nothing.
For me though, every time I'm stuck in traffic and like I'm there for 30 minutes and I get to the accident scene, I don't want to see like a fat cop in a poncho waving me on. It's like, go get the head from the woods. I want to see some stuff. I just waited 30 minutes.
Put it up on a pike.
Completely agree.
I don't know. I just want to see something sometimes. But
yeah, if I'm gonna have to stop, the thing is, people don't know what to stop for. There's just somebody pulled over on the side of the road, and I see brake lights. My horn, I cannot lean on it hard enough, long enough, and if someone steps on the brake at anything except a head in the street, I am on the fucking horn.
You're one of those, yeah.
Move. I don't. Driving out to Calverton yesterday, Danny just saw my rage.
There was a few times I had, that little handle inside the car, like where you can hang your
you got to hold on tight.
Sometimes the hand just went up there a few times.
Shit handle.
I feel bad.
Yeah, the whole
shit handle.
Shit handle. I feel bad because I'm trying to squeeze between some cars, so I might have to creep up on someone's bumper and then look over and see if I got enough room to slide into the other lane. And I noticed Danny grabbing that shit fucking handle.
I know it's not like I'm like because I'm sure you've been driving that car for a little bit now. I'm sure you know what you're doing inside of it.
Down.
But still, just the fact that it's not you driving the car, that's always going to be an issue.
I love when people work the imaginary pedals on their side of the floor. When someone's like, their feet are going for a brake.
You can hear the stomping. You can hear the stomping.
You hear them stomping on the floorboard. They're like holding the fucking dash like it's a steering wheel. They want dual controls.
My girl hates my driving.
Really?
Absolutely hates
you erratic?
I don't think so.
Yeah?
I brake a little too late.
Oh, is that it?
She hates
you're
that.
One of those?
But it's a New York thing. You don't see the problem with driving in New York, especially in Manhattan.
Don't let them in.
You can't leave any space between you and the car in front of you at all, because some asshole will attempt to get in. Even if you only gave them like 4 or 5 feet, they'll go for it.
Yep.
So then you take those driving skills everywhere else. In Philly, they don't drive like that. So she thinks, what the fuck? We're going to be in an accident.
That's why I hate driving and having people in front of me that are leaving a lot of room. Now, there could be traffic beyond them, and I know their mindset is, well, there's traffic, you can't go anywhere, there's traffic there. But every time a car pulls in front of them, they back off again, because they don't, and then another car, and before you know it, you're 20, 30 car lengths behind where you could have been, and now you're missing lights.
Right.
Now you're missing fucking lights. I can't deal with that on a daily basis.
Well, we got to move on to a video Colin Kane turned me on to yesterday. I don't even know what to think of this fucking rap guy, and I don't think Ant's seen it yet.
Ooh,
yeah. Can we get that really fast, Danny? It's quick.
Pull that up.
I'm intrigued.
How do we find it? What's the easiest way?
You can go to my Twitter if you want. You probably see the link right there. Or
Colin
your Twitter.
Kane.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that, and
Twitter.
a little plug for the
You like
Twitter.
that?
God, how smart are
That was
you?
smooth. That was
Twitter
smooth.
/ Colin Kane.
Where is it?
Probably the third one or something.
Well, look, it's right there. This? Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Oh, fuck.
The motherfucking rap sumo, YouTube, MySpace. You know what I'm saying? Niggas say said it don't be getting icy. You know. Yeah, dumb shit. Hey, my little dog Joker say Jesus piece around my neck and that protect me from my haters who be hating. Donkey rope, call me anything but bro. Nuggets. Yeah, we still got the stacks on deck. I mean, you know, that's just how it go. What my little dog there was, white man out, Fox. White man out, he know what I'm talking about, but you know.
No, I don't.
Dumb shit, man. Holla at me over. Set the boot around sumo. Fresh ass G, the weed is old. Yeah, that's how we rock. But holla at me though. Dumb shit. Fuck with me.
Yeah, exactly.
What the fuck was he saying?
That's why I didn't even want to explain it. I just wanted to play it for you. Can you imagine him in a job interview? You think he would get the job?
There's too many things to
I
start
know.
with.
Oh, the ghetto news story. Yeah, saw that.
Yeah,
perfect.
We got to cue that one up.
That
but,
is.
But basically, what we just saw was a extremely fat black gentleman.
Oh, this guy is
with an
fucking
old school
giant.
fade haircut.
Yeah.
No shirt on.
Mr. T Jewelry.
Mr. T Jewelry.
He really does have a Steve Harvey haircut, doesn't he?
Yes, he does. Kind of
Harvey.
looks like a very fat Mike Tyson.
He does.
He looks like Mike Tyson in the face a little bit.
Yeah.
And the video is labeled Sedibu So Icy.
I think that's his rap name.
His rap name is Sedibu Icy?
I think so, yeah.
Because he's got the ice there.
He was showing off the ice and the stacks.
Do you know what under his tits must smell like?
Yeah. He has his sister every morning just Swiffer. He just lifts up his waffle tit and just Swiffers that.
Swiffer under his tit. Because he has giant tits.
Those are tits.
Those are tits.
Yeah. They're giant. They lay down on what becomes his belly, and then he's got a double bunt that's split right at the belly button. 2 pockets of fat that go over his crotch region. He is extremely obese.
Sedibu So Icy. Doing well on the internet, though.
He's a fucking player. Look at him.
Oh, he has a bunch of fucking videos, huh?
It's one of those, when you first look at it, you don't know to say it just yet. You look at it and then you say, oh, there's a couple of things wrong with this. I don't know where to go. I mean, obviously the first is just the size.
Well,
but
the size, the look, and then you start listening to the sounds that are coming out of him. I can't even say words.
Well, he's bragging about having ice and stacks, but if you look in the background, it's one step above trailer homes.
Yeah. That home is on a stack. If you look in the back.
Stack of cinder blocks.
Yeah,
I think it's cinder
a
blocks.
trailer behind.
It could be a trailer, yeah.
It's great, too, because you don't see too many thugged out dudes in trailer parks. So that's kind of funny, too.
No,
if you think about that.
He's bragging about being the main guy in the trailer park.
I want to go around and just meet some of these dudes and just to interview them. That'd be just as like a show. I think that would be hysterical.
Yeah.
Just really,
if you lived through
Daniel
it.
Tosh does something like that. He shits on a lot of YouTube videos and he does his thing. But I think that would be a funny show to get the real.
Yeah, get the real story of
Yeah.
Sedibu So Icy.
I don't know what his deal is.
Go around and interview these YouTube people,
Did you see the rape video yet? Danny, that's the one you were talking about, right?
No, I have not seen the rape
Go with
video.
the long version where they set it up with the news story. There's 2 versions out there.
What is the rape video?
Well, I guess it was actually in the hood, in the projects. Mm-hmm. There was an attempted rape.
Oh, right.
And then
Yes,
a family member of the woman that almost was raped had a lot to say to the rapist on the news.
Very concise.
Yeah.
Very articulate.
You know that's not good when they let him talk.
No. But the news loves it. You know the news is just going, oh, look, we got gold here. We got gold.
Is that the short version?
No, this should be the long one.
Okay,
good. With the anchor intro.
Yeah.
Terrifying moments for a woman who woke up to a strange man in bed with her. The woman screamed. Her brother rushed in to help.
Yeah, you want to play it off disc? Because if you play it off disc, it'll...
Oh, you got it?
Yeah.
Do I have it in front of me?
You should.
Okay, I got it right here. Yeah, because that'll drive fucking people nuts out there.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Terrifying moments for a woman who woke up to a strange man in bed with her. The woman screamed. Her brother rushed in to help and tried to fight the offender off. That break-in happened early this morning in the 500 block of Webster Drive in Huntsville. WFF 48's Elizabeth Gentle caught up with the victim. Elizabeth, emotions were running high.
And Mark, the woman, the victim, tells us that a man broke into her house and tried to rape her. Her brother went in and he tried to help her out, but the man got away, leaving behind, though, evidence of his visit. Kelly Dodson was asleep with her little girl inside their apartment.
And you want to describe the scene here? Because this is a very visual thing happening.
Yes.
That's a typical news reporter setting up the story, and now they got to talk to the victim.
Yeah, I'm just picturing a scene from District 9. I see a ghetto type of apartment complex, housing complex. There's a lot of little chillins walking around. And this woman, I guess, is the one that had the attempted rape on her, is now going to describe what happened with her head going back and forth on her shoulders like a genie.
Well, she's excited.
Yes, very excited.
Yeah, I mean,
very angry.
She just got raped. She's excited.
Did she get raped?
No, it was
she
an
officially?
attempt. An attempt.
Oh, then why the news bother?
Yeah, because, you know why?
Why?
Because they talked to these people and said, we need to put them on television.
That's my favorite. Whenever they do the news interviews, there's always someone getting interviewed, and then there's like two thugs in the back. There's been like a double homicide. Some lady got shot in the face, and the dudes are in the back like, yo, just total disregard about what just happened.
Question them.
Yeah, that always,
Yeah, they might be right behind you.
I think you got the murderers.
Girl inside their apartment on Webster Drive when
I was attacked by some idiot from out here in the projects.
Dodson says her attacker used a garbage can to climb onto the unit's ledge, open the upstairs window, and then he got in bed with her.
He tried to rape me. He tried to pull my clothes off.
Dodson struggled with her attacker, knocking over items in her bedroom. Antoine Dodson heard his sister scream and ran to help.
Well, obviously, we have a rapist in Lincoln Park. He's climbing in your windows. He's snatching your people up, trying to rape them. So y'all need to hide your kids, hide your wife, and hide your husband because they're raping everybody out here.
The attacker got loose and went out the upstairs window, but he did leave something behind.
We got your T-shirt. You done left fingerprints and all. You are so dumb. You are really dumb. For real.
A crime scene investigator photographed and dusted for prints on the lid of the garbage can and the window pane and ledge. Dodson says he's never seen the perp before, but sends this warning to whoever is responsible.
You don't have to come and confess that you did it. We're looking for you. We gonna find you. I'm letting you know now, so you can run and tell that, homeboy.
The brother, by the way, is so gay.
You think he's
That's
a
why
gay gangster?
He could not fucking.
He's the homo thugs. You know the homo thugs.
Yeah,
He's a homo thug.
Yeah, homo thug. That's why he couldn't capture the guy.
Right.
He thwarted the rape by just walking in. But this guy ain't fucking.
He ain't catching
holding on
anyone?
to anybody.
No.
He's got a big red bandana on his giant Sam-like hair, and trying to talk thuggish with a Fire Island accent.
You don't think it's working?
No.
No.
He wasn't really. When he says we looking for you, I don't think the rapist is scared of that guy. Not him.
That video is huge today.
Yeah, that's a
huge.
biggie. God damn, it's just black people must just look at that and go, "Oh fuck, not again." We got another fucking leprechaun in a tree video.
You've heard the leprechaun.
That's,
leprechaun in the tree?
that's a great one.
I want the gold. I want the gold. Where the gold at? Where the gold at? It's like you know, there's like black guys that are going to work, supporting the family, just looking and going, "Oh fuck, here we go."
Have you ever heard the Miller guy?
Which one's that?
You've never heard the Miller guy?
I might have. Tell me a little more about him.
Because the leprechaun is played out. We've played that a million times. We might have a couple more plays left of this one. It was a politician down there. Where the fuck was it? Somewhere down south.
Louisiana, Mississippi.
It was something like Alabama.
Somewhere
It's all the
down
same.
Alabama.
You got
that
same
whole
state down
fucking
there.
coast that's covered with oil now. Anywhere where the coast is covered with oil is where we're talking about. And this guy taking on a very important issue, beer. Yeah, the politician was taking on beer and whether the alcohol level could be raised in some of the beer, whether it should be. A big debate.
But then he needed to kind of talk about beer, and he forgot.
Yeah.
He forgot the names of beers. But he has a friend that's going
But
to
he
help
has
him
a
out.
friend that's going to help him. He has a wingman right there. It's going to help him out.
Yeah, here it is, Travis. Go ahead.
Yeah, what's wrong with the beer we got? I mean, the beer we got drank pretty good, don't it? I ain't never heard nobody complain about the beer we have. It drank pretty good. Budweiser. What's the name of some of them other beers? Budweiser and what else? Miller. Coors. It drank pretty good, don't it?
That's a politician.
I love that guy. It drank pretty good.
Drank pretty good.
How did he get elected to anything?
Scary.
But what's some other beers we got?
The best part, he gave up after naming Budweiser.
He named one beer. Yeah, there's plenty of beers. They all drink pretty good. What are they?
Budweiser.
And I'm done. Master Brown. Old English ain't humming, my nigga. Strohs.
Corona with the lime.
They still sell the Strohs.
Modelo Negro. Carlsberg.
Look bad.
Ice House. Doesn't even make that anymore.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
But the guy can only name one beer.
Magic hat?
Magic hat?
Number 9.
That's a microbrew.
Peace, Wicked Ale.
Ah, shit. Bucket of Rolling Rock? That motherfucker.
Those little 8-ounce ones?
There's ponies? Budweiser ponies?
Splits.
Who didn't love the little ponies when you were growing up?
Yeah, those are
That
good.
was cool to just sit there in the woods and just pop and go.
What about
yeah.
about the bars that just gave you a bucket?
Bucket of ponies?
Yeah,
With
buckets.
ice?
Yeah.
In ice, you just order a whole fucking bucket.
Yeah, those were pretty good. Those
Nice,
those
right?
were just they drank pretty good. Those were they went down in seconds. You just chug them, gone. Next.
Well, speaking of black people, Ant, your favorite black person was on The View yesterday.
My favorite black person would be Patrice O'Neill.
Oh, really?
And I don't think he is.
Who's your second
on The
favorite
View.
black person?
All right. Let me think of that.
Number 1 was easy to name.
Patrice O'Neill.
Black Earl?
Then I don't know. I'm not a big fan of Black Earl. I have nothing against him.
You're not a fan.
I'm not a fan.
Why?
I have nothing against him. He could be one of the most annoying people I've ever had to deal with.
I kind of have to agree with you. We tried to be friends there for a while. And
I know. You were calling him. He was calling you. It was amazing.
And he is just really frustrating.
What's some of them other black people Anthony like?
You can't name your number 2.
Miller.
Cool.
You can't name a number 2? Patrice O'Neill and then who?
Old Spice guy?
Old Spice
Do you
guy.
even know another black guy?
I don't think I know another black person
Where you could put him in the second position?
where I could put him in position number 2. I know Patrice.
So if you have a falling out with Patrice, you don't have a guy that moves up to number 1.
No, I'm not every commercial that's on TV these days where you need the black guy, the Asian guy, and the white guy sitting watching football in some fantasy fucking house.
It was like when I went to college, they had those admissions, and like the beginning of the admissions video would be like a black dude feeding a white dude an apple on a bench. Just something so ridiculous.
Yeah, some
It was
unrealistic
horrible. Yeah.
fucking Benetton ad.
Showing how everyone's going to get along at this university.
It's fantastic.
Francine. And Kevin
Francine
from Connecticut, thank you.
Yes, but
Or Sam Roberts.
Sam Roberts, we don't quite know.
Well, he won't
the
admit
jury
that
is still
he-
out
he
on
has a
that
little
one.
black in him, but
Francine. See, but Francine's for a different reason. I would have had sex with Francine. You know, but now she's just she's funny and all.
all right. Can we play?
But,
can we play Boo Got Shot?
Boo got shot. Boo got shot.
You ever hear Boo Got Shot?
No.
Holy
This is
shit,
great.
Colin.
This is our African American.
This is our make fun
break.
of black people segment.
We should really be saving this stuff for February.
Yes. Well,
February's a long.
yeah, we'll do it again.
Let's do one more, and then
I
we'll
have a
move
feeling
on.
there'll be something to make fun of in February.
Yeah.
Then
I'm
we'll
just
move on.
putting it out there.
Well, we're just setting up what Obama said on The View. We're giving you examples before the Obama clip. So this kind of makes sense today. For Colin Kane, this is Boo Got Shot.
She was taking real bad news. Peaches, they got shot. I said, who? She said, Boo got shot. I said, oh my God. We just saw it. My sister had called somebody up here. She called my cousin Pumpkin just stay up there. She called her, and Pumpkin told her that she was on the phone with police. And Chichi, she had left out, and she went and got in her car, and she bailed out. And when she left out, then when I heard the gunshot again, and when I heard the gunshot, and I seen some boy had running the building over back that way. He ran that building, and I seen that car just flew off, and then I seen a long gun, a big old gun in the car.
End of story.
There you go. She was an eyewitness to the shooting. How many names could you name in that clip?
Pumpkin and Boo.
Mm-hmm. You got 2 out of the 4.
That was a cousin Pumpkin, right?
What makes me that too is black people always the first ones to make fun of us. Like their names like Kevin and like hello Kevin, but
Yeah.
it's better than LaQuanda or LaGuardia. They always try to say something like that.
You missed Peaches.
Peaches.
And I think there's a Pauline in there.
No way.
I think there's a Pauline.
That name
I
get
think
in
that's
there.
all the names. You got Boo,
Peaches, Pumpkin. I
Pauline,
like how the
and
way she said
Pumpkin.
Pumpkin. And my cousin, Pumpkin. Boo got shot. Boo. The Polly.
Well, anyway, Obama was on The View.
Yes, Obama on The View. Boy, this was really hyped up that he was going to do this. This, to me, is just blatant campaigning for trying to get the woman vote, I think. I think he wants to get the woman vote out there. He wants to get himself. Remember when he was campaigning, a lot of the black voters came out, women, young people came out for him. He's trying to recapture that for the midterm elections so the Democrats can hold on
to something.
To something, to anything.
It's even obvious to me that they're going to lose a lot.
They're going to lose some seats here.
Holy shit.
It's looking a little obvious that people are not happy with the way things are going here. He made a lot of promises. He campaigned well. I don't think he's doing very well as president. And this is just part of what he does best, which is campaign.
Right.
So he's being his charming self there on The View, talk with the View girls, sitting down, and I bet they were just lapping ass.
Well, they kept it light. Although I heard Elizabeth Hasselbeck, who I really dislike, I heard she held her own.
Did she?
I heard she held her own.
Did she ask the tough questions, as I like to say?
She talked about
the tough questions.
Talked about jobs.
Yeah,
he had an answer for it.
Blowjobs?
Yeah, blowjobs. They were talking about blowjobs
and Gurney.
And Gurney, right? Have you heard the Gurney thing yet?
I love that guy.
Oh, Jesus!
We got 8,000 things.
Just send me. We should just entertain him today.
We're doing a show for Colin Kane. That's it.
You have no idea that the fucking Obama got a blowjob from a gay guy in Gurney, Illinois,
and they did cocaine together.
Cocaine? Well, crack for Obama because he's a black guy, so the black guys do the crack, and then he did powder cocaine because he's a white guy.
For the white guy, compulsive liar, freak,
Can
weirdo
we play
guy.
this now? People are either going somewhere else or enjoying
Hey,
this.
whatever. Sit and enjoy, motherfuckers.
It's Friday. At least we're live. Travis.
It's Friday. At least we're live.
Yeah, you got to give me a couple minutes.
All right.
Let's give Travis a couple of minutes.
Well, I don't exactly know right where it is this second.
Why would
It's
you?
in your backpack, nerd. I'll just start turning on motherfuckers.
Damn, Danny picks it
Danny's
right
got
up.
it. This guy. No, hold on. What I love about this clip, I like to imagine that this guy is completely telling the truth, but no one will take him seriously.
It's being written off
he's
as a lunatic. Right.
Go ahead, Danny. This is his statement to the world.
My name is Larry Sinclair. I'm making this video and posting it on YouTube because of an incident involving myself and Senator Barack Obama between November 3rd and November 8th of 1999 in the Chicago, Illinois area. The mainstream media and Obama himself has done greatly to prevent this story from becoming public. During those time periods in 1999, I met Obama at an upscale lounge in Chicago, Illinois. After having a few drinks, Obama and I left in my limo, began to drink. Mr. Obama acquired powder cocaine for my use, crack cocaine for his use. I performed oral sex on Senator Obama, who at the time was a state representative for the state of Illinois. Mr. Obama knows these allegations to be true. I'm challenging Mr. Obama to come forth, be honest, stop claiming that his drug use is limited to his teenage years. 1999, you weren't a teenager. 1999, you were a state representative for the people of the state of Illinois. 1999, I performed oral sex on you in the back of my limo, as well as in my hotel room in Gurney, Illinois, 2 days later.
Gurney.
If you challenge the authenticity of this allegation, I challenge you to take a polygraph test, as I will submit to as well.
He's going to do that. Yeah.
These allegations are true and need to be told to the public. Let the public decide whether Mr. Obama is being forthright and honest. Thank you.
I think the public has decided.
Yeah, they decided a long time ago.
They decided this guy's a lunatic. How many visits by the Secret Service do you think this guy got? Fucking A. But like Obi said, imagine if it's completely true.
It's probably true.
And he's just sitting there like, but it's true. And no one believes him.
He knows it's true.
Yeah, he should have saved
It's
a mouthful.
Holy shit. Katie Kirk's not calling me. This is true.
Could have spit in a DNA test tube,
Right.
Figure it out.
I want to move, past YouTube. I need to be on. They need to be
well
on Fox or
as in
CNN
my
or
hotel
MSNBC.
room in Gurney, in Gurney, Illinois.
All right.
It's a great one.
All right, this is what Obama had to say on The View.
On The View.
Why would it be helpful, or why don't you say, I'm not a black president, I'm biracial?
Well, you know, when I was young and going through the identity crises that any teenager goes through, I wrote a whole book about this.
Yes.
Part of what I realized was that if the world saw me as African American, then that wasn't something that I needed to run away from. That's something that I could go ahead and embrace. And the interesting thing about the African American experience in this country is that we are sort of a mongrel people. I mean, we're all kind of mixed up. Now, that's actually true for white America as well, but we just know more about it.
So he's calling black people mongrel people.
Mongrel. Mulatto.
His
conglomerated mulatto mongrel race of people.
He kept it light on The View.
What?
He kept it light.
How did he do that?
Oh, I see.
See where I went with that? Do you see where I went?
That was very clever. You're clever.
I try my best.
You're really clever. Although he didn't know who Snooki was.
But then they're saying that's a controversy because
huge controversy.
In the past, he has acknowledged the fact that he does know who Snooki is.
Yeah, they had fun asking fucking Obama about pop culture, and
See what he knows.
He knew that what's her name there, Lindsay Lohan was in jail. He goes, "Yeah, I know about that." And then they asked him,
know anything about the Lady Gaga?
I don't know if they asked him about the Lady Gaga.
Lady Gaga.
They should have asked him about the Mel Gibson tapes.
Yeah,
that would have been great.
Have you ever been that angry at Michelle? Where you've just yelled at her like Mel Gibson?
And then when they asked about Snooki, he says, I don't know who she is. But then the news took that and said, well, a few months ago, he knew exactly who Snooki was.
Snooki.
He referenced her, I guess, at the White House or something.
That fat pig. That's all you got to say.
Are you attracted to Snooki, Colin Kane?
No, she's not my type. She's just a little slam pig. She's
a little fire plug shaped fucking mess.
A little.
Man.
Man.
What a disaster. She is a fucking
Did you watch
disaster.
the Jersey Shore?
No, I mean, I've seen 1 or 2 episodes just because when it came out, everyone's talking about it, so I checked it out, but I didn't see too much after that. You watched all the seasons? The first season?
I was all in because at first I'm thinking, what the fuck is this? But by the end, I missed the last 3 or 4 episodes. I gave up on it. Easy. It was an easy thing to give up on. But the new season started last night. We have audio. I don't know. You want to go through the audio of the fucking Jersey Shore in?
Well, it was the first episode, right?
You got Snooki introducing us to her new boyfriend and talks about tanning.
Let's hear some of this drivelly bullshit.
This gets Aunt really mad.
I hate
And actually,
reality shows anyway.
I'm with him, too. Because we don't know why these people are famous. I don't know why the Kardashians are famous. I don't know why the Jersey Shore people are famous. I don't know why they're more famous than us, I guess is what I'm trying to say. We've been at this for fucking a million years. They come on the scene less than a year ago, and they're international fucking stars.
Yeah, well, Kardashian,
nuts.
it's the looks. I mean, you know, they're
So they're just famous because they're really hot.
They're pretty, and there's a family, and they're all good looking.
And there's a celebrity angle to the parents.
Yeah,
and
they were in Hollywood.
Who's your favorite Kardashian, looks-wise?
I guess Kim.
Nah, I think the older sister. Kourtney?
She's got that kind of alien head. One of them's got a little alien head.
Really?
Kinda.
Who has the alien head?
She's got a big forehead. Looks like a...
Oh, I don't know.
Chloe.
Is it Chloe?
Well, Chloe looks like she might have had a different father, but they don't want to really fucking acknowledge that. Because she's an Amazon woman, a lot taller and a lot bigger.
Yeah.
And then the other girls are kind of petite with nice big boobs and stuff.
But
and Chloe has tiny little boobs, and she's an Amazon woman. And they don't want to... What, the mom doesn't want to acknowledge that she might have,
Yeah.
got pregnant by somebody else?
It's the show too, the way that the show came on and the way that what they talk about. People just they clamp onto that. You know, all these girls, they like that family, and they get a lot of
There's the Snooki.
Look
in a bathing
at
suit.
that fucking
This drives Anthony
disaster.
nuts.
Because she's coming off like she's sexy. And guys are even talking about it like, oh, well, here we got Snooki coming in. Look out. She's quite the wild one. Oh. She's a pig. Look at that bunt.
Nothing wrong with a little extra weight.
I gotta back up before we move on from Obama and The View. Thank you to Sarah from Buffalo, a regular to the show. Joy Behar asked him if he thought Mel Gibson needed anger management.
Oh, really?
Asked Obama, and this is such a bullshit answer. He said he hasn't seen a Mel Gibson movie in years. Come on.
Yeah.
And so he's not aware of that one. He's not aware of the Mel Gibson tapes.
Why do politicians
That's such bullshit.
have to lie about not knowing about certain things?
You
Like,
just
do
want to
they-
keep your distance from a sensitive topic.
Is it
I
like
guess.
you don't want people to think that you're spending time when maybe you should be, checking out the oil spill or the war or so? They think you shouldn't spend time knowing about things that are going on.
I want my president to be aware of the Mel Gibson tapes because the rest of the nation is.
Something tells me if you don't know about certain things, even if it's just some stupid entertainment thing, that means you're out of touch a little bit.
But
he's well aware.
But he's lying.
Yeah.
He's well aware.
That's what bothers me even more.
Of course he is.
He's lying because he doesn't want to get into it.
Yeah.
Sam.
Yeah?
How was Jersey Shore Season 2, Episode 1?
It was great. The kids are back.
Shut up.
What?
The kids are back.
Yeah, the gang is
Aren't
back
they all
in town.
pushing 30?
They are.
kids.
Yeah, they are.
They're not even kids.
No, they're all in their late 20s.
30s.
I think they're-
late 20s.
Late.
They're asking for a good amount of money now at season 2. I think each cast member. is
Season
ask-
3, they got
Excuse
it
me.
too.
I think they're asking for a good chunk of change each
Yeah.
cast member.
Which means Season 2 is really good. Or they would have said, go fuck yourselves.
They deserve it.
You watch Jerseylicious?
No, I'm still. I don't know.
And you watch Jerseylicious?
No, why would I? What is Jerseylicious?
It's on E. It's the Jersey Shore ripoff show.
Is it?
Got some Jersey girls working in a salon.
How did Jersey get fucking like famous? Jersey was just known for smelling when you drove down the fucking turnpike, for and for getting beat up by ethnics that would cut you in a Great Adventure.
Really, that would happen?
Well, no, never.
Oh.
I was never online at Great Adventure to get on a ride and cut by a fucking gang of Somalians.
Oh, I thought you meant
pirates.
cut.
No. They
Razor
cut, they
blade.
cut in line. But then if you argue, yes, you will get cut.
You will get cut as
yes,
they're
it's the
cutting you.
cut and then the cut.
Right, I got you.
Yeah. Here they come, Somali pirates. Oh, boy, I'll never get on this roller coaster.
I haven't been to a park in a long
Why
fucking
bother?
time. An amusement park?
Do you go on, Anthony?
No, I
Oh.
don't even go. All I go to
No.
is Disney. It's the happiest place on earth. And they don't allow
Until someone
shenanigans.
dies, and then they fucking have to
They just hose it down.
Hose down the blood.
Open the ride back up an hour later.
Yeah.
Never happened here. It's the happiest place on earth. Right where someone dropped dead, there's fucking Mickey, dancing around, signing little autograph books for kids.
Right.
There's a fucking chalk outline getting all smudged from Mickey's big shoes.
You think the police are dressed as like Daffy Duck? And
No, they're just like Keystone Cops.
Oh, Keystone
and
Cop.
They're twirling their batons and,
But actually
and
they're-
walking funny like Charlie Chaplin.
But actually, they're investigating the latest fucking
Yeah.
death at Disney.
They bend over, they put one hand on their hip and bend over and look at the dead guy and shake their finger at him. You? Yes.
I heard this story.
Oh, it's the happiest place on earth.
I heard this story. This keep the music going for this story. It's very poignant. This girl got lost at Disney, and the mom went to security and goes, I lost my daughter, and they're like, what color shoes is she wearing? Because there's so many kids. She's like, oh, she's got a red shirt. So basically, they looked on cameras that are on the ground, low to the ground, and all they saw was a dude with a big jacket overcoat and then just two legs dangling in between his legs.
Get the fuck
he was,
out of here.
he was bear hugging this girl, ready to run out the gate at Disney.
Holy shit.
Yeah, creepy, right?
Wow.
And they were able to stop him.
Yep. I think she was wearing Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle sneakers. And
They have like fucking foot cam?
Yep. Dude, they have everything.
That's
It's Disney.
amazing.
They got
I
it.
know,
They
I
have
know.
everything.
I've always wanted to take that behind the scenes tour. Did you take that, Travis, ever?
No, I want to, though.
Yeah, it takes like hours to do. It's like a whole fucking day you
that.
spend in the bowels of Disney to
Why
see
would you
how the
wanna do
rides
that?
work. Because like it shows you the engineering behind it, and it's an entire fucking city underneath that park.
Did you get to check out the morgue?
Where they keep the dead people that have died at Disney,
Yeah.
and they don't want anyone to know.
Yeah.
Like that Asian guy that was standing too close to the Columbia, which is this little sailing ship that goes around Tom Sawyer Island at Disneyland. And they went to hook the rope on the cleat, and the boat was going a little too fast.
Ripped
it
the
grabbed
cleat
the
out.
cleat, and the rope fucking stretched, and bam, the cleat came out and whipped him square in the head and just knocked his head, half his fucking head off. And you know what they did? Hose it down. Keep the Columbia
Ride's
rolling.
closed for an hour.
That's it.
Wow.
Right, yeah. There's Mickey at the front of the line on that sign with, "We've had a death." Ride closed due to death. Check back in an hour.
There's an urban
Get
legend.
your fast pass.
As soon as they see a black family going to Disney, they raise the fucking admission fee.
Do they?
Mm-hmm. So that doesn't happen again.
So it doesn't happen again?
Yeah.
Opie, why don't you go on the rides? Why don't you go on the rides?
I got a weak stomach there, Colin. Thanks for bringing it up.
No, me too. I'm not. I don't.
No, I go on rides.
I'm not
I
roller
actually do
coaster
go
guy.
on rides. I'm not a roller coaster guy at all. I don't need to be terrified that badly.
Yeah, I agree. I went to Busch Gardens. I was in Florida working a couple months ago, and I said to myself, you know what? I'm just going to face my fear and get on this roller coaster. I haven't been on
Holy shit.
20 years. And I went on. I just said, I'm just going to do it. The whole way up, it's little kids and families inside. I'm just dying. And
You're just fucking anxious and
I
nervous.
was with this girl, and I hopped
freaking-
on there, and then all you see is the picture of they take when they come down. You see everybody's hands in the air, and I'm just huddled down. It was the worst feeling. I was
Can't even look.
No.
You're like,
Butterflies.
I just always think I'm dying.
Yeah.
Like I can't.
When do you ever feel that feeling besides that?
I never. It's just like I get, if I get on a roller coaster like that, I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna be the one that just drops dead on this ride, and they're gonna have to take me off, and fucking, it's just gonna be awful.
We have a guy that went behind the scenes.
Oh yeah,
Tony on Long Island. Tony.
Hey, yeah.
Hey guys, what's going on?
You say Disney behind the scenes. It's creepy. Why is it creepy?
You start to realize the Florida Disney Park, Walt Disney World, was the second revision, and some of the stuff that they did is kind of bone chilling. Like if you go down Main Street, they always tell you if you want to get an advantage in the park, walk to the left because God knows who figured out that if you leave humans to themselves, left or right, they're going to go to the right. So all the parks to the right are all the curbs to the right are wider, so more people can go through them. And you just start to see these really weird kind of these really weird trends that happen. Like I took a Disney cruise a couple years back, and if you've ever done a cruise, they always try to hit you up with doing photos. And
Let's say hi to Aaron in Texas. Aaron.
I knew it.
Aaron, how are you, sir?
I like I was rambling.
Good. It was back in 96, 97. Me and my girlfriend and with my wife at the time and her family, we all went to Orlando. And while we were at Universal Studios, we heard that a guy was working on the High Line, and he basically fell to his death. Well, a couple of days later, we went to Disney World, and we found where he fell, and it was a part of a fountain, and apparently they painted it but didn't put paint. They just had everything roped off saying wet paint.
Wet paint.
They already were painting over
Because the
it.
guy was fucking splattered.
Steve in Massachusetts. I've heard this one
Yes.
before. We've talked about this on the show before. Go ahead, Steve.
Hey, what's up, fellas?
Hey, man.
Hey, my sister works at Disney. She's been working in the park for the last, 7 years. Nobody has ever been declared dead in the park.
I think that's
won't
urban
allow
legend.
them to actually die. They will, if someone's, in the middle of dying, if they're, 5 minutes away, they'll, throw them out of the park like they're a fucking drunk person in, a gangster movie at a club.
Dude, I think that...
Is that an urban legend?
I think it's an urban legend.
I've heard they try to drag you off the property so you could die.
And that, yeah, but I mean...
property grounds.
There was a kid that died in that Mission Mars thing, and he died at Disney. There's no fucking... Yeah, I heard they throw them in the ambulance, and whether they're dead or not, they don't declare them dead until they get to the hospital, but I don't... I think that's urban myth.
All right, why don't we move on to the Jersey Shore thing? So, Sam, it was a good first episode, season 2?
For fear of bad publicity, Disney has
you got
Disney
this?
Resort listed as a place of death on the death certificate. To prevent this from happening, Disney has 2-tier process for handling serious. Now, is this true?
We don't
First, a
know.
quick response team, always ready, out of public view, rushes to the scene and spares no expense to either stabilize the injured individual or get him or her to an ambulance ASAP. If there is no hope or the team arrives too late, the problem is dropped into the park's underground pneumatic system and quickly, unceremoniously ejected onto Harbor Boulevard. Okay, that's fucked up. That's fake.
It has to be.
A pneumatic system.
The ground floor of Disney is all underground.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's not necessarily false.
They would just
like they probably do take him to like the ground floor. Or, whoever died. But I've never read an article that says he was pronounced dead at Disney.
I think the little kid that died on that Mission to Mars thing.
Yeah, I don't know.
It spun his fucking little heart stop. His little heart just stopped. They spun him too quickly.
Here's Scott in Jersey. We want to get a little feel for the behind-the-scenes tour. Maybe Scott will help us out. Scott.
The other guy didn't.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hey, man.
Hey, underneath Disney is a complete city. They have roadways and everything for all their vehicles and security to just travel back and forth with cars and trucks and everything under there.
Oh yeah,
I want to see that.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
Why don't they show it?
I don't think that's possible.
Did you go down there?
I did not.
How do you know about this?
Hearsay.
Very good family member of mine.
Is Goofy
down in Florida in law enforcement and has been down there.
No, it's all true. There's videos of it online. Yeah.
Of the underground city?
There's Disney official videos of... Yeah, because Walt Disney didn't want kids seeing, like, you know, Mickey Mouse walking somewhere or, like, some guy that works in Tomorrowland in Frontierland, you know? So the entire underneath of Disney all branches out to all different parts of the park. Ooh. So all the cast members... The employees.
Cast members.
So Mickey could just pop out instead of having to walk through the entire park to go.
Exactly.
Go to a section.
Trudging. Get out of my way.
So that's why you never see anyone where they're not supposed to be.
I think that's real.
Very tricky.
All right.
That Walt.
We're going to take a break. We got Jackie the Joke Man joining the program
Yes.
next. Also, Homeless Mustard should be here in a little bit. We're going to get an update from him. Supposedly 90 days sober and playing his first gig this weekend. We'll see what's been going on in his life. And we got to bring Oscar the intern back on the show.
All right.
What a hit from this morning.
Let's do that as well. But first, I think we got Boo got shot with the translation because it was hard to translate what she was saying.
Translation.
Check this out.
She was taking real bad.
It appears the young lady was trembling from nervousness.
Peaches, they got shot.
Someone has been wounded.
So who?
I inquired as to who the victim was.
Ooh, she said, Boo got shot.
Boo has suffered a gunshot wound.
Boo got shot.
Boo has become the victim of another violent crime.
I said, oh my God.
Oh me, oh my.
We just saw it. My sister had called somebody up here.
My sibling telephoned another relative.
She called my cousin Pumpkin to stay up there.
In fact, it was my cousin Pumpkin who lives in this very same community.
She called her, and Pumpkin told her that she was on the phone with police.
Pumpkin was already on the phone with the local authorities.
And Chi-Chi, she had left out.
Chi-Chi had already departed.
She went and got in her car, she bailed out.
She found her vehicle and put it in reverse.
And when she left out, then when I heard the gunshot again.
As she was departing, a shot rang out, piercing the cold night air.
And when I heard the gunshot and I seen some boy had running the building over back that way.
Apparently, the perpetrator was seeking cover behind a local building.
He ran that building.
It was that building over there.
And I seen that car just flew off.
I saw the car depart with a rapid acceleration.
And then I seen a long gun.
I saw a firearm of substantial caliber.
A big old gun in it.
I mean substantial caliber.
The boy was in the back seat. He had a big old long gun.
In fact, it was the gentleman in the back seat who had the firearm with the extended barrel.
This is the Opie and Anthony Show. Sirius XM.
He's insane. Colin Kane in studio.
He knows how it works.
Colin, you promoting anything?
Comics, August 12th. I'll be there.
All right, and with that, Jackie the Joke Man has entered the studio. Let's make believe he wasn't in here for 5 minutes.
Trying to do a little theater.
Ruining the whole thing that's supposed to come off sounding spontaneous.
And then he walks in as we came back, which is very strange.
Yeah.
That's the way to do it, though. You want the guests to arrive as you go back live on the air.
Well, I'll tell you what happened. You said, how are ticket sales at Trump Marina? And I said, I don't ask. And you know what happens? At some point, you start doing comedy or show business, and you think that there's a a certain level where you've made it. In your mind, you think that there's gonna be that level. And when I met Rodney and got lucky enough, Rodney invited me to go with him. Rodney Dangerfield invited me to go with him to Las Vegas. And if anybody had made it, I mean, it's like 1980. I mean, he hadn't done all his movies yet, but he was already an icon. Sure. So there's a guy who's made it. Bob Hope, Rodney Dangerfield. Here's a guy who's made it. Excuse me. And we go to Las Vegas, pull up in the limo. I mean, it couldn't have been more big time. We walk into the Aladdin Hotel. The first thing the guy does is runs to the box office to find out how sales are. And I said, I'm telling you, it was the biggest epiphany. I was like, it never ends. You know what I mean? Here's Rodney Dangerfield. If anybody should not care if he sold a ticket or not,
it would be Rodney.
It would be Rodney.
But he ran right to the box office to get the number.
Big gas shortage right then. It was 1980. There used to be lines around. You guys weren't born yet. There was lines around the block to get gas.
That.
There's nobody in the goddamn town. And he's all concerned about ticket sales. And that's, I said right then, I said, I don't want to worry about this the rest of my life.
Yeah.
You think at some point somebody's going to say, all right, you've made it. No more worries about ticket sales.
Sure.
You know, it just doesn't happen.
You're constantly, trying to figure out if you're there yet.
Right.
Joan Rivers was talking about that same thing, where she continues to worry about how many people, are going to be at the show.
It's ridiculous.
But
and I know. I have a gut feeling I've sold like dozens of tickets.
Could be tens of tickets. So what do? You just go in there, and then if there's a good crowd, you fucking feel good. If there's not a good crowd, you do your show.
You blame the promoter. You say
blame,
that fucking asshole.
You try to figure out who to fucking blame.
Yeah, exactly.
God bless a bad economy,
Yeah.
Got all those excuses
you could always
in the back
blame
pocket.
Christina Aguilera canceled her whole tour. We're suffering one night. Relax, lighten up,
Actually, tickets across the board way the fuck down.
Yeah.
No one's going to shows like they used to.
Right, and there's nobody in Atlantic City, but there will be people in Atlantic City Saturday night.
Yes.
Because there's a big show at Trump Marina.
At the Shell at Trump Marina. That's a good room.
That is such a great room.
I saw Bob Kelly there. It's a good room.
600 people, and it's small and nice little box and great sound system. And I just love it.
Yeah, it's good.
You gamble at all?
You know what? I don't gamble and I don't drink.
You used to drink, though, right?
Oh, Jesus Christ. I used to drink so much that I used to forget that I didn't gamble. But I have a great time.
What was your poison when you were drinking?
Yes.
Just everything?
That's it.
I was a beer drinker, Budweiser drinker. I mean, on the Stern Show, they went on and on and on about how many Heinekens I drank.
Yeah, right.
And I never drank a Heineken.
But they were the sponsor.
Starting in 1985, I realized that I can't drink and do my act because that's going to be too crazy. Luckily, because I quit drinking.
Wait, 85 you were done?
No. But I'm saying in 1985, I realized I shouldn't drink on stage. Okay. And thank God, because if I had been drinking on stage, that means when I quit drinking, I would have had to relearn show business. But I quit drinking in 1985. So since 1985, I've drank water out of a beer out of a beer bottle on stage, like the Pied Piper, lead them into the sea, right?
Yeah.
And it was really funny because I drink beer and drink. And then when we switched to Heineken, when they started promoting me as the big Heineken guy, I'd be up there with a Heineken bottle full of water. And the first night I worked at Rascals, drinking Heineken out of a beer bottle, out of water out of a Heineken bottle. Mark from Rascals came up and said, Jackie, normally when you're here, we sell 2 bottles of Heineken. He said, we sold out all 4 cases. He said, those people should be paying you a fortune because when people drink Heineken, because you're drinking Heineken, the next night when they go out, they drink Heineken again because they're drinking Heineken with Jackie the Joke Man. I never got anything out of it. But it'd be funny because I drink Heineken, and then I'd do Stump the Joke Man, and I'd have the girl bring me a light beer. But I'd really be drinking beer. People are like, wow, you switch from... And so once in a while, somebody in the front go, how come there's no foam in that?
Yeah.
But it's power suggestion. I don't be up there drinking a Perrier,
right.
So I'm up there pounding down the water, and it's
That's
little
what
theater.
people expected. Yeah.
But I was a Budweiser guy. I drank Jack Daniels and beer in the 70s, and then I went to Budweiser in the 80s, and then Bud Light in the 90s. So in my mind, I was tapering off.
Over 3 decades.
And I swear that's a true story.
You gotta do those things slowly.
Slowly. I used to drink
years.
Jack Daniels, but that shit'd kill you, man.
Yeah, that
just
literally.
kill you.
Man.
I mean,
Rot your shit.
every so often a nice Jack and Ginger or something like that tastes good. But,
just to change it up. You know that Anthony's got kegs in his house now.
Stop
yeah,
it.
I wound up getting.
You have one of those refrigerators with the tap in it?
It's not a refrigerator with a tap. I have a bar that has. If you go
kegerator?
into any bar, it's the same thing. The big stainless steel doors that open up and the kegs, full-size
Excuse me,
kegs.
aren't we successful? Aren't we successul,
You know,
Tony?
when you're able to get a few things you wanted, but as a kid.
How many
I always
vices do you
wanted
have?
Kegs.
But he gets two. He gets Guinness.
I got Guinness and Bud Light.
And Bud Light.
So you
on
not just
tap.
have a tap, you have a choice.
Yeah, you got a couple of choice up there, and then
I hail that. I have no vices. I go to the Cannes Film Festival every year. I can't afford it, but that's my only vice. I don't buy Coke. I don't go out and drink. I don't have expensive taste, so I do. You know, you do something for yourself.
That's your thing? You like checking out the films?
Yeah, well, I'm sneaking into the film business. I'm doing
Are
a
you?
good job. My manager's with me, John Starbuck, and we are doing everything. We are great guns. I got 2 films booked. The film where I was making out with Florence Henderson finally is coming out.
Shit.
I'm French kissing Florence Henderson. She licks mustard and ketchup off my face. Venus in Vegas, and it's a fun movie. There's a lot of stars in it. We did the movie years ago. And now the people are big. Jamie Presley, Donald Faison, you know, people that just did a movie, and then all of a sudden it'll sell a DVD, you know. And it's fun doing movies, you know. It's goofy.
It's
I
gotta be
lost 50 pounds. I'm
different.
ready
I know,
for my.
look at
I'm going to
you.
be rich in time to die.
Yeah, what'd you do? Diet or you're working out or something?
Riding a bike, swimming, walking on the beach, on the treadmill, and I stopped eating pizza and bread and stuff like that. And I lost more than 50 pounds. I'm in the greatest shape of my life. It's
But you miss the pizza. That's the problem. You miss
you know
the
what?
shit you give
Forget
up.
pizza. If I go to dinner and the waiter puts down the thing of bread,
Yeah.
I tell the people with me, I say, "You gonna eat, drink? Are you gonna eat any of that? Because if you're not, get
rid
it
of
out of you."
Get it out.
I'm telling you, a piece of bread looks like chocolate cake. If you're not eating carbs, I'm not kidding. It's like,
You do crave it.
Throw some butter on that. Yeah.
shut up.
I know, it's terrible. It really
Want to get
is
some
bad.
right now?
Booze is so funny. God.
Yeah, it's.
But Ann goes through the kegs quickly, too.
Well, I have a lot of parties at my house, too, so.
You like to entertain.
Whether I'm there or not.
It's not like I get a lot of invitations. Yeah, I have that disease too. You know, hey, there's a party at your house.
Jackie
Jeez,
would
I
go to
wish I was-
he would go to your house, eh?
Well, I don't drink. I'm a drag.
Yeah, but he's got a
you know,
pool.
I
He's
got
got
people
a
that don't drink
jacuzzi,
come over
he's got
every so often.
topless girls.
I'm there.
Jimmy doesn't drink.
It's sort of like turning into a Playboy mansion, sort of.
It's
Slowly but
for-
surely.
This summer has been exceptional as far as the parties go, but
But people coming and going at his house all the time.
I do look though, like as we sit here, I have security cameras up that I could see at my house and see who comes over.
See if there's anybody worth going home for.
Yeah, exactly. You know, I zoom in on some of the chairs and lounge chairs, see who's there. Like, oh, great.
How many people have an open invite to your house? They
there's-
could show up anytime.
There's
at
quite
this
a
point.
few. There's probably
Couple
a dozen
dozen?
or so. Yeah, about a dozen can show up and just, nice day. They want to go in the pool. What the fuck?
That's fun.
Not in my house. They just go in the backyard. They got everything they need. The cabana's got a pisser and shitter in it, so.
Yeah, I live on the Sound. I got an outdoor shower, and I'm like, come over. I don't have to be there. You know, walk on the beach, swim out to the float. You know, have a good time. I like when people use it.
You got a float?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to love that when my grandma had a house in Wading River. Having the raft in the middle of the fucking Sound.
When I was
Not in
like
the middle, but a couple
5
hundred
years
yards out.
old, there was a float out on Long Island Sound. I go to my uncle's, we'd swim out to the float. So years later, you got a few bucks.
Gotta get a float.
My wife at the time, Nancy Sirianni, she commissioned a float. And Carl Tinker West built me a float and a tank, a huge metal tank that'll cook 100 lobsters at a time. And if you look on Google, Carl Tinker West, he was Bruce Springsteen's first manager and told him not to sign with Bill Graham. I mean, I got the most ridiculous stories that mean
And
absolutely nothing.
he's the guy that made the big
Made the
100th
float.
lobster, the Holocaust fucking lobster tank.
It's a baby coffin.
You can't
know?
cook the lobsters out in the float, right?
No,
All right,
that's
it's two
crazy.
different things.
You're two completely
I want
unrelated.
to know about the float. Is it a boring float, just a bunch of planks, or you got something going on out there?
You know, although one time we had a party and there was a guy out there in a tuxedo serving shots. During one of our parties, this friend of ours said, "Listen, we got to perk this party up," and he's out there in a full tuxedo, sweating his balls off, making shots, vodka with caviar in it. I think it's some kind of stupid shot. You guys, I don't know.
I think
well, there was also we remember the famous jetty.
Well, that's the jetty.
The jetty.
Wait, what's the jetty story?
The jetty is Robin, who's a black woman who knows nothing about swimming or the beach, referring to a float in the middle of Long Island Sound as a jetty.
The jetty.
And every year we'd launch the jetty. We'd push it down. We'd have hundreds of people and push the jetty and eat lobster. I used to serve lobster to 200 people. They'd eat lobster till they puked, and then Howard would go on the air and tell everybody how cheap I was.
Every summer,
that great?
I still meet people like, oh, you cheap bastard. How you doing, you cheap bastard? You know.
I think Howard's the cheap one.
Nah.
He should have kept paying you.
I ain't going there. But,
every summer, though, I'd hear about that fucking jetty story.
And the stories were endless. It got lost. One day,
it floated away.
About 15 years ago, it was so cold that the Long Island Sound actually froze, and that happens very rarely. Mm-hmm. And in those days, I didn't used to bring it around. I just left it out for the winter. And what happened is when it started to melt, the huge sheet of ice, however big, broke off and went out, and it took with it the jetty with the anchor. I mean, because it was so huge. And also, I used to go down in the winter and smoke a joint and look out at my stupid float, and it wasn't there. I'm like, Jesus Christ! So I came in and I said, listen, I want to make an announcement. And they always broke my balls. I said, listen. If anybody happens to be out on the Long Island Sound, my float's missing, and you can't miss it because there's a ladder. And they made, you jerk, what are you, an idiot, wasting our time? What do you think? Blah, blah, blah. I'm telling you, 5 minutes later,
someone found the float.
Gary comes in and says, Howard, the Nassau County Police boat just called. Because they're out on the Sound. There's nothing on the Sound in the winter.
Yeah.
So they got the eyeglasses. They spotted it. They found my float.
They dragged it back.
Pulled it around.
Nice.
I went over and got it at the Oyster Bay Marina. Gave everybody, cassette tapes. It was like a typical stupid Jackie thing that made me no money, and it was hysterical.
We always found my grandma's float down the beach. A mile or two, you always found it.
Right, because you don't have a big enough anchor.
Sometimes you drag it back, other times like
sometimes a little busted up.
Yeah, we'll build a new one. What the hell?
Yeah, get your hammer and nails out.
Yeah,
North Shore
the
and South
Amish.
Shore.
The Amish.
Yeah. Do it yourself. North Shore and South Shore are so different as far as even people go. You get that South Shore mentality of Long Island and the North Shore. So goddamn different. The Sound and then the Great South Bay. You get the Bay Shore. We were talking about Bay Shore chicks before with the big hair. And
it's unbelievable what a different world it is. It's, 20 miles from North Shore to South Shore?
Long Island Expressway just cuts it in half.
The Expressway's like the Mason-Dixon line.
We never went south of Long Island Expressway. That was like another country for us.
Oh, my cousin's husband refused to acknowledge that there was anything south of Jericho Turnpike. But the sand down there is so fine, and people come up to the North Shore and they're like, how can you walk on these rocks? And meanwhile, you go, I can still remember going to Jones Beach for 4 days. You're trying to get the sand out of your balls. You know what I'm talking about?
Like powdered sugar down there.
Right.
And then, up on the North Shore, you had these prehistoric fucking horseshoe crabs and rocks and all kinds of shit.
I forgot about those
scare
things.
the crap out of me. It was like something from fucking...
Yeah, why do they continue to survive, those horseshoe crabs?
I think they've been around longer than... They're like cockroaches, And they're always screwing. You always see them connected,
one hump and the other.
Like a daisy chain.
What else are you going to do?
Awkward-looking little creature.
Horseshoe crab.
Growing up, though, on Long Island, it was a lot more wildlife. I remember growing up and just seeing fucking... You go into the woods and there's snapping turtles and fucking newts and chameleons and all kinds of other fucking... like Africa.
Well, because it's the woods, it's great. You ever read about it, like Center Island, Bayville? They used to be, in the 1800s. I'm not talking about in the 1200s. In the 1800s, there were bobcats and bears and all kinds of stuff. I would love to see that stuff.
You got to think there's one still around somewhere.
I'll tell you,
a stray bobcat's got to be out there.
My sister-in-law came up with the 3 kids last week, and all of a sudden, her 18-year-old son, I don't know him that well, and he's a real nice kid. He comes upstairs. Now, he's never been in my house before. And he's down in the basement. My doors are open, and I got a cat door, And he goes, there's a possum downstairs. Oh, shit. And I'm like, I'm thinking, this kid's a little wacky, because I've lived in Bayville for 40 years. I've never seen a possum, let alone had one in my house. And I'm thinking, well, this kid's a little wacky. And now my cat, Jake, looks like a cat. It looks like a tiger. It's a bad mistake. And I said, are you sure? He said, no, there was a possum right at my feet, like, 1.5 feet long. And I'm thinking he's wacky. And 2 days later, I walk downstairs. There's a possum in my house.
In your house?
I don't know how the hell it got in, whether it came in through the cat door or if there's some kind. But a possum. I mean, what are the
Probably
odds?
the cat door, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I got fucking raccoons
Wait,
now.
but how did
in
we
my
get
attic.
the possum out first? And then we'll move on.
The point is, I don't know if it's still down there. I saw it once. Yeah,
was it like a basement kind of thing?
Yeah, it's my
Unfinished
basement. No, it's not a finished basement, but it's pretty nice. It's got rugs. Is where I do my laundry and do
So
my
you just left
mailing.
it down there.
Yeah, and if I see him again, then I'll put a trap down there and catch him and set him loose.
Because Ant's got the raccoon problem.
Yeah, I got raccoon problem at my house. Guys came in to fix my air conditioning, and they come down and they go, "You got raccoons living in your attic." I'm like, what the fuck? How did they
And
get in
workmen
there?
don't like to work if there's a they're scary raccoons.
No, raccoons can be really nasty. So now there's traps on the outside of my house.
Have you seen them since we talked about it on the air?
No, these fucking things know that there's a trap set. I don't
They're
know how
smart,
they figured
man.
it out. The first night that he set the traps, I go out before I'm going to bed. I figure, let me go out and check the traps. So I go out and I see glowing eyes in the trap. I go, fuck, that was fast. I walk up.
It's
There's a poor little Opie going, you son of a bitch. A little cat in the trap. I'm like, you dumb little shit. So now I got to figure out how to open this thing up, and I let him out and then reset it again. And since then,
nothing.
Not hide nor hair of any of those fucking raccoons.
You know, my house, I expanded the kitchen, knocked down a wall, and chopped off a piece of the house and put a big picture window. But while the guy was doing that, there was a time where the house was totally insecure and had a big piece of canvas hanging there, right? So anything could go in and out. But, you know, you're doing construction. One night I came home from a gig. It's like 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm stoned. I walk in. I sat down in my hallway, and my kitty comes over, and I'm playing with my kitty, and I knew it was late, and I had a roommate at the time, this guy Kevin Kelly, my dear friend. I go, Kelly, I know it's late, but, you know, I just want to tell you I love you, man. You know, I'm hanging down here with Jake. He says, what are you talking about? I said, yeah, you know, just hanging. He goes, what do you mean? What do you mean you're with Jake? I said, I'm here with Jake. He goes, well, then what's on my... There was a raccoon on his bed. because it was just a canvas. The animals were coming. He freaked out. And we chased them like two little girls were like hiding from it. And oh, man, it was the greatest.
You ever deal with bats?
I've never
bats
had to
will
deal.
freak you the fuck out.
There ain't many things they really give me the willies.
Yeah,
and there's lots of bats in Bayville, but I haven't seen any in a while.
We used to get a bat in our house in Huntington all the time.
Oh, they are so...
And I used to
just
sleep
about dusk when you see them doing those bat moves.
They're
Like, oh, look at
really
that bird.
prehistoric.
I used to sleep on my couch a lot in Huntington, and one was circling over my head all night. I didn't even know it.
It got
until
in the
morning.
house?
Yeah, until morning. I had this feeling that something wasn't right while I was sleeping, and sure enough, in the morning, it was because now it's daylight. It's just in the corner hanging out. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. Then we took the fire extinguisher. And it was one of those powder jobbers, and it completely destroyed my kitchen trying to, because they say...
And the bat's fine.
Well, they say if you hit it with the fire extinguisher, it mellows out.
CO2
and then,
one, not a chemical.
And then you could get it outside. But I didn't know it was a powder fucking fire extinguisher. And as soon as I shot it, it was too late to turn back. So I'm like, oh, fuck it, might as well keep going.
Well, that's what I want is fire
Powder all
extinguisher
over
powder
everything.
in my
Powder.
kitchen.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
It'll
because
never go away.
That'll be easy to get rid of.
It never goes away. You live on the beach like that. You swim a lot? Do you
That's
you ever
how
go
I
out
lose. I swim and swim and swim. I swim like
in the Sound.
Yeah, like a half mile a day. I
creepy?
Why? Why is it creepy?
Monsters under there.
It
in
is
water.
so beautiful.
Scared of sharks.
I swim from May till November. It's like it's incredible.
Are you-
Once in a while you see a horseshoe crab or
Do you see sharks out there?
I don't even
You don't
like.
see nothing. The fish jump like crazy, especially
See
right
that?
now. It's August. The
Creeps
snappers.
me out.
You know what would really creep you out if you're creeped out by the water? I guess growing up on the North Shore, I know we used to get drunk and go swimming, but I never saw this when I was a kid. So I don't know if it's a new phenomenon or whether it's just something we didn't notice.
Go ahead.
But I come home late at night. Every time I get home, whether it's 11 o'clock or 4 in the morning, I go put on my bathrobe and go down and take a naked swim. I just do it. It's the
Chrissy from Jaws.
And I come back and
it's fucking.
I take a
nighttime.
hot shower and you sleep like a baby. But when you go swimming at night, not every night, but almost every night, as you swim, there's fluorescent
Oh, the
jellyfish.
phosphorus.
And
that's gotta be cool.
Remember when Tinkerbell would go like this, and then there'd be like the sparkles? It's like it's either sparkles, but sometimes it's globs, like the size of like a marble or a tennis ball, because they're they're jellyfish that when there's movement in the water, they get fluorescent, but it's beautiful. And when you're swimming, and it's like with each stroke it lights up. It's beautiful. But to somebody who's a little freaked out by what's in the water, they'd be like, get me out of here.
I think Jackie's getting the good pod, is what I'm.
No, come to my house. You know, I say that to people, and they tell me I'm possum and fluorescent. Yeah, good.
I'm gonna knock on your doors. I'm gonna knock on your door someday.
I would love you guys to come over and go.
Now the main road to Bayville, right? Do you go left or right?
Listen to you.
You go over the bridge, you go left.
That's what I thought. Okay. And then you go to the right. What's the gated fucking community with that little island?
Oh,
way down.
That's where I ride my bike. That's Center Island.
That Center Island is fucking gorgeous.
Rupert
It's in the middle of nowhere.
Rupert Murdoch owns the house that my brother's high school girlfriend used to live in. We used to get stoned and ride the dumbwaiter in the house. Billy Joel lives there. You know, I got to start. I'll make this story
I would
quick.
rather live left, by the way, because you're with real people. But the houses,
because it's so separated. It's the greatest
but the houses
bike
on
ride.
Center Island are forget about it.
It's some of the most exclusive real estate in the world. Let me tell you this story. I'll make it as quick as I can.
If it's interesting, you could.
There's
take
a
all
very,
the time
very
if you
funny
want.
guy named Ron Zimmerman, who was a comedian from Washington. So he knew Howard from Washington, and I've always been in contact with him, and he hated stand-up, and we used to do stand-up together, and I loved it, and I loved playing with the audience, and this is the kind of guy who would insult somebody just so he could go loggerheads with him. And he's a real popular guy. He's he's a writer. He wins Emmys. He lives in Los Angeles now. And he used to have a thing in his act. He was so funny and he was so dirty, but he used to say, I that wrote that James Bond theme, that son of a bitch, how much money that guy makes. It's in every movie, and every time they play the movie or you hear that sound, every time, that guy makes so much fucking money. He probably has a doorbell that goes ring, 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 ring. That motherfucker probably has a dog that goes bark, 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 bark. Okay. 30 years later, I'm riding my bike in Center Island, the beautiful Center Island. Guy pulls over. He's a pool cleaner. He says, Jackie, how you doing? I used to play at Neptune's. My band played at Neptune's when you guys played in the 70s. You don't remember me, but we used to have a great time. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah. How you doing? He says, oh, yeah, I clean pools, but I do them on the North Shore because it's so beautiful. It's so much fun. So I keep riding. I get almost to the very end. You go down to Billy Joel's house. You go right, go all the way to the end, then you have to turn around. It's a 10-mile bike ride. It's the most beautiful thing in the world. And there's a big do not enter. You cannot enter. You get to the end of the island. Just as I'm getting there, he comes by again because he's finished whatever he just did. And he says, you know what? Follow me. So I follow him. He says, I know you grew up on Long Island and the North Shore, but, and you've seen it all, but you got to see this. So I follow this guy, and we go to, and I've seen all those houses on the North. You've seen them. I mean, they're ridiculous. We pull into this house. I pull up behind him on my bike, and it is this incredible, old, beautiful house. There's a pool house that's old and ornate that's the size of a mansion. That houses the indoor pool, and there's rolling grass going down, gazebos, and there's a huge pool house with the outdoor pool, and there's a complete, from Oyster Bay, like from Sagamore Hill all the way to the Bayville Bridge, you see the entire panorama. It is the most incredible place. I'm like, holy Christ, John, I've seen it all, but holy Jesus Christ. I said, who the fuck lives here? And he goes, John Barry. I said, John Barry, who's that? He says, he's a composer. He's done a lot of movies. He did the James Bond theme. I said, I'm in fucking Ron Zimmerman's act. Look at this. He's saying that guy's got so much money, and here I am. It's a true story.
Apparently right. That dumb little thing made him a bloody fortune.
There was a dog. I was waiting for the dog to go bark, bark, bark. I know that sounds like horse. That's a totally true story.
That's classic.
There's that much fucking money in that.
With
Jesus.
that, we should take a break. We got Jackie the Joke Man hanging out with us today. We got a homeless guy that cleaned up his act. We're gonna
I thought he meant me. I said, you saw my bank account. I quit Stern, and my accountant told me I did a 9/11 to my bank account.
Oh, shit. You said we're not going there. I was trying to help you out before. You said don't go there.
Wow.
But he's a homeless guy, and we're going to get an updated. That's cool, right? You're just hanging and going with the flow, right?
I'm giving him tickets to Trump Marina.
He might just go. Tomorrow night, Jackie the Joke Man will be at the Shell at Trump Marina, Atlantic City, New Jersey. If you're in the area, definitely stop in and check out the show. Or go to jokeland.com.
All the information's on jokeland.com.
Do you play Stump the Joke Man on radio?
Of course.
Is it?
I play it. I'll play it on the way back to my apartment.
You want to try a round of that, maybe?
Oh, sure. And I got two new jokes for you. You know what? Let's put some jokes out there. Here's somebody might have been listening to my show. We have two listeners. What's the worst thing a girl can hear when she's blowing Willie Nelson?
Okay.
And how do you get a redneck to suck your cock? If anybody comes up with the answers to either of those, we will give them 2 tickets to Trump Marina.
Ooh. That's what we'll do.
I know. And plus they can call in to try and stump me.
Sure. Yeah.
But they're 2 great jokes. I saw a long-lost relative, and her opening line to me was, how do you get a redneck to suck your cock? Before I got a chance to say, is it okay with the family that I'm a dirty comedian? How do you get and what's the worst thing a girl can hear when she's blowing Willie Nelson? And any other joke.
And those 2 jokes stumped you, Jackie?
Oh, yeah. And
which is very rare.
It is and it isn't. Now that I have the reputation, the whole world comes out with jokes. So, you know.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I know more, probably 5 times more of the answers than anybody else. It's like I don't hit 1,000. Right. But All
right, let's put Homeless Mustard on standby. We got to get the answer to those 2 jokes, and you could also try to stump Jackie the Joke Man.
Well, let's go to commercial on joke. Let me tell you a joke.
And Colin, you're talking way too much
Yeah,
today.
shut the fuck up. I'm sorry, man. I apologize.
I enjoy listening.
You're listening to Opie and Anthony on The Virus, Sirius XM.
Busy show today. We got Colin Kane in studio. Also, Jackie the Joke Man, who's playing the Shell at Trump Marina tomorrow night. It's going to be a great show. Go to jokeland.com for your tickets, I guess, or Ticketmaster. How do they get the tickets for this, Jackie?
I think it's Ticketmaster or one of those things. But if you go to jokeland.com, there's there's the link.
It's a great room.
Everything's a click away nowadays.
What I like about Trump Marina, I've stayed at a lot of the hotels down there. Trump Marina, though, you can go right outside and onto the boardwalk and see some real action.
It's
that
really,
boardwalk
really great
is
place.
just amazing for people watching, which is one of my favorite things to do in the world.
And there's nothing like the
freaks.
boardwalk. The boardwalk in Atlantic City, rich people, poor people. I love walking up and down, and, I've been on a diet for like a year. So when you're walking up and down, the smells, the clams and the saltwater taffy, and it's just fun,
As soon as you said clams, I was thinking of fucking pussy.
Oh, Jesus, Christmas.
Sorry. Hey, so we're going to play Stump the Joke Man with Jackie. You got a joke you don't think Jackie knows the answer to. Or the punchline to, I should say. And then we want the answer to the 2 jokes you said before the break.
I'm going to give you 2 setups, and then I'm going to tell you a joke. What's the worst thing a girl can hear while she's blowing Willie Nelson?
Okay.
And how do you get a redneck to suck your cock?
All right. If you know that, you're going to get tickets to the show this weekend if you're local. Before that, though, Sam just ran in here. Jim Norton's not here today. He's in Atlanta at the Punchline, and he went on local TV down there.
Yeah. Good Day Atlanta.
Good Day Atlanta. Did you have to do those shows, Jackie? The Good Day shows ever?
I did one in when I was working Zanies in Nashville, and I did one of those morning shows with Paul Williams. I'll never forget it. Paul Williams, a little tiny singer-songwriter, and he actually, I got to know him a little bit because he was headlining with Rodney when we were at the Aladdin, but he was a great guy. And he said something that I still remember 35 years later. They said, wow, you wrote, Evergreen with Barbara Streisand. You wrote so many great hits. He said, yeah, but there were some songs I wrote that, that just missed. And they said, like what? He said, Brown Christmas. I just think that's just a funny line. All those little shows were so great. You know, the guy's the host, and then he runs over and starts the tape. One of those things.
Well, Jimmy,
old school.
Old school.
Jimmy just got in trouble down there in Atlanta. He was on Good Day Atlanta, and
he cursed.
Well, this is how it went down. He got the host very uncomfortable.
So when you look around and you look at some of the comics that are out there now, When you think about doing a project with someone, has that come up yet? Or who would you like to work with or opposite of?
I'll work with or opposite anybody on television who will have me. I'm 42 years old. I'm not picky. Play the wacky neighbor. Okay. You start out in show business. You're like, I have integrity. Believe me, I'm the biggest whore in the business. Whatever you need, I will do.
Whoa. All right.
I'll work with anybody.
All right. It's a morning show. We got a show. We're gonna.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm the biggest sellout in the business. Don't say the W word.
What? Wow,
That's what TV has become.
What year was this tape?
Yeah, exactly.
An hour ago.
Whore is.
He's
Stop
so
the guy
funny.
in his-
The W word?
Yeah.
That's
Stop the guy in his
hysterical.
tracks with that.
And the guy was not feigning it. He was like thrown.
Yeah,
At least he said the W word. Voss would have been like, oh, the H word. I can't use the H word.
And if we know Norton, he doesn't like when people, do that to him.
No, not at all.
I'm surprised he didn't come back with,
Well, at the end of the show, he kind of apologized.
Yeah, well, he tried to.
For real?
But
Norton doesn't apologize.
He apologized as, he was being a good sport, but they gave him an opening and he took it.
All right, it's going to be a great show.
I hope so. Yeah, it was good last night, but, let's hope tonight is good, too.
All right.
Come on out, people.
Absolutely. Jim, what a pleasure.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
Sorry I said that naughty word. I hope I didn't, lose any audience for you.
Which word was that?
The whore word.
There you go.
You dummies!
Oh, did he just set that
That's wonderful.
Wow, you dummies.
Jimmy.
We laughed over that. Hold on a second.
There you go.
Never ask which word. Why would you ask?
Why would you ask? That is typical Jimmy right there.
Oh, wonderful.
You never know where people's sensitivities lie or where their lines are. It's just frightening.
Whore, there's nothing. You go down to an Atlanta TV show, though, I guess people get a little, what the hell's that? I watch this show with my children.
Enough
Do ya?
already. We can handle dirty words.
I think we can.
It's time.
The whole shocking thing it's done. When I always say this, when you're 2 clicks away from a man dying from being fucked by a horse on the computer. How shocking is hearing?
Wait a minute, you're 1 click away from that girl with the greatest jugs I've ever seen in my life.
I don't even have to click. They're up there constantly.
There you go.
God damn.
Well, Jackie, you got the phones.
Aren't the rules?
Now, hold on,
lit.
Opie. This is the third time I'm breaking in, Anthony. I'm telling my joke. He won't let me tell my joke. I'm telling my joke.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Guy gets a new job, so to celebrate, he gets himself a new suit, new pair of shoes, gets a pair of black patent leather shoes. He goes out to a dance. He's dancing with a girl. He says, I really like a girl that wears white polka dot panties. She says, I didn't know I'm wearing white polka dot panties. He says, I saw the reflection in my shiny new black patent leather shoes. Yes, another girl dances. I really like a girl that wears black lace underwear. How do you know I'm wearing black lace underwear? He says, I saw the reflection in my shiny new black patent leather shoes. Yes, another girl dancing. Looks down. He looks down. He says, what do you got on under that dress? She says, nothing. He says, whew, I thought I had a crack in my shiny new black shoes. I see you can get away with that on radio because it's satellite.
All right, here we go. People want to try to stump the joke man, and we got to get the answer to those 2 jokes. Let's start with Brian in Virginia. Brian.
Hey, Brian.
Hey, guys. How y'all doing today?
Good, Brian.
All right, here's my joke. What does Tiger Woods and a Christmas tree have in common?
What? Hold on. Tiger Woods is Christmas tree. The balls.
Sleeper talking about what?
The balls. The colored balls.
Oh, you got me.
Wow. That's terrible.
That was the punchline? Colored balls?
No, I don't know the joke. I'm just trying to figure it out.
Figured it out.
Jackie just figures them out.
Colored balls.
Colored? Who used the word colored? Yeah, what color?
We do as a goof, actually. we do as a goof. All right, let's go to Footer. Footer, you're on with Jackie the Joke Man.
Hey, what's up, guys? All right, how do you get a dog to stop humping your leg?
Pick him up and suck his cock.
You're the best. You are
Didn't skip a beat. That was great.
I got a buddy that's married to a beautiful black woman, and he used to say that NAACP stands for Negroes are actually colored people. She used to laugh at that.
Let's go to Dan on Long Island. Dan?
Hey, Dan.
Hey, guys. How you doing? It wasn't a joke, but I had a comparison.
Oh.
I'm sorry, but the chicken fucker video and Jackie's laugh. The chicken getting fucked sounds just like Jackie laughing.
All right, we'll have to look
You know how
into
sick
that.
I am? Thank you.
Yeah, right. Hey, thanks.
Have you ever heard the chicken fuck video? It's a little rough.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll play it for you a little later.
You know, I don't know how much of a joke you're making, but you
It's
know
no
that
joke.
down south that guys really do fuck chickens. There's a guy who's dead now, this guy Paul Collins, who's an older black guy. When I lived in Oyster Bay, one night we were getting drunk with him, and he told us that down south they would fuck chickens, and just when they were about to come, they would break the chicken's neck, and the chicken's, I guess, vagina or whatever hole is back there would contract.
Yeah.
And he wasn't making it up. He wasn't, he wasn't smart enough to make it up. He was just drunk and rambling. Like, imagine, not only the only thing worse than fucking a chicken would be killing it when you're coming inside of it. I mean, now is that what you're talking about?
We have actual audio. I don't know
of
if
a
you want
guy
to go
doing
there.
it.
But
It's your show, Opie.
But
you
you
can
know,
actually
you know
tell
when he enters the
sticks it in.
chicken.
You do.
Yeah, because I think there's a little
We gotta play for
foreplay.
you
There's a
now.
little petting and foreplay at first, and then the chicken just makes a sound. You
I mean,
know.
you got to laugh at this. I hate to say it, but you got to laugh at it because
And
the
of
chicken.
course they're German.
You actually hear the chicken crying.
I hope he took the chicken out for like some chicken feet first. Or something.
And we are animal
something.
lovers here on this show,
We
believe it
are.
or not. But Travis for Jackie.
Great music.
Macht es Spaß? Du Hühnerflicker.
Ja, irre. Ich bin ganz wild auf diese Henne.
Yeah, that had to be right there.
Ja.
Ja.
Ah, nun wird's gut. Ja, gleich.
Like. Oh, it's a chicken holocaust. And
Yeah,
that guy
I mean,
said that your
chicken
laugh sounds
pleasure.
like that.
It's one of those things you probably shouldn't laugh at, but you have to laugh at that.
Why is it always Germany? I remember a million years ago, before there was any internet, people had those porn videos, and there was a porn video, and it was from Germany of a girl blowing a white pony. Do you remember that one? That was very famous.
Very
It's
famous.
always German. She
Yeah.
was blowing a pony.
We
What's the
come
theory
to the
we have?
conclusion that conquered, defeated nations like Japan and Germany just somehow have such low self-esteem that they like Japan is horrid with their fucking shitting videos and crazy anime porn and I think it's just being a defeated nation.
But they
turns you into that.
But they pixelate the pube.
Yeah,
The
pixelate the
pubic
pubes
hair
out of it. I don't know why.
Those Japanese are crazy. I saw a thing on. You guys have probably seen this, so stop me. But there was one of those
Tub Girl.
I guess the modern day version of Candid Camera, and I don't know how they did it, but I'm sure you can Google it. But a guy went into an outhouse that was near the water, and went into the outhouse and was taking a dump, and all of a sudden the boat pulls away, and the guy and the toilet is being pulled like on water skis while he's taking a dump. It was beyond funny. I mean,
I assume they have no lawyers in Japan because
absolutely
the lawsuits that would go on.
I want to do radio
are
in
amazing.
Japan so badly.
The crap and the pee and the
Yeah.
You ever see Tub Girl?
Oh, that's disgusting.
What is? I haven't seen that in a while.
It's just a picture of her, Jackie. To your right,
God.
Danny will show you.
What do
Tub
you
Girl.
So disgusting.
That's Tub Girl. That's Tub Girl.
Jesus.
Oh! Oh!
That's Tub Girl.
Oh! Oh!
I don't know.
That's Tub Girl. She's got great aim, doesn't she? Out one hole into another. I mean, that's impressive. You gotta admit. You gotta admit.
What?
We assume she gave herself some kind of
Turn it away.
mustard enema.
You can't not look at that.
I think she gave herself a mustard enema, and then she had to get rid of the fluid.
That's horrible.
I would love to see that video backwards.
That would look great. Now that's a talent.
Let's try to stump the joke man. We got everybody on hold now. Richard in Florida. Richard.
Hey, Dick.
Good evening.
Hey,
Hello.
Richard.
Hey, Jackie, what's the difference between Bigfoot and a woman's pussy?
One of them is scary and smelly, and the other one is Bigfoot.
Pretty close.
Let's go to Dave in New Hampshire. Dave.
Howdy,
Hey.
faggot.
Hello.
Jackie, why were all the niggers killed in Vietnam?
We don't use that
Jesus,
word.
what are
You
you
don't say
doing?
Vietnam, you say the war. Every time that the sergeant said get down, they'd get up and dance. That's horrible.
That's one of the old.
Yeah, let's go to
That's-
Jimmy James in New Hampshire trying to stump Jackie here today. JJ.
Morning, boys.
Hey.
Hey, what's the difference between a grizzly bear and a woman from Maine?
A grizzly bear not gets picked up. A grizzly bear gets laid.
No, 10 pounds and a flannel shirt.
That was an Italian grandmother and an elephant in 1955. you know.
Let's go to Lady Trucker. What's up, Lady Trucker?
fellas. What's grosser than shoveling dead babies off the driveway?
Shoveling dead babies off the driveway with a live one on the bottom.
No, using a snowblower.
That's not even a joke.
That's not even a
No,
joke.
of course not.
I expected that out of Lady Trucker.
Yeah, we're looking for real jokes. Pat,
a button,
Staten Island.
find one.
Yeah, Jackie, what's the difference between an oral thermometer and a rectal thermometer?
Taste.
Let's go to John in
That's
Texas.
still a great joke.
I like that one.
John.
Hey, Jackie, what is brown and rhymes with Snoop?
Poop.
Dr. Dre.
It rhymes with Snoop.
I know it's good. You know, and I might even been able
Not
to
bad.
figure that out if I knew anything about rap, but I
Yeah.
refuse to acknowledge that it exists.
Not a big rap fan, huh?
The world ended the day rap became a category on the Grammys. That's how. Yeah, but I'm
That's
a
how you
jerk.
feel?
You know what? But not anymore. But I did when, because I don't like it.
You're old school.
But I love, I love rhymes. Put it in your mouth, Mrs. Murphy. It only weighs a quarter of a pound. I'm a fan of the rhyme.
Yeah. Colin, you're a rap fan.
Eminem.
Are you going to just constantly interrupt?
Seriously, Eminem. You know what? I'm listening to you, man. I've enjoyed listening to you over these years, so I'm just sitting here and taking it all in.
You like rap?
I do a little, but I definitely like Eminem. I think he's the best lyricist.
Really?
Yeah. Look at you. Really?
I'm just like, I
don't mind it.
I like the
I don't
red
mind an
Eminem.
Eminem
Some of
song
his
every once in a while.
some of his stuff that he says, yeah, he's unbelievable. He's prolific. The stuff he can spit out.
All right, let's say hi to Ron as we try to stump Jackie. Ron.
Yeah, hey, how's it going, man?
Hey, Ron.
Quick one for Jackie. What does a black woman get when she has an abortion?
Hold on. Less welfare checks. What she get? This is something pretty disgusting.
You're almost half right. She gets a thank you note from welfare and a $200 reward from Crime Stoppers.
Yeah, I knew Crime Stop. I knew Crime Stoppers was in there, but I didn't just want to volunteer that.
Let's go to Bill in Georgia. Bill.
Jackie, what's the difference between a refrigerator and a faggot?
A refrigerator doesn't scream when you yank your meat out. Now,
Yeah, it doesn't fall-
I have to tell you guys that I've been playing Stump the Joke Man for like 30 years or however long.
Yeah.
And there are two jokes. That joke he just told, and what's the difference between a Jew and a pizza?
I know that
Pizza
one.
doesn't scream when
Yeah,
you put it in the
right.
oven. Those two jokes, by a factor of 10 or 20. If I get asked 100 jokes to stump me, 40 of them are one of those two jokes. I mean, and
They always go there.
They always go there,
All right, let's go to Keith in Virginia. Keith.
Hey, Jackie, what's the difference between a blowjob and a hot dog?
I don't know. Hey, you want to come to my house for lunch?
Nah, you want to go to a ball game?
I went to a Met game with my old manager, Rory Rosegarten, the other night, and he's got like 11th row seats, and I haven't been to either of the new stadiums, and I was in heaven. It was so great, and Darryl Strawberry was there. There's nothing funnier. I don't know if you guys remember Firesign Theater. But, there's nothing funnier than the odd voice coming out of nowhere, and we're all sitting there watching the game, and, occasionally like, Darryl, so finally I figured, the guy figures he really should acknowledge. He's like in the third row, and he's, and he stands up and waves to the crowd, and somebody yells, down in front. It was just hysterical. I want to go back and give the guy an album. You know? To really excite you, I brought you a copy of my new CD, Snart.
Oh, nice. How did they get that?
Well, you know, jokeland.com. Yeah, I'm not here to make a plug fest, but I brought you guys my new CD's got a CD, and it also has a DVD of Stump the Joke Man from 1988 at Rascals. Oh, you don't even need the sound 88. On. You got to see the Jersey girls smoking cigarettes with hair. You know, it's I guess it's that I've never seen that Jersey Shore show, but this is the forerunner to that. You know, you can't believe the girls. You know, the blowjob jokes and you know these are my tits and yeah. Oh, it's just priceless. It's called Snart, S-N-A-R-T, because telling dirty jokes on stage, Snart.
Snart.
It's an art.
Yeah,
it's Snart.
Let's go to Graham and
Always
PA.
Clever with
Graham.
those goddamn titles there, Jackie.
Graham.
I think so.
What's up, Graham?
Hey, what do you call a taco with a food stamp in it?
That's an African American food stamp. Fortune cookie.
Yeah, it's a Mexican fortune cookie.
Whatever.
He got
it. A taco. I'm sorry.
All right, Charlie in New Orleans. Charlie.
I can't even get my races straight.
Charlie.
Yeah, Jackie, how do you keep little kids out of your front yard?
Uh-oh.
You put a picture of Michael Jackson in the backyard. You chop one up and put them in the mailbox. There's so many. This is too ambiguous, and they're all horrible. What's your answer?
You molest them.
Oh, God.
Doesn't get any better than that.
You know,
of course.
The greatest thing about telling jokes for a living is when people have subtle.
Yes, right. Yeah, the subtlety.
You got to live for the
great.
subtlety.
Yeah.
What's the worst thing a girl can hear when she's blowing Willie Nelson? And how do you get a redneck to suck your cock?
Oh.
And how do you get a redneck to suck your cock? A redneck called up with the answer, and not only answered it, but answered it in his colloquial way, which I'll explain to you, which is just hysterical.
I think John wants to answer one of these jokes.
Okay. Yeah, John.
John in New Hampshire.
How you guys doing?
All right.
Love the show. Jackie, I love your show, too. I'm one of the 2 listeners, I guess you said.
Thank you.
I got an answer to the redneck. How do you get a redneck to suck your cock?
How?
Dip it in ranch.
So stupid. I guess they put ranch dressing on everything down there. And, I heard, put ranch dressing on it. And then the guy calls up the other night on the joke hunt and says, dip it in ranch. Not even ranch dressing, ranch. Yeah, I'll plug my show. 7 to 8 p.m. Eastern Time on Howard 101 is Jackie's Joke Hunt. We're doing our 186th show this Tuesday called Yotox.
That means they're going to start paying you soon.
Oh, please,
I
never.
think if you get to 200 shows, they start paying you.
That's what it says in my deal.
Let's go to Captain Auto. A couple more Stump the Joke Man. Captain.
Hey, how you doing?
Good,
hey, Jackie, what's 12 inches long and makes a woman scream?
Crib death. Get out of here.
Oh, fuck.
Let's go to Mark in New Hampshire.
I'd like to say your listeners are horrible, but they're the same listeners as mine.
Yeah. Mark, New Hampshire.
Jackie, what do gay horses eat?
Hey.
Hey.
that is the greatest.
Let's go to Jim in Florida.
How do you get a fat girl?
Go ahead.
How do you get a fat girl in bed?
I don't know.
Piece of cake.
Yeah.
That's my favorite. That's the great.
Jim in Florida. Jim.
Hey, Jackie, if you put Velcro on the ceiling to keep them from jumping on the bed, how do you get them down?
Say that again?
If you put Velcro on the ceiling to keep them from jumping on the bed, how do you get them down?
You give a Mexican a bat and tell him it's a piñata.
You're correct.
Yeah, that's horrible.
Damn.
Jesus.
But you know him. Horrible, good.
Yeah, I know, but it's my job to know.
He's got him categorized.
Right.
Yeah, he's got him categorized like those porn sites.
Yeah, I like how he's got to kind of go, let me think. Yeah, the Rolodex is going in his head. Yeah, that one.
I got 3 checks the other day, $300 checks from Playboy. And I'm like, this is weird. I mean, years ago, I had the Penthouse joke page for 20 years, and I used to send jokes to Playboy. But I hadn't submitted any. I'm like, what is going on? And then I got an email from a guy saying, Jackie, please put me on your Jokeland email list. By the way, let me tell your listeners, if you like dirty jokes, all you have to do is email me, jokeland@aol.com, and I put your email on my list, and you get dirty jokes once in a while. No salesman will call. It's just dirty jokes. I'm an idiot. That's what I like to do, sharing jokes. That's why I have no money. I just give the shit away. So this guy says, I would like to be on the Joke Man list. And his name was Adam Smith or Smith Jones, whatever it is, at PlayboyEnterprises.com. So I wrote to the guy, oh, you're on the list. Do you know anybody at Playboy? I got a couple checks from there the other day, and I have no idea why. And the guy wrote back, I'm the new Party Jokes editor, and the last Party Jokes editor, you started forwarding me your Jokeland emails, and I love them, and I would take a couple jokes, and I took a couple jokes and put them in a magazine and made sure you got paid.
Damn.
And he said, and now the guy doesn't forward me the emails anymore, and that's why I want to be on the list. So now I have a direct pipeline. The Party Jokes editor came to me. I think that's kind of cool. Not only did he steal the jokes, but he stole them and paid me for them, which is pretty honorable. But how often does that happen?
Growing up, that was always the second best thing about the magazine. True.
My favorite thing, the first time I did an interview with Penthouse, and the guy I said, hey, why don't we put jokes after each of the... So they'd ask me a Q&A question, and... A Q&A, O&A. And I'd say,
I've had a few of those.
I'd do an answer and then a dirty joke. And then he said, everybody loved the dirty jokes. Why don't we do a joke page? I said, I would love to. And it was always someplace crazy scattered in the magazine. But the very first time I did it, they put it on the back of the centerfold a la Playboy.
Oh, shit,
and the first month I did it, Amy Lynn Baxter, who wound up being a person on the Stern Show all the time, who's been a friend for like 20 years, she was the girl, the centerfold. So my very first Penthouse joke page, if you hold up my jokes, you can see her snatch. it's just like it's a collector's item. With two Jews going to a bar, there's Amy's pussy.
What's the answer to the other joke? Because no one's going to get it.
Ask me.
The joke?
Yeah, go ahead, Colin.
What's the worst thing? Come on.
Yeah.
I don't even remember the fucking jokes. I just heard 15 of them.
What's the worst thing about...
What's the worst... All right, you guys.
Is it
Willie
what's
Nelson's
the worst
dick?
thing?
That's all I remember.
It's the Willie Nelson joke.
What's the worst thing a girl can hear when she's blowing Willie Nelson?
His music.
I'm not Willie Nelson. Is that just fucking hysterical? Thanks to Brendan Dunn, my nephew Brendan Dunn. Him and his friend Danny Gerges came over, and they always try to make me laugh. And we laughed at that for...
That's a funny fucking joke, man.
You're blowing the wrong old guy,
And Willie Nelson, too.
Blowing an old guy. That is a great fucking joke, man.
It's one thing if it's a Brad Pitt lookalike, And Willie's my good friend. We send jokes back and forth all the time. I sent that to him. I'm sure it made him drive off the road.
We used to love having him on the show. We haven't had Willie on in a while. We got to get him back here.
Such a good character.
Oh, he would come on just completely out of his fucking mind.
Oh, he's great. And his daughters are both great musicians. His daughter, Amy, Amy's group is Folk Uke. Her and Arlo Guthrie's daughter play ukuleles and sing songs, and their best song is Motherfucker Got Fucked Up Because He Got in the Way. And I hosted a benefit for the Marijuana Policy Project and Normal in Austin with Willie Nelson and Asleep at the Wheel, and the opening band was Folk Uke. And Paula and Kathy, not Paula, but Amy Nelson and Kathy Guthrie sang "Motherfucker Got Fucked Up" because he got in the way, and Willie sang it with him.
That's
so.
awesome.
Imagine the three of them singing "Motherfucker Got Fucked Up" because he got, and his other daughter Paula is a great country singer, like a Tanya Tucker type, balls to the wall, beautiful girl, kick
ass. Are they getting attention down there in Nashville?
Oh yeah, no. Yeah? She just sent me her new out. You know what? I'm going to tell her to send you guys. Send it to They're great guests. They grew up. Their father's Willie Nelson.
Yeah, of course. They got to have some stories. Well, listen, let's take a break. You're hanging, right, Jackie?
You know what? I told Aunt, when you're done with me, just say go away.
No, we're going to talk to Homeless Mustard, but I'm sure you could work off that.
And believe it or not, I can sit here and shut up.
I can.
Well, like Colin?
Well, he's going to teach me during the break.
Colin's like, I got up early for this.
He's going to badmouth me to all the young guys.
No, not at all. Jokeland.com, but Jackie's going to be playing the Shell at Trump Marina tomorrow night. Go see Jackie, man. It's a great, great show.
Thanks, Hope.
We'll continue with Homeless Mustard next.
The Virus, Sirius XM. This is the Opie and Anthony Show.
Busy show. We got Colin Kane, Jackie the Joke Man playing the show at Trump Marina tomorrow night, jokeland.com. And we just played Homeless Mustard doing Creep. I don't know if, I'm sure Jackie doesn't know the story of Homeless Mustard, but we were doing this bit.
I want to know where the name comes from.
Well, the homeless part you can figure out, right?
Oh, geez.
I'm going to ask.
Isn't he a funny guy? You should start a radio show with this guy.
Yeah.
Mustard, Homeless Mustard.
So we were talking about what you can't do on radio anymore. Me and Ann had a great bit we came up with years ago called the Homeless Shopping Spree. It was great for everybody. You get a bunch of fucking, homeless guys. I was ready to say dirty bums, but sorry.
Oh.
And you bring them to a mall. And the listeners show up, and it's just a party for
and they
everybody.
buy them stuff.
And we used to like
yeah.
taking them to the really uptight malls, because then you see people closing their gates during the middle of Christmas shopping because they don't want the homeless in their freaking store. And it turns out in the end to be a really good thing for everybody. We learned this over the years. We honestly we did it for the goof, but then it turns out where the listeners are paying for everything the homeless guys want. It's a good feeling for everyone. Blah blah blah. But great radio.
It's a nice thing, but I'm sure you were just totally shocked by what they wanted, right?
Yeah. Oh, my God.
It just must have, not to use a bad expression, but it must have reeked of shock. Like,
true.
I want this, I want that.
Some of the guys, we'd give them money to go shop with, and half of them would end up in the bar. They just want to drink their money away instead of getting a nice warm
That's
coat
surprising.
for the winter.
Only half of them?
Yeah, only half. Right. Some guys would get jackets, and then you get one guy that didn't have anything and got Ray-Bans.
Yeah,
that's what I was going to say.
Like, guys would buy cell phones. How are you going to pay the cell phone bill? But you
think that people like that aren't thinking clearly, they're going to wind up homeless.
Yeah, it could happen.
So I'm
scared to laugh now because I sound like a guy fucking a chicken.
We did the homeless shopping spree 3 or 4 years, no problems whatsoever, not one incident. And a couple of years, we had a couple thousand listeners show up at the mall. It was insane. And they would get off a really nice bus, and they were like rock stars showing up at the mall. It became, the videos are online if you care to check it out, whatever. So we've been trying to get the homeless shopping spree done for 2 or 3 years, and we get close every year, and then the stupid fucking lawyers upstairs
Stop it.
shut us down.
Because they're worried about crowd control.
What's the problem?
We don't know what the problem is because there was never a problem before.
Yeah. The lawyer's worried about anything.
They can find a problem.
Yeah, here's one of the video clips from the shopping spree.
Yeah, look at all these.
Look at that.
Just hundreds and hundreds of people in this scene. Hundreds. There's over 1,000 people in this fucking video right now.
What mall was that?
They would sing Christmas carols.
That's so fun. Rallies they just are inherently fun.
Yeah.
You can't have that many people assembled and not have fun.
Now, and here's the logic of dopes that have no business.
Are they afraid you're going to get sued by the homeless?
By the stores, by the mall, there might be something damaged.
And how the bit worked, you don't tell which mall you're going to. So those people showed up with us telling them last minute what mall it's going to be at, which was like, wow, we got a little power. You didn't have to pre-promote or nothing.
We load them up on the buses and then
these dopes that think they know radio, they're like, well, good news. We're going to do the homeless shopping spree, but we're going to go to all the malls and get their permission ahead of time. And I said to these guys, that's never going to happen. No one is going to give permission for this type of event. You got to fucking just do it.
You just got to do it.
And of course, so what happened this past year, they try to get permission last minute, permission from the malls, and the malls, of course, are going to say no.
No.
But in that process, we met Mustard, who's outside the studio, and he came in here in a bad way, and we found out he was a musician, and we gave him a guitar, and he sings Radiohead's Creep. We put the fucking video online. It's up to 1.2 million views.
Oh, wow.
People around the world love this guy's fucking music. But he's a mess. Until recently. Now we're hearing he's like 90 days sober. So we're going to bring him in to get a little update. So.
Oh, did I see him? The big guy with the red beard?
Yeah.
Oh, is that who that was? Because he came walking in and I thought, oh, this is one of your parody guys.
No. So
that's cool.
With that intro, his real name's Daniel. But the internet knows him as Homeless Mustard. So, Daniel, this is Jackie the Joke Man.
Pleasure, my friend. Hi.
Very famous stand-up comic.
What's up, man? I'm Colin.
And Colin Kane, of course.
Just walked by me like I'm fucking homeless. You saw that? Just totally looked at me like, I can't help you, dude. I'm not going to shit on you, honestly.
That bothers you, Colin, that he just walked right by you?
I deserve it. It's all right.
Yeah. So.
That's great, man.
This is Daniel. AKA
Hello, good morning.
What's up, brother? It's
What's
been
up?
a while. The last time we saw you, you helped us out with our We Are the World parody.
Yeah, which I thought was kind of funny. I didn't quite get the joke, I don't think, until later on. So you guys are making fun of the Haitian Relief remake or whatever, something like that, right? Or,
sounds right.
Sounds right.
Right, that's the joke.
I wasn't
here, but I'm pretty
I was the right age as a kid to really love that song when it was brand new.
Well,
So I was
I didn't mind the original We Are the World, but when they remade it, it was just god awful and went nowhere. It
Yeah.
didn't have the same vibe as the original.
No, these
and
things
we
never
decided to mock that, yes, with a bunch of our regulars here on the Opie and Anthony show.
Yeah.
Yes, and you were one of them.
Yeah,
But you were like one of the standout singers during the video.
When they start remaking something like that, it's like, we are in show business. We need some exposure. You know, that's,
Right. We wonder what the intention really was there.
Right.
Get some FaceTime for guys that haven't had FaceTime in a while. I don't know. But
Homeless. They refuse to explain to me. They refuse to explain to me why you're called homeless mustard. Is that the first thing you grabbed for at the shopping spree?
That's funny.
That's what we lived on for 9
actually,
years.
my name is Mustard.
You don't mind me hijacking your show to try and get
Not
a
at
fucking
all.
answer. You wouldn't let me tell my joke. Now I'm going to go right to the source.
You've done radio. Go
Yeah,
with it.
my name actually is Mustard. My name is Daniel Mustard. That's my real name.
Really?
And when I got on here,
like mustard?
like the yellow shit you put on hot dogs. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, I know everybody
Odd
uses
last name.
People
Wow.
people read that and they want to like make it into mustard or they want to make it into something else. And I'm like, no, my name is Mustard.
Do you relish your name?
Oh, that's cute.
All right, you can take a shot. Go ahead. Go ahead,
no,
Colin.
Colin,
You
you're
have to
doing
make me,
well.
Colin. Smack me, Colin.
You're doing well.
I smiled.
Jackie. You're doing well.
All right,
I'm in first grade again.
Question answer. Thank you.
You've heard that one a few times, right?
That's why I had to do it. You know.
When he goes hiking, he's always the kid that has to catch up.
I'm not turning around. I'm not turning around for that. I'm sorry. I'm looking straight
Can I
ahead.
go now?
need.
Can I go
No
now?
need.
No, really, growing up, it was a horrible name to have. I hated that name. But it's serving me well now, so it's all right. Anyway, I got on here because of a cop, because of Keith the cop. Well, here you're not getting along
Yes.
with these days.
Oh, damn.
Oh, no, whatever. I wasn't invited to a party of his, whatever.
Whatever.
He does what he does.
I ran into him the other night. And cops have a tendency to refer to you by your last name. So he came on here calling me Mustard. I was at the time homeless. And so there.
Hence
ergo,
homeless mustard.
Homeless Mustard, yeah.
Okay.
And he's very talented. Plays guitar and sings.
Yeah.
And I was always curious as to how you kept your guitar out on the street.
I don't. I've been through so many guitars.
Yeah.
When I first came to New York 4 years ago, I had a $1,000 Takamine with me, and I got mugged the first second week I was here or something. I was gone, and when I bought that guitar, I remember thinking that would be the only guitar I'd ever have, and I've been through about 20 guitars since then. In fact, last April, I think it was. Yeah. Somebody I met online, James Parrish, how you doing, man? He actually gave me a guitar. I went all the way up to Delaware to get it. I brought it back to New York. I had it for about 3 weeks, and some graffiti artist named Someone smashed it, got drunk, and smashed it to bits on the on the stones of Washington Square Park.
Yeah,
Well, at least you could sleep in the case, right?
But explain to Jackie, because we haven't had you on in a while, why you moved to New York. You had a whole thing going on.
Well, yeah, I used to be a normal person, as I like to say.
I used to say that too.
Yeah, right. I used to have a nice little normal life. I had a really pretty wife and a nice cushy job and a groovy little apartment in a cool part of town and a $2,000 dog. Shit just started falling apart. And it started with the death of my father. My father died. And that really fucked me up. And some other people died. And I didn't deal with it well. And then I lost my nice cushy job and I got really depressed. And I sat in a corner for about a month doing nothing, saying nothing. And my ex finally was like, I got to save myself. I got to go. And she left. And I didn't really know what to do, really. I started reaching out to friends and you never really find out.
Hold on, there's a few people who need to pull over and buy razor blades.
Really? Jesus
I've
Christ.
heard,
that's a horrible
I've
story.
heard such
Sorry.
worse
shit
stories.
happens,
You know what I
man.
mean? Like,
It really happens.
Are you in touch with the ex at all?
No, I haven't talked to her in like 3 years. I haven't talked to her
When
since.
did all this go down? 3
This
years
is like
ago?
5 years ago.
5 years ago?
I haven't talked to her in a long time. In fact, and the only friends that I was still in contact with, who were in contact with her, don't talk to her anymore. And I'm not. They won't tell me why exactly. So I don't know. I don't even know what happened to her.
Do you still have something for her?
Absolutely,
Oh,
absolutely. It's funny. My roommate at this place I'm staying at, Esperanza, it's a halfway house, sober living house kind of place. He talks to his ex-wife, and they've been apart for like almost 20 years, and he talks to her every night on the phone, and he still talks to her like that's his wife. He still relates to this woman like his spouse.
$2.99 a minute.
You just got shit on by a homeless dude. He just right to your face.
That's all right.
It's great.
At least you knew who I was.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
So true.
I'm sorry, Colin.
Remind him who he's fucking with, will you?
Remind him Jackie, you don't know what I can do, man. You don't know me.
No, I certainly don't know you from sitting here with you.
You gotta stop.
Oh, no.
No, this...
what were we talking about? Oh, yeah. So
your
of course,
roommate.
I still have
7th
something
Avenue
for her. I
and
still think
50th.
of her. I still miss her and wonder where she is and how she's doing.
Right. But you came to New York to make it as a musician.
I came to New York because I had nowhere else to go.
But you would hang out and watch it. Where were you living with your wife?
That was in Los Angeles.
Oh, Los Angeles.
Yeah, that was in L.A., where I was trying to be an actor. When I came to New York because at the time I had a sister who was living here, and she basically said I could come stay at her house because she wasn't going to be there. And it was just her and her kids were in Florida at the time. She's like, all right, you can come and stay in my house for a little while, I guess. She wasn't really all that interested in helping me, to be honest. But she did what she could. And for a while, I was living with her investment banker husband. She married up, as they say. And that was a trip, just me and him staring at each other across the breakfast table going, what the fuck are you? Having nothing in common, no idea how to talk to each other. So anyway, whatever. I started working at Tower Records. The second day I was in New York, I walked into Tower. I started talking to this woman, and she marched me back. She's like, "Do you need a job?" And I was like, "Yeah, I guess I do." And I worked there until they shut that place down. I actually cried the day they closed the doors. And then I kind of bummed around for a little bit, just staying with people. I crashed in a friend's basement for a while. Spent a winter in a basement in Brooklyn with Jeremy Kivett, and then. But
obviously, it kept getting worse for you.
It's gradual and sudden. It's
it more of a gradual thing? What was your job before all hell broke loose?
When I was in LA, the last long-term job I had, I worked for a vitamin distribution company. I sold vitamins over the phone. I made a lot of money doing that.
But that wasn't your dream. You wanted to be an actor or a musician, obviously. Okay. So now you're down to a basement in Brooklyn.
Yeah, basement in Brooklyn. Anyway, eventually he finally got to the point where he was like, you know what, you got to find something else to do. And I stayed with a friend in Flatbush, Kristen, for a little while, and then I ended up at the shelter. There's a big intake shelter on 30th Street and First Avenue. And I was there for like 2 months or something. And I got in an argument with the cafeteria lady one night. And so because she thought I'd already gone through the line, but I hadn't. And
see, there are more people that look like Willie Nelson. That joke could be real.
No, the reason she got confused is
even if you
time,
went through the line, who gives a shit?
Well,
really?
No,
I mean,
this woman acted like it was her food.
Of course, they always do.
Offense or something.
The power trip people out there. They should all die.
I was at the time. There was a
Power
friend of mine
over
that I was hanging out with who had
nonsense.
broken his arm, and his arm was up in a however you want to describe that on the radio. And so every time we'd come through the line, I would help him and carry his tray. And so one morning I just wasn't with him, and he already gone through the line. So she remembered seeing him, and thought that I was with him. So it was this big thing. So they sent me off to this place in Kings County.
You're kicked out because of that,
right?
Let me just jump in here and say, if I'm a homeless person, I think the last person that I would want to have a fight with
Is the cafeteria lady.
Is the cafeteria lady. Whatever you can do to keep that relationship afloat, right?
All right, good point.
Sorry.
Thank God Jackie's here today with the logic. So they kick you out for that nonsense.
Well, they sent me to this place out in the back end of Brooklyn that was for middle-aged ex-con junkies, and I am none of the above. And that place really freaked me out. So I had been hanging out with some people in Washington Square Park, musicians, and one of them, a guy named Joel Young, he said, fuck this shit, man. Come on out here and just hang out in the park. And so I did. And that's how I ended up, officially, on the streets.
Living on the streets.
Yeah.
Jesus. And it was all gradual, as you
gradual
pointed
and
out.
sudden.
Unbelievable.
You sound good now, man. The way you're talking, you sound good.
I'm doing all right. Sobriety is treating me well. It's kind of a trip.
Now I'm hearing 3 months sober.
93 days. 93
Congratulations.
days.
Now what?
Thank you. That's
Did you
the
have an-
longest I've been sober in like a
But
decade.
Why this? Why this time? Why did you decide 93 days ago? Did you have an incident?
Well, no, it's one of those things you kind of think of, for the last 2 years I've been thinking of this myself. I need to do something. I need to get myself off the streets. I need to move on. I need to get on with myself. I've been playing a lot. And then this happened. Coming on this show was a big deal. And the whole, you guys offered to, make a recording, and then I came up that one time, and I was
It was a
drunk,
disaster,
and
let's be honest.
and
I
it
had to
was
let you go
bullshit.
for a while there, Mustard.
Yeah.
But we're more than willing to give it another
And
shot.
everybody was very disappointed in me, yes. And one night I was...
Yeah, Jackie, I got involved with this. I told him I would, get an album out for him.
And he came in and blew it. He blew it.
It was
He
one
was
of
kind of
those-
like, the Bugs Bunny frog
it's one
that
of
doesn't
those-
perform when it's time to perform. It was a mess. Mustard, it was a mess.
It was a
But
mess.
we're going to give it another
Well,
shot.
it's funny. It's one of those things when you drink like that, when you're drunk like that, you don't realize how drunk you are. And it wasn't until I heard the recording afterwards, like a week later, that I realized how, oh my God, what the fuck. When I heard that, I almost cried. It was horrible. I was like, what the fuck is this?
Right.
And that was a big deal. That was a big moment of really, I gotta get my shit together. And then one night I'm, sleeping on the vent at NYU, and a friend of mine starts kicking me, and he kicks me awake and screaming at me how pathetic I am. And telling me I gotta do something. I gotta, gotta get,
I was doing something. I was sleeping, you fuck.
I was having a nice little dream here. And so, I went to rehab. Went to the Addiction Institute in Roosevelt Hospital, which is not far from here. And that went well. And now, I'm staying at this place up on 107th called Esperanza.
Right.
And I'm going to meetings and stuff. I go to...
Is it rough?
What?
Staying off the sauce.
They say it's harder to get sober than just to stay sober.
No, it's harder to stay sober. Getting sober is easy.
No, I heard the opposite.
No, I don't know about that. But
Yeah.
no. Getting sober is easy. Getting, that's detox or rehab. You're in a hospital for 28 days. You don't really have an option, no matter how much you want to drink.
It's
There's
when
nothing
they say,
to drink.
beat it.
The hard
You're
part
cured.
is when
Going back to life.
Well, the
Right.
hard part is going back
Right.
going back to life, going back to the real world. And even right now, I have the convenience of being in this facility where they piss test you every week, and it's like, if you fuck that up, they kick you out. So even now, it's like, even if I want to have a drink, I have that to encourage.
So
me
you're
not
still
to.
not integrated back into the
Right,
real life
exactly,
yet.
yeah,
You still got
That's
checks
the
and
real-
balances.
That's the real test.
The
That's
real
the real
test.
test.
But how
when you're
long are you
really
allowed to
living
stay where you're at? Where they're checking on you a little bit.
The idea is that they try to get you housings. Yeah.
Oh,
substance
shit.
housing, so,
That's coming soon, I would assume, huh?
5 to 8 months kind of thing.
Okay.
So I've been there about 2 months now. And it's all right. It's all right. It's a little odd. It's kind of a strange environment. 80 men trapped in a house, and find out what happens when you stop being polite and start being it would make an interesting reality show. And most of the guys in there are like ex-cons or on mendations or they're dealers or stuff like that. So it's like,
That's nice. Prison light.
yeah, a little. That's funny.
That's fantastic.
Sleeping with one eye open or what?
Well, no, they're all right. They're pretty nice to me. I'm kind of an anomaly there because I'm one of only 3 white guys in the whole facility.
that's-
so they all
shit.
kind of look at me like, what the fuck?
Holy
and
shit.
And then with the music,
You
and
must
stuff,
really want to get sober.
Well, once I
Sounds
got
like a
once I
nightmare.
started bringing the guitar,
I think that will sober you up.
Really,
Yeah, right.
people really are nicer to you when you carry a guitar around. So that's been all right.
Right on. Well, we brought Mustard in because I got word that you're playing your first gig.
I'm playing Mustard live and sober. That's this Saturday at 8:30 at a place called The Groove, which is on McDougal and West 3rd. I'm also playing again at Cafe Wah on August 27th.
No shit.
With a band. With a whole
Cafe
band.
Wah is world fucking famous,
Exactly.
man.
That's the top of the food chain.
That should be, it's going to be...
And did you know Lady Gaga or am
I knew Lady Gaga.
This guy knew Lady
Briefly.
Gaga.
Stephanie, as we called her, yeah. This is like at least 3 years ago, maybe longer. There's a friend of mine, Paul Alves, who is one of my only few sober friends, but at the time he was not. And he used to organize this songwriter showcase called Songwriters from Hell. And the first gig I booked in New York City, like 4 years ago, was this show. And was the Songwriters from Hell. The second one, I actually played 3 of them. And the second one and the third one, I'm not sure which one, I played, Lady Gaga was the headliner.
Jesus.
And
maybe she could help you out.
She was pretty badass back then.
You don't need me. You got Lady Gaga.
I don't got her number.
All right, so tomorrow night, that's cool. Mustard plays for the first time. I mean, I think a bunch of our listeners will go check it out if they're local.
That would be cool.
If they're not local, they're going to see fucking Jackie down in Atlantic City.
Trump Marina.
Maybe you guys should fucking do a show together, Jackie. Let's combine the plugs here.
He's auditioning right now. You know, it's so funny when he was talking, one of the things he said sounded like a band. Middle-aged ex-con junkies. Doesn't that sound? It sounds like a band. You should open up for you there, the middle-aged ex-con junkies.
Middle-aged. Now, I want to call my band Fall Risk. When I go to Detox, I often get a band because I'm a fall risk. When I have a tendency to fall down, you get this bright-colored band that says Fall Risk.
Fall Risk?
Yeah.
You're a fall risk?
I don't even want to know there's such thing as a fall risk.
Yeah.
I know.
I thought that was called The Weekend.
Yeah, right. Going back to college.
You want to play something today?
Yeah, sure.
Daniel?
Yeah.
Daniel Mustard?
Thank you.
Sort of homeless mustard?
I gotta get rid of this homeless thing.
This is where he opens up the case and says, "Who took my guitar, man?"
Yeah, right.
Well,
it was here yesterday.
Yeah.
Well, you know,
Desperado, really,
Jackie,
it's full of
you know, people can be complete assholes. So he plays this version of "Creep" for us, and it was amazing. It really became an internet sensation, and everyone's like pointing out the guitar he's playing. Like, sure, he's homeless. He's got a $2,000 guitar. How could he be homeless? But not thinking that obviously where we work, we would have guitars like
Not
that.
my guitar. In fact, I wrote a new song. There's a lyric in there. I don't know this guitar. So.
Oh, really? Are you playing your own guitar today?
No, this is actually a loaner I've been playing. It's Rich Brownstein who booked this gig for me at the Groove. He lent me this guitar.
Oh, very nice. Don't lose it.
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly.
All right. So you want to play something now?
Yeah, sure. Well, give me a second.
While he gets it out, I will kiss some ass, and we're going to dedicate this song to Steve Getka, who booked me at the Trump Marina at the Shell.
Ooh.
He's a big fan of the Opie and Anthony show.
I met him, and he really is a fan.
Well, then
And
we
he really
like
is a
him.
nice guy. And John Starbuck, my manager, who's out there saying this is so great that Jackie's on the show, and now he's not only on this show, but he's getting to see Homeless Mustard play.
Yes. Where else is that going to happen?
You know, he walked in, he couldn't have looked more normal.
He looks very different.
You know what I mean? I mean, that, you know.
We'll tweet some pictures and videos for everybody later. But Mustard, you said you gained a bunch of weight because you're not drinking?
Yeah, I'm off the all vodka diet, so I've put on about 55 pounds since the last time you saw me.
When I can speak from it. When you stop drinking, it's like one of the bennies is what. My God, food! This is great stuff.
Does food start tasting better?
Wow, man!
Yeah,
It starts to taste. Period.
It'd be hard to keep the guitar tuned outside.
Oh, I thought that was the song.
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
It's his stomach.
Oh, jeez.
Hey, the Grateful Dead made a living out of this. What the
was-
hell?
All the talent was in the booze.
What do you mean made?
That's fine. Grateful Dead.
They continue to make a living even though half the members are dead. That's just amazing to me.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, they're still out there touring. I know some kid that's following around the country.
All right, he's got the mic. His
pressure,
guitar
no
is
No
tuned.
pressure,
He's
Mustard. Just fucking
ready to go.
Just go with it.
I do believe.
Thank you.
All right, what are you going to play for us today, sir?
Oh, should it just be a surprise?
Okay. That sounds good.
I think he meant he forgot.
I remember when I lost my mind. Something so pleasant about that place. Even your emotions have an echo in so much space. And when you're out there without care, I was out of touch. Wasn't because I didn't know enough. I knew so much. Does that make me crazy? Thinking I'm crazy. Does Does that make me crazy, crazy, crazy? Possibly. And I hope that you are having the time of your life. But think twice. That's my only advice. Who do you think you are? Bless your soul. You think you're in control? Well, I think you're crazy. I think you're crazy. I'm thinking you're crazy, 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 just like me. And my heroes have the heart to lose their lives out on the limb. Oh, all I remember was thinking I wanna be like them. Ever since I was little, it looked like fun. And it's no coincidence I've come. And I can die when I'm done. Does that make me crazy? I'm thinking I'm crazy. I must be crazy, 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 naturally. Oh yeah, I'm crazy. I know you're crazy. Yeah, we're all crazy, 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 possibly.
Ooh, yeah. Mr. Mustard.
That was great, man.
Very good. Can I tell a little story here? I recently found
Folk
myself.
singer tells stories afterwards and everything.
Oh my goodness! I recently found myself sober in a psych ward. It's a line from a girl in a AA meeting said that the other day, and it made me laugh because I myself found myself sober in a psych ward. You go to these meetings, and one of the things people often talk about is how we're crazy. Addicts, people who have these problems, are tend to be a little crazy beyond their addiction to whatever substance they're using, and it was when I was drinking heavy, when I was living on the streets, it wasn't uncommon, wasn't completely common, wasn't uncommon for me to find myself in a psych ward. It's easier, it's better than going to jail, and but it was.
I heard you're a biter.
Yeah, I've heard that too. I don't know. I have no recollection of these things, but I've been told.
I hear from certain law officers that he's a biter.
What does that mean?
If they try to bring him in, he will start biting people.
Well, that's not exactly true. No, that's not exactly true. The biting, wait. The biting thing comes from one night I was taking a piss by the bathroom in the park, and the bathroom was closed, so I was sort of just pissing by the bathroom.
Hey, at least you were close to it.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I was,
gave it a
not
try.
completely off the mark. And some cop came up behind me and tried to handcuff me without identifying himself or saying anything or warning me. I mean, I basically tried to catch me with my dick out of my pants. And
you had your hands full.
And he claimed that I bit him. It's a lie. There were witnesses. There's people that can contest that is not true. He totally made that up to justify throwing me on the floor and roughing me up the way that he did. And that whole thing was thrown out. It's not a big deal. But the biting thing really comes from some bullshit chump thing. But I gotta say, the cops at 6th Precinct have been very cool to me lately. They're very proud of me for getting sober. They're so used to dealing with this big drunken asshole that they love seeing me not, fucked up. And they've been very cool about it. 6th Precinct, yeah.
Cool, definitely.
Anyway, so I was joking that I should do a whole song of whole record of cover songs called Crazy. Lucille's Crazy and Patsy Cline.
There's a few crazy songs out there. Yeah,
there's a lot of crazy
love,
songs
Crazy
out there.
for You,
I'm a
Crazy
girl
on
biter.
You,
Crazy Train.
Crazy Train.
I'm a girl biter.
And then I went and wrote
this.
a song, wrote my own song called Crazy. So now I have
Let's
my
Go
own song
Crazy.
called Crazy.
Prince.
Let's Go Crazy. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Well, fuck.
And what are you doing? What are you doing for money these days?
Oh, I can't say the whore word, right?
I think you can.
You realize the show has come full circle, right? Yeah. You know who wrote Crazy?
Willie Nelson.
Very good.
I'm still here. What's up, buddy?
I'm still
Colin
here.
Kane, everyone.
Yeah,
Comics.
Willie.
August 12th and August 20th.
That's right.
Colin Kane at Comics.
Very funny comic, by the way, Colin Kane. So, fuck, Mustard, sounds like you got your shit together for now. I hope you continue down this road, man.
Yeah, go out and celebrate.
You buying?
Oh man, just knock him off the wagon.
You know, I quit drinking Cinco de Mayo 2001, and I just did it on my own, but I went with a guy to an AA meeting. My God. Like, I never saw people consume more cigarettes or coffee.
Oh, really?
And coffee, rather. It's like, wow. You guys just
there's
go...
a lot of cross addiction.
My
people
God.
just pick up something else instead.
Anything, right.
Yeah, and the coffee and cigarettes.
It's a big
But
one.
now even cigarettes are out. People aren't even smoking anymore, especially in the city.
Well, it's what, $14, $15 a pack?
Yeah,
over
right.
here?
It's ridiculous.
I'll stick to booze.
Right, booze is so much cheaper. Hell.
Listen, I'm being critical.
And
Meanwhile,
crack is
this is my
cheaper than
fourth cup of
cigarettes.
coffee, and it's only
Yeah.
6 o'clock in the morning.
All right, well. Daniel, where's the gig tomorrow night again?
It's called The Groove. It's on West 3rd and McDougal.
Okay.
In the Village.
You're playing a whole set?
Yes, sir.
Other people playing or just...
No, it's just going to be me this week, tomorrow. The show on August 27th, Cafe Wall will be with a full band, with the whole band.
Are you practicing with the band?
Half of them are out of town right now, but as soon as they get back, we'll be practicing.
Do you play and sing with the full band, or you just handle
I'm
lead
hoping
vocals?
to not have to play. I'm not really
You
much
just
of a
wanna
guitar
sing,
player,
right?
to be honest, but whatever we figure out,
Right, okay.
do.
We're getting close to wrapping up, but I want to get that intern in here again real fast.
Yeah, bring that.
I forgot his name already. Oscar. That's right.
How new is he?
Oscar.
Oh, Jackie giving you props. Very
That was
cool.
good.
This is Oscar.
I really enjoyed his song. I'm not just...
We got to bring him back in. This is Oscar. He's our intern, and he's very nervous.
He's a little jumpy.
Yeah.
A little nervous.
Have you been listening to the show, Oscar?
Yeah. Stand over there.
Yes.
I want to give you.
Don Knotts.
Tripping
Ripped
over
the microphone in half.
He fell off the boat. The mic just came off of the mic stand.
You're gonna think this is a bit, Jackie, but this is how this guy lives his life. He's just a nervous wreck. Look at him.
There you go.
He's
All
still
right.
working on the microphone.
Cool. No, I got it. I got it work. How's it going, Jackie?
Hi.
Hey.
Hi.
Oh, it's yeah, I know. I'll hold on to it.
They're shaking.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's freaking out.
I was fine a second ago. I don't know why. Just something about this room.
Well, you know
Everybody's
Jackie,
looking
right?
at you.
Yeah.
How you doing, man?
Hey, how's it going?
Wow.
What's up, dude? I'm Willie Nelson. What's going on?
Oh, yes. What was the question?
What? You all right?
No one asked
No one said
anything.
anything. That was just the other voice.
This is the real deal with
Wow.
this fucking guy.
All right.
Have you been listening to the show?
Yeah, like the last 5 minutes when Mustard came in and started doing his thing there. It was pretty cool.
Do you like Mustard's
Yeah, that
song?
was really soulful and just felt really heartfelt.
Yeah.
Mustard, Oscar plays. He's got headphones on that aren't fucking plugged into anything. And Sam has to point that out to her.
Show sounded muffled, did it?
You didn't notice that nothing was coming through your headphones?
No, I just just noticed a second ago. It's just yeah. What's up? Yes. What?
Are you like this?
Oh, yeah,
are you like this all the time or just now?
I don't know. Like right now.
No,
I
he's
was
like
fine.
this all the time.
This is
'cause
Dom DeLuise on crystal meth.
He really is.
This is how we start our show today. We were just completely amazed when no one was in the room. When we had no big stars in the room.
Just gets all nervous.
Yeah.
What are you nervous about, dude?
No, I don't want to fuck this up. I want to keep my dignity intact.
Start out by not cursing.
Yeah.
Just slammed you.
Wow. You got a girlfriend?
No. Single for a while now.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Wonder why.
Me neither.
He's got an ad on eHarmony, but
That's right, yeah.
But no one's biting.
No one's biting.
Yeah. I stopped.
What was your caption on the picture?
Caption? No, I remember, man. I haven't had the. I haven't checked that in a while. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
See, that's what that's.
Oh yeah, that's right. Oh yeah.
Into the microphone.
Of course, just holding on to the boom here.
Now, we were talking to you about. He's just a wreck.
You guys are so wrong. You're not asking him questions. You're just letting him stand there and hang out to dry.
We're trying to get.
I'm thinking, why aren't they interviewing him? And
Shut
I'm
up,
like,
Jackie.
Yeah, shut up, Jackie.
Didn't you learn anything from Howard? Shut up.
No, I didn't.
Yes. Huh?
Oh,
the mic. Yeah.
It's Nicole. Nicole. He gets really nervous in front of girls.
Nicole, yeah.
See?
Wow, look at him. He's giggling like
come on,
crazy.
I get nervous in front of Nikki.
Yeah, that's
Nicole, get over here. This is Oscar, our intern.
Hi, Oscar.
Hi, Nicole. How are you?
I'm good.
He's extremely nervous.
I can see that.
Now, show us how you would talk to a girl. Make believe you guys are in a bar, okay? How would you try to pick up Nicole?
Oof, man.
Yeah.
I'll be. You from around here?
Wow. Come on, dude, really?
Yeah, I was about to say.
Yes, I'm from around here.
Oh, cool. You want a drink?
Yeah.
No?
No, yes, I said yes.
Okay, cool.
Why does that happen to you?
Well, I don't know. I was fine a second ago.
Okay.
No, you weren't.
You're fine. You're fine. I don't bite.
Okay, cool.
Unless you want me to.
Wait, so what's your name? Nicole, right?
I'm Nicole.
That's like my favorite name. I mean, if I ever have a daughter, I would name her Nicole.
Ugh.
Yeah.
He's already thinking kids. You weirdo.
That's sexual, isn't it?
Thinking kids.
Creepy. You don't equate a daughter with a girl that you're trying to like.
Yeah.
Oh no, well that's because in the
Do you
moment.
want to sleep with me, or do you want to
Interact. Maybe interact. Just have
Interact?
a chat. You like coffee? You want
Oh, the way he says
coffee talk?
coffee.
Oh, not coffee, maybe a beer.
Oh, that's mine too. You ever done the funnels? No.
Funnels?
Yeah, funneling. No.
Yeah, like when I was 16.
Awesome.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
were you from around here?
Yeah. No, not here. I mean, from Morristown. What's up? Oh, sorry. It's just.
Oh dear.
I'm a little
Focus, man.
distracted. I'm a little
Focus.
distracted. Yeah, I was distracted.
Focus, man. Focus. She's interested in you. Focus.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Well, I just want to know something.
Sure.
Why is this happening? You need like a Valium or something?
No.
So why are you holding your mic
No,
so
because
tight?
I just broke it a second ago, so I'm just holding on to it. Yeah.
Honey, there's nothing to be nervous about.
I know. My nose is itching like crazy.
So itchy.
I know. I heard of morphine does that to you, but like.
Are you on morphine?
No. But I don't know why I said that. What did I say that for? I just. Yeah.
So what else?
You're
at
are
a
you in
bar,
school?
let's
Are you
go.
out of school or?
I'm out of school.
Yeah. What school did you go attended? Well, there.
Is that like a sign?
Yeah.
Attended there.
Like
Hey there.
college did I go to?
Yeah. What school? Yeah.
I went to Ithaca College.
Nice. I have actually. You might know my friend.
You
know? Do you know
Steve?
Do you know Steve?
04. I graduated in 04.
Oh, okay. You probably don't know the guy. His name is Ben. I don't know.
Yeah.
You Ben's.
Independent filmmaker from Brooklyn.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's awesome.
What do you do?
Just be weird mostly. It's my hobby.
That too, actually, yeah. I'm actually normal outside the studio, though. What's up?
Is it outside the studio? Is it?
Yeah.
Is it that you're nervous in here?
Yeah.
Or is it nervous with girls? What's the main issue?
I guess, yeah, both. In here and with girls. But I'm fine if, like, I had a couple
should send him in the streets with a camera and have him talk to chicks.
Different, yeah.
We get this guy some shots.
His job here is to make the coffee nervous.
Yeah. So what's your favorite film of all time?
My favorite film
Yeah.
of all time?
Yeah.
I don't know, I'm a pretty big fan of Pulp Fiction.
Yeah? You like Forrest Gump?
I do.
Yeah.
You sound like Forrest Gump right now.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool.
Is that one of your favorite films?
Yeah, I look up to the guy. I mean, Forrest Gump. That's actually my.
You look up to Forrest Gump?
Yeah, Forrest Gump. Forrest Gump. Yeah.
This can't be real. You can't write shit like
it's
this,
great
right,
character.
Jackie?
I mean, he's such an honest and pure, and just at the same, and just you look at him, and it's like, wow, such
fucking retard.
No, but well, that's what makes the movie funny. Oh, so what's that we're doing?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
She actually does a show.
Oh, you're in the show right now? You're doing a show?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Also, so you're single or taken?
I am not single.
Oh, cool. I had to think about it for a second.
He goes,
yeah.
Cool, good.
Yeah.
Good, I have no chance in hell with you. Great,
Good.
good.
I just wanted to reconfirm it.
Hey, Oscar, what do you like about Nicole?
Definitely the eyes. They're nice, deep. Yeah. Love the hair. Like
Thank you.
yeah.
What else?
The sandals.
My flip-flops?
Flip flops. Yeah. I don't know why he said that.
Anything else?
Skipped right over the tits, didn't he?
The shirt's pretty cool.
The shirt's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Honey, I'm really sorry that this is. We need to work on this.
Oh, absolutely, yeah, no problem.
She doesn't mind you talking about her breasts.
Yeah.
What do you think of her breasts?
Yeah, they're fine. They're pretty fine.
They're fine.
They're fine. That's what she wants to hear.
They're adequate.
They're average.
Yeah.
They're decent.
He starts answering like your answer before you're done with it. Yeah, right, yeah. You'd be like, oh, what's your favorite film? Well, I like Pulp Fiction. Yeah, I understand. Right. You're not really listening.
Have you ever had a girlfriend before?
Yeah, I had a couple times. Yeah, it was like long term. It was just a couple.
What was the problem with the girlfriend in the end?
What was it? The first one, it was just cheating and shit like that. And the second one, it was just something about marriage. I said like the first date we went out, she didn't like what I said, and then we still she stuck out for
What'd
a
you
while,
say?
and then she just I said I didn't want to get married till I'm 35. You know, I said I'll get a job and stuff and shit together.
You started talking about marriage on a first date?
No, she started talking, and then I said I wasn't interested, and then that's what happened. Yeah.
Wow, I feel really
Opie, ask me who she cheated with.
Who?
Anybody else.
I wonder why. Anyways, that's
I hope everything works out and you can find a nice girl.
Yeah, no, I'm not worried or anything.
You don't
Not
seem
worried
it.
or anything.
No, it's just.
You got a show to do, dear.
You're making I'm done. You're making me nervous though.
They were dragging me out of here.
Give him a pointer.
I don't even know where to start with you.
Oh wow.
I think you just
Really
need
that
to
bad,
build a
yeah.
little bit more confidence.
Okay, yeah.
Maybe try not to stutter so much. Maybe practice in the mirror talking without like today, Junior. Like you need to really.
Okay.
Right there, Stan. He might be able to help you. He's a ladies' man, so
Awesome.
he could probably help you more than I could because you're just you're blowing me away with.
You like black guys, Oscar?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Stan, can you help a brother out?
Oh man, this is a fucking train wreck for real.
Yeah, he's a disaster.
All right, what you need is an exit strategy because talking is not your strong point, okay? This is what you do, okay? You get a card. You put your number on the card. You take Nicole, look at it. Stand over here for a second and look at my mannerism when I speak to her, okay? Nicole, get back on the mic like I'm talking to you. There you go. Oh, man. Listen, I got to go, but you are very, very, very sweet.
Oh, and then he slips the card
And
to
then you don't
her.
have to talk so much.
And now he's
But
got to go.
I'd love to know more about you, but I got to go. But
Oh, I like
and
that.
leave.
See? There you
And
go.
leave.
Exit strategy.
Gone. Cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Exit strategy.
Exit strategy.
You got 3 seconds. You need 3 seconds.
But he's got to talk to her then at some point.
I know. Well, at least he can regroup,
Yeah.
get his mind. He can regroup, get his mind together, and think of something.
Yeah,
you
get
know?
his mind together.
All right, try
Well,
that.
I like that.
Let's
That's
have
a
Oscar
good-
try
good
that.
one.
Try it.
Yeah, just
Here's
like
the
you
card.
heard Stanley T do it.
Pretend it's your name.
From the Morning Mashup, by the way. Hits one.
Nicole, I would like to stick around and learn more about you, but then here's my card. Give me a call.
No. You got it. No. Nicole, I'd like to stick around. No.
Just slow it down a little
busy
bit.
man. You got to go. You're
Holy
busy.
shit.
Girls like confidence and arrogance. Believe it or not, they don't want to tell you that, but they like confidence and arrogance.
shit.
You go, just look at her
Fucking
body
go,
language. Just go, baby, I got to go, but please give me a call.
Okay, try it. Now you try it.
And lower the voice a little
Yeah.
bit. Yeah, bring it down a little bit.
Baby, I gotta go. Here you go.
Here you go.
It's like a fucking telegram.
Like he's at the fucking deli. Oh, you call my number. Come on, man. You got to be smooth.
I
with
gotta
it.
go. Here
gotta
you
be
go.
smooth with it.
And the word baby doesn't really roll out of him.
No,
you know?
it
Maybe
really
try something
doesn't.
else. Maybe try listen, girl. I gotta go. Let's try that.
All right.
And slow it down. Relax.
Yeah, relax.
Alrighty.
Chill.
Listen, girl, I have to go. no. Here we go. Yeah, no, what's the thing?
I swear he's handing
how
her
about
the
this
card
one?
like a telegram.
You got to do it. Maybe you could get a little bit
Saying
closer,
that
right?
your kid has
try
been
try
killed
this
in the
approach.
war.
Nicole, play with me. Hey, listen, I got to go.
Oh. Oh, you love me.
Oh,
Get,
shit.
hey,
Oh,
get the
and then
fuck
out.
out the meet. Get gone. Leave the whole building.
Deploy.
You know what I mean?
Oh,
I don't
shit.
know. Can you handle whispering in my ear?
Maybe.
Try it. Yeah.
All right, cool.
Yeah, then now there's a whisper in the ear.
Look, I gotta go.
Market improvement. Market improvement.
Hey, I gotta go.
People should be fired for not bringing Oscar to our attention before today.
I know.
He's been here for months.
This guy's a gold mine.
Listen, good luck.
Nice meeting you.
You're a very sweet guy, and I'm sure it'll all work out.
Awesome, yeah. What's up?
Do it.
Do what?
Do it right now. Do it. Do what?
Kiss her goodbye.
Pull out your
Bye-bye.
dick. Pull out your dick.
Love the ONA show. See y'all later.
All right.
Thanks
Morning
a lot,
Man Show.
man.
Thank you.
Wow, that exit
Good luck,
strategy is pretty good.
Yeah,
That was good,
That's a good
huh?
move.
You learned something there, Oscar?
Yeah, definitely.
Everybody doesn't get to rehearse with a girl like that.
No,
Man.
no.
Yeah.
Exactly. Perfect. Wasn't there a girl, though, he was supposed to
Who?
talk to?
Oh, is there another girl in the building?
I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
You got one?
Yeah.
Yeah, bring another
grab
girl.
up another girl.
Daniel, I see you laughing pretty hard over there. You like this Oscar guy?
I don't know. I feel bad for him. That Nicole girl's pretty hot. I'm sure that would scare the shit out of him. Maybe
Yeah.
you should give him somebody a little more in his league.
Dude, you just got to treat him just like they're another girl. You don't, that's it.
Wait, where's
Yeah,
your
but that's a
guitar?
whole mentality. He's not. He doesn't understand that at all.
You're right. He's not
You know
homeless.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Stop giving me shit.
Now watch this, Jackie. Then you give him a guitar. Mustard, he knows how to play too. Just
All
give
right.
us a quick something. Now he's got all the confidence in the world when he's got a guitar.
Come on, everybody's nicer to you when you have a guitar in your hand. Trust me.
But watch.
Don't bang it on anything.
He's banging the
You
guitar
friggin'
everywhere.
lunatic.
But then you give him a guitar.
Here she comes.
Yeah, just play something really fast. Just a quick thing while we get the girl.
But he does play quite aggressively.
Yeah. Well,
It's like-
he wants to
it's like
strangle
the same
bitches.
nervous.
That's nerves, yeah.
I didn't think there was going to be a ballad emanating.
Yeah, I didn't see a
Something
slow
tells me that.
All right, now
love song.
we got this another girl coming in.
There we go.
And cue the awkwardness.
All right. Well, hi.
Definitely more in his league,
Yeah.
Hi.
which is good.
Hello.
How are you?
Why don't you? Yeah.
Yeah,
why don't
get
you
back up.
Throw the guitar again
Great.
and hit the TVs with it.
Oh, stand up.
Stand up. Now, have a little discussion with this.
Yeah, we don't
lovely
even know
young
her
lady.
name, so start from the beginning. Let's go.
So, hi, what's your name?
My name's Kristen.
Kristen, nice to meet you. I'm Oscar.
Very nice to meet you.
Awesome. So, you go to school or anything?
I go to school in Northern
Nice.
California.
Oh, really?
Yep.
So you're originally from over there and stuff?
I'm from over there. Yep. Where are you from?
Oh, I'm Morris down here. I go to school in Montclair State University.
Okay.
Yeah.
In New York?
No, New Jersey.
Oh,
New Jersey.
very cool. How do you like it?
Oh, I love it there. Nice people. Parking is a bitch sometimes, and just like
Oh my god.
it's like
Oh my god.
15 minutes. But
Oh my
other
god.
than that, it's cool.
Why are you talking about
Parking's a bitch.
Parking's a bitch.
So so what do you like to do? Oh, what's your favorite film?
That's
My favorite film?
Yeah.
Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Oh, nice. Actually, I play in a band, and one of our songs actually Ferris Bueller's Day Off. So it's interesting.
What
was? Yeah, it is. So maybe you like it.
Do you like being in a band?
You know what? I love it. Except for the dealing with the lead vocalist. He's just such a pain in the ass. He's the drama queen. He always complains, so like it gets on my nerves. I just want him like, slow down. Oh, okay.
He reads the
Yeah. So Kristen, right?
Danny held up a note that said
So
slow
what do you do
down,
for
and he
fun?
reads it. Oh, slow down.
I
Yeah.
like to go out with friends.
Nice.
I like working here. It's fun.
Awesome.
Meeting new people.
How
What
long?
about you?
How long have you been here?
2 months.
Tomorrow, yeah, same as. Yeah, I'm an intern as well, by the way. Yeah.
And are you enjoying your internship?
Oh,
with
absolutely.
Anthony?
Yeah, absolutely. It's just every day something new, and meeting people.
Good,
And
entertaining time.
absolutely, so I love Sam. He's just such a swell guy. Yeah. Make me nervous and stuff.
You're such a
do you
super
get that vibe? Like I'm nervous and
A little bit.
Little
but
bit,
you're
yeah.
doing a great job.
yeah. I'm totally different when I'm outside. I'm just yeah. If you want, so what are you doing this weekend?
I don't know yet.
You don't know?
Probably just going out with friends and stuff.
Oh,
What
that's
about
cool.
you?
I don't know.
Staying in New Jersey? Around the city?
Yeah, just hang out, call a couple friends. But yeah, if you want to hang out, that's cool.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Just let me know.
No, I can't. Actually, I used to be one of my pickup lines when I was like really drunk. I'll go up to a girl.
Go for it.
Yeah, no, not that one, no. All right. How would you feel if I just went up to you random, like at the bar? I'm like, so wanna fuck? I mean,
that'd be a little bit
exactly. It's extreme. That's what I thought. Actually, no. What the other one I read online was like, listen, I'm not the greatest looking guy at the bar, but like I'm the only one talking to you. You ever heard? No. Yeah, I know, right?
Wow. I like that one. I like that.
That is a good one. I'm the only one talking to you. That's harsh.
One time, I was offering this one girl like a drink. Hey, would you like? We talked. I asked her first. So like, you work around. You work around here, and then she was like, "Yeah, like I'm an elementary school teacher." And I said, "Would you?" And then I was, "Oh, really? That's really cool." And I said, "Would you like a drink?" And then she was like, "No, I can buy my own drinks," and left. How mean was that? Wasn't it? Yeah, I know. Anyways,
Yeah.
so yeah.
Rough.
So wait, who are you interning for?
Hits one.
Who?
Hits one.
Oh, Hits One. That's
Michael
nice.
Pfeffer.
That was
Good
awesome.
time.
So,
Sam Roberts makes an appearance every now and then.
oh, that's awesome. Sounds
Oh,
to
there
man.
you
Sounds
go.
to man. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Mutual friend.
Awesome. So, yeah. Yeah, we should I should have your phone number or something. Probably give you a call or something. Yeah.
Wow.
See?
Gonna get some. You see, he goes. You see, like he's just taught us how to fucking pick up girls.
Jackie, are you impressed with this?
No,
Jackie's amazing.
yeah. Awesome.
Awesome.
What do you think you'd do if you actually went out one night with her? What would your idea of a date be with her?
You ever been at the London and the Chef Ramsay's restaurant?
Wow, you're rich.
No, because I always want to try it out, but no, it's like it's like $110, but then like you get like the whole meal thing, and yeah.
I mean,
I've been wanting to go there for like months now, so yeah, I like Chef Ramsay. You like him?
I've never even heard of it. But
No,
I mean,
Chef Ramsay, he's a British guy. Oh no, he's Scottish, I think. He just yells at people. Yes, Hell's Kitchen on Channel 5.
okay.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Cool. You know, win, man. I'm just kidding.
no, huh?
Awesome, cool.
And then what do you think afterwards? Dinner's easy because
Okay.
you're sitting there, you're having dinner, you're talking. It's kind of easy. The hard part is now after dinner, you got to find some kind of common.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
A move.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know, but like, no, I would like take it easy and maybe go like I don't know, like a movie or something after dinner, or is it before dinner? How does that go? I don't know. Is there a rule? Is there a rule or something? Would you? Yeah.
I love this guy.
Yeah, that movie with Will Ferrell. What's his name? With the other guys. Yeah. Would you like to check that out?
Sure.
Awesome.
I mean, I don't know if I'm a huge fan of movies on a first date.
Oh,
It's just
okay.
kind of awkward. You don't really know what to talk about.
Oh,
That's
that's
why I
right,
like to go to
that's
the
right.
movies.
But he's
I
cool
mean,
with that.
It leaves a couple of hours where you're just not really communicating with each other or getting to know each other. So
Right.
a movie's kind of an odd first date.
Okay, cool.
It's perfect for him.
Yeah, it's perfect for you.
What would you like
How
to
about
do?
you just
like-
drop her off at the movies?
Give her camp money.
So what would you like to do? Like instead of movie, or what would you
I
prefer?
don't know. Just
Yeah.
like walk around somewhere. There's plenty of places. I mean, you're in New York.
Oh,
Plenty of
okay.
things to go explore.
Is she old enough to drink?
No.
You mind if I cock block you?
Damn.
Where would you walk around the city?
We go Central Park. Is that an option? Is that like something?
I
Yeah.
mean, at night it's a little sketchy.
Oh, okay. No, forget it. Scratch that.
Central Park at night. Yeah, that's great.
Nice carriage ride.
Yeah. There you go.
Want to
That's
go
it.
walk on 125th Street?
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, I can't think of anything right now. But I'll get back to you.
All right, you're
on that.
at her door right now. What are you gonna say? You're at a door after the date. What's gonna happen?
Well, like before or after? Like the.
Probably at the end of the night, Dick.
Oh, yeah.
Probably at the end of the night.
Oh.
Yeah, what's your move to get a little something?
Oh, so can I come in?
I work for the gas company. Can I come in?
I'm just kidding. I don't know. I would say something like.
I gotta take a dump. Real awkward.
You're at a front door now. It's the awkward
Closing
conversation
time.
after
Closing
the fucking
time.
date. So what do you got?
End
What do you
of
got?
the- end of the
I
night.
would say, hey, you know what? We should do this again, right?
All right.
All right.
And just, I don't know.
Why don't you want to go
Just-
inside? Why don't you want to be aggressive? Why don't you want to go inside?
I don't know what to say. I mean, I wouldn't come on like weird or anything.
Dude, really? I think we're past that, dude.
I need a nap.
I need Oh, yeah.
Try it out.
I'll take a nap, just like that.
If it was a first date and you asked to take a nap,
Yeah, exactly. That's what I thought.
I think that'd be the funniest thing ever, actually.
That would be
That'll be the best. A date. Try to take a nap.
Mind if I take a nap?
That might be the only thing I never tried.
That is great.
Yeah, right? That's perfect.
I need.
Yeah, I think I need a nap.
40
I think
winks.
it'd really catch her off guard there.
Have you had a one-night stand?
Oh, no.
Never. So you never met a chick
No.
and hooked up that night?
I guess I did do like an online like some sort of exam or something.
Yeah.
And it looks like I'm gonna like experience first time date.
Are you virgin?
Yeah. No, definitely not. Anyways, so then what happened? I'm experienced on the first date, but I just can't take it to the next level. That's what happens.
All right.
Yeah. So that's why this is not happening right now.
It's not happening great? No?
No.
You're
Yeah,
not
so-
having a good conversation?
Yeah. Anyways, no, but like I mean, under different scenario, I'm
You're
like
freaking out. Do you remember her name?
Kristen, right?
Okay.
Yeah, right. Kristen.
Okay. 'Cause I was just wondering. if you
Awesome.
were freaking
So you
out
ever been
about-
out overseas or anything? Visit any other?
yeah, a couple of times. Been on a cruise and stuff. I like
Cruise.
traveling.
Nice.
What about you?
Just down my native country of Colombia, and that's it. Other than that, no. Oh, Canada once, but I just drove with one. No, that's in Canada. Okay.
Colombia counts.
Yeah.
Good coffee.
Awesome. What kind of music you like?
I like all kinds of music.
Yeah. Anything specific?
I like Dave Matthews Band,
Oh, nice.
Sublime, rap music.
Oh, that's cool.
All kinds of stuff. What about you? What does your band usually play?
Oh no,
Any
like
covers?
no. We used to do the used. The Taste of Ink. That actually, that won as a battle of the bands. Yeah, we did well with
How
that.
many years ago was that? Recently? or?
No, it was last year actually. Last April, I was.
Gets very excited.
We played. My band played the break contest, and it was like 200 and some bands tried out, and we came in like 14, like exactly 14. It was funny though because like
13 before you.
Yeah.
Wait, you won or you came in
Yeah,
14th
no, 14th place, but it's still a win though.
Oh.
Yeah, because they got us a spot on the Bamboozle, and we got to play. Yeah, actually, which I saw Gavin Rosdale. We were next to his tour bus. It was pretty cool.
Nice.
High five. Wow.
That
Gavin
explains
from
the
Bush.
haircut.
What's up with the haircut?
No, he has the same hair, Gavin.
Oh,
He does, right?
Oh, yeah, you do have kind of
Tell
a
me, you got the
Gavin
poster.
cut there.
Yeah. What's up? I'm sorry.
pretty
Would you
good.
listen?
You getting nervous talking to me now, too?
No. It's just trying to process all these.
It's a lot coming at you one time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Having like
Wow.
brain bubbles or something. What's up? Yeah. So anyways, going back to the So it was the funniest thing though. So they're about to announce like the winners of the band because like the first 15 bands they get to go on to the show, right? So I'm like drinking beer. I was like, I don't give a
Do you really think she gives a
Anyway,
shit?
What's up? You care?
Do you really think she gives a shit?
Yeah, so I'm standing there,
Stop
I had like
talking.
a beer in my hand, and then they announced their name, the non-existent year, and like I jumped so hard, and like a bunch of 14-year-old kids, and I spilled my beer all over. I was like, oh motherfuckers, I was just yelling at everybody. Yeah, it was intense.
He's telling this story again?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Jackie. Great story. Next time you tell a story, every time you tell a story, change one thing. Lose 14th. We came in third.
Oh, okay. Third.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what I...
Cool.
All of a sudden, you're a winner.
Awesome.
14th. It's like fucking 14th. Why are you telling me?
Considering
You don't
200
brag about
bands,
14.
like
That's like bragging that you showed up.
Yeah, you don't want to brag about 14.
14th out of 10 million doesn't matter. It's 14th.
Do you like white girls?
Oh yeah.
That you like just Colombian girls or anything?
Colombians and like white girls. That's
Now,
what I would prefer.
why don't you compliment her a little bit?
Oh,
Make
yeah.
her feel good.
You have like really nice cheeks. Yeah, it's really just like that. You know, it's like,
And then he made a Nana pinch move, like Nana would pinch your cheek.
Yeah.
What else? What else? Oscar?
I'll say beautiful hair, long hair.
Thank you.
And your eyes definitely like nice and deep and profound.
He likes deep eyes. What the hell is that
something
about?
It just mesmerizes me or something.
Yeah. I think life mesmerizes you.
Yeah.
And anything else? No.
Personality is just like really laid back, like the opposite of me. So
Yeah.
I mean, like because I'm
Opposites
just,
attract.
Nervous?
Oh, that's
You're a
right.
nice enough kid. You can hold a conversation.
Oh, absolutely.
She called you a kid.
Yeah.
She's 16 years old. She called you a
What's your
kid.
major? What are you majoring in?
Business marketing.
Business. Nice. So what are you looking for? Like after you've done with school, what are you doing?
I don't really know.
Mostly cock.
Oh, Jesus.
It's not
I
nice.
know. I'm sorry.
Oh, look at you.
I had
Can't
to
see your defense. That's
Yeah,
nice.
that's nice.
That was a
Thank
test.
you.
to see if he would have come to your defense.
I planted
and
that.
And he
That's what I
did.
did.
That's very
Thank you for
good.
defending
Oh,
me.
no problem. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your major?
Oh, I'm a TV production major from Montclair.
What are you going to do after the internship?
Um,
Hopefully keep working
yeah,
for
I'm-
Sophie and Anthony?
I'm gonna go back to school, finish because I still have like 2 semesters left, and then from there, I mean, I'll start looking into like post-production companies and video. So yeah, definitely do. Yeah, so I have a couple places lined up.
He'll be working in the porn industry.
Oh, if it's the money pays up, fuck yeah.
You'll do anything
It's still a
for
job,
money.
right?
Anything for money. That's your mentality right now. Anything for money.
No, not anything for money, but just I mean.
If I give you $100 cash right now, to do anything?
No, well, no. I'm good.
All right.
Actually, no, I'm good with money right now, so
second.
I'm good.
How much?
What's up?
Jackie's looking. Well, I think you're doing a good job.
I think you did great.
I think we made a love connection.
Yeah.
But he's got to wrap it up, though.
Give her a hug.
Oh yeah. The wrap up at the door.
Yeah, close the deal here.
Close
Close
the
the
deal.
deal.
You're at the door right now.
Yeah, so it was like nice meeting you. So
Oh my God. Oh, he's
Nice
Hugging
meeting
her
you too.
awkwardly.
You didn't ask if she is in a
oh
relationship.
wait, so do you want to do something this weekend?
No,
Sure.
Awesome, no, like for real.
Are you saying that for the radio? Yeah, that was for the radio.
no, but like for real.
Yeah, he picked up on that though. He's not that
Your
dumb.
period or nothing, are you?
Yeah, say screw the radio thing for real. You know.
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, if you don't mind, like writing it down here. Oh no, actually, later. Like you get the what? No, nothing. No.
Oh my God. He is self-destructing. Like,
Ask her out for real.
Danny, what's this for?
ask her out for
What's this
real.
for?
So you can get her number.
Give her your
Oh
autograph.
yeah.
Write down
do
your
you
number.
mind? I'll just get it later from I'll
You're
get the
not
number
gonna get
later.
it
What are
later.
you doing? No,
Yeah.
close the deal. Close the
Well, how
deal.
do you
You're
close
right
it?
here now.
Yeah. So
That's a lot of pressure.
yeah.
Come on.
Do you like fast cars?
Because my mom's got a caravan, and I got it for 2 hours.
Yeah, I don't.
How about does she have a boyfriend? Did you?
Oh, that's right. Yeah. By the way, do you have a boyfriend?
I do not have a boyfriend.
Oh.
I think she wishes she had a fast car right now.
90% of the time, girls like have boyfriends all of a sudden.
Yeah. Girls you talk to all of a sudden
you.
have boyfriends. Yeah. And then the other question is, like, what kind of living arrangements does she have?
Oh, so wait. So I know you're from South California, right? So then you're just you're living right now in the city.
I'm living in the city.
In the city. Oh, that's cool. You roommates? No
She
roommates.
lives with homeless mustard.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah.
Upper West is pretty pretty high
Got some
end.
money up there.
Yeah, I'm actually living there for free, so it kind of works out. I have a friend who is studying abroad, so I'm keeping his apartment company while he's gone.
Now
Worked
make
out.
a joke.
What's up? Oh, joke?
Like I can come over. I can come over and water the plants. Ha ha.
I just
Make a little humorous anecdote to her. About maybe Upper West Side, some guy studying abroad. You know, there was a few openings there.
Damn, I got nothing. You like go dancing? Go dancing? No.
Is this part of the joke, or is that
No,
Sorry.
it's not a joke.
This whole thing's a joke.
No.
You're losing her, dude. You're losing her.
All right, check it out. This is what happened one time. It's kind of an embarrassing story. I'll just tell you because we built some bond.
Yeah, you're just
Build
telling
some
her.
bond.
Yeah, so like I'm at the bar,
We
right?
build some bond.
And I see like 3 girls dancing
Meet
by
Columbia.
themselves, and I told my friend, hey, like check this out. I went up to him. I'm just like dancing, and all of a sudden, all 3 of them stop, and they just like look at me, and I'm like, I just continue, just kind of like faded into the crowd. Anyways, how would you feel if I just came up to you and I started dancing to?
If it was like a random guy and I was dancing with my friends, yeah, I'd probably back off a little bit.
Okay, all right, cool.
But
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
Why don't you now close the deal?
Yeah, so yeah, we should definitely get in contact this weekend and do something.
sure.
Awesome. So
Definitely.
Then maybe we could get an update if you guys really go out.
yeah. No, it's for fun, Sure, it'll be really. Yeah.
Ready?
Yeah. Here's your number right there.
The digits.
All right, he just fucking handed her the paper like it had a disease on it.
He gave it to like he was serving her papers. Right?
Yeah, like a process server. All right,
Awesome. Cool. Thank you.
Now,
Problem.
Now give me my pen and paper back.
now what about the?
You don't have the number anymore.
Danny took the number.
Wow, 2010.
Damn, Danny took the number.
They're all correct though, right? I'm not gonna call in some dude who's gonna pick up. Okay, cool.
Accuse her of being a liar.
No, not that. It's
something that you have to deal with, right?
No, one time. Yeah.
Why don't you offer her
Yes.
your number too?
Yeah. Oh, that look weird though. What was it?
No, you exchange
Let's try
numbers.
here. I'll write down the other piece of paper. I was gonna do this later though, because I don't wanna. Yeah. Oh, I don't have a cell phone over there. That's why I'll just write it here on this piece of paper. Awesome. That's right. Yes. What's up? Yeah. Keep talking. What do you want to say? I don't know. Everybody's looking at me, making me nervous.
Well, you should be saying something to her as you're writing that down.
Yeah.
Maybe, something quick.
Be smooth.
Yes.
Sweet.
Here,
Or,
have a phone number.
here, have a phone number. Here, have a phone number.
I feel so awkward. I feel really awkward. I'm sorry.
What's like the hardest part about this for you? Like, what do you get the
being
most
alive.
nervous about?
No, I guess like all the people looking and just like it just adds on like yeah.
Don't be nervous. I've never even met any of these people.
Oh,
You just
cool.
Kinda...
And she's all calm and everything.
Yeah, she's very smooth.
Sorry.
Oh, that's all right.
Do I make you nervous?
No, not at all. Not at all. But yeah.
Everyone does.
Yeah. Awesome. So wait, all right, cool. So
He just went in for the high five. He went in for the high five.
He fucking walked up, he leaned forward and high-fived her.
Were you serious with that?
What the fuck is wrong with this guy? High five. She couldn't have looked more awkward looking at his hand in the air.
It was something oddly cool about that.
he
You know what I mean? It was
almost
so
like-
out of left field. Like,
No one does that. That's a very original move. That's good.
that's the word.
That's a good one.
Stupid is the word I was
Stupid
thinking.
is the word.
All right, Oscar, why don't you wrap up?
Yeah. You got the
I thought the
number.
high five was the wrap.
yeah.
No?
Yeah.
See that?
Yeah, I think it was.
See, that was a good way to get out of it.
All right, Oscar.
Yo, I guess I'll call up this place up and see if they have like reservations and stuff, and you could go get something to eat because I want to try that restaurant I was telling you about. It's really cool.
Okay.
I know.
Why don't you walk her back to where she works?
Yeah.
That's good. You can have a little chit chat
go
on the way
walk.
back.
Go walk.
All right. See you guys later.
All right. Take it easy.
There's Oscar.
Oscar
the intern. Even though he's been here 3 months, we discovered him today. Holy shit.
Is that right?
What a waste of time.
What a
that,
waste
I
of time
know.
is right.
God, we had gold. There they go, walking down the hall together. Little small talk going on.
I don't
they're
know.
taking a picture together.
Yeah.
Aw, that's.
He just looked-
oh my God, he's
he
grabbing
linked
her
on?
arm. He's grabbing her arm like he's leading a convict down the Green Mile. Holy shit!
Go to the electric chair.
Yeah. What the?
Like they're walking into a wedding reception. Or
Dead man
something.
walking
Yeah.
here.
Horrible.
We got a dead man walking.
Horrible. All right, wow, that's Oscar. He
has
rules.
nothing. He has no game.
He fucking.
It's amazing. I love that guy.
When people get nervous, they feel like they have to talk in those moments, and that's what his
Any
problem
dead
is.
that's why he
spot,
just
and
shut
He
up.
just has to
freaking-
talk.
He filled it
freaking
up.
out.
Yeah.
Wow.
There
he's
will be a
fantastic.
woman or some women that'll be enamored with that.
Yeah, they'll find
but
it
I'm not sure that
endearing.
he's totally innocent. I think he's just scared. You know, it's not.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
not an innocence.
Yeah.
It's just he doesn't know how to get it
I
out.
think Oscar does okay for himself with kind of weird chicks.
Really?
Yeah, I think he gets the
What
weird
kind
ones.
of girl?
I don't know. Artsy.
I think maybe a
guess.
foreigner who doesn't know what's going on. Just doesn't know what's going on.
Asking for directions.
Yeah, just
A Filipino or
I think it's normal.
something.
Just
Back of a
language
van.
barriers.
Yeah.
It's normal. Everyone's like this.
I love how he leaves words out. Just switches them around.
I think the kind of girl he needs is somebody who doesn't know who Forrest Gump is. So when he says that's his hero,
Yeah, they don't know.
they don't know.
He's a little
They
too
think maybe
excited
it's a
about Forrest
writer.
Gump.
Yeah, he
Your
really was.
hero should not be Forrest Gump ever.
You're waiting for him to say that's my favorite film, and he
Right,
says,
no,
that's
But
my
maybe Tom
hero."
Hanks is your
Right,
hero or
right.
something like that.
Because he's a great actor, but
the
no.
character of Forrest Gump is adult.
Oh, this is great.
All right.
Oh, God. Yeah, well, wow, we're cutting into a round of
Yeah, let's
pheasants
wrap up.
very
We got
quickly.
Colin Kane. Thank you, Colin, for coming in today.
Thank you for having me, guys.
Colin Kane with a K on Twitter, and you got Comics August 12th, and then August 20th at Comics as well.
Yes, I'll be there.
Definitely check out Colin's stand-up. And Jackie
Yes,
the Joke
and
Man,
of
always
course,
a pleasure. man.
Jackie,
Jesus.
the legendary Jackie.
I
the
really
Joker
had a
Marley.
great time in here, man. Thank you. I've never
That
been
was
so
a lot of fun.
entertained with Homeless Mustard and Oscar. And
Fucking Oscar.
Yeah, we told
you guys are wonderful.
We told you we'd have you just come in and hang out, and we
And
finally
I feel
did it.
bad that I was
We
such a
finally did it.
loudmouth, Colin. I apologize.
No, I don't apologize.
Jokeland.com, but the big plug tomorrow night at the Shell at Trump Marina, Jackie the Joke Man.
Have a kick-ass show.
Thank you very much.
Officially
Can't
a friend
wait.
of the show, man.
Thank you.
So-
Appreciate you, characters. And
Thank you,
I got to go
Jackie.
over and check out your your brother's restaurant now. That's got
F.H. Riley's. Excuse me.
I'll sit out
remodeled
front there.
again. That's how well he's doing. Remodeled again. Check out the new design.
That's such a great town, Huntington. You know,
I love it.
5 seconds away from his restaurant is where I recorded my first record. I recorded my first record at Cinnamon, which is now, is it Chesterfield's now on the corner there?
Yes.
Love that town. Love that town.
All right. And, of course, Daniel Mustard, who's playing his first gigs in a long time tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night, Groove. At August 27th, the Cafe Wall.
The Groove is where again for tomorrow night?
West 3rd McDougal in the Village.
And I have 3 meetings today, and all with my manager, John Starbuck, so I got to say his name, so he'll be really nice to me at the meetings.
That'll work for you.
Mustard, you want to play us out, or are you good? It's up to you. You good? You all right, though?
I put the thing away. It'll take...
No worries,
His
man.
song was great, man. It really was.
Yeah.
He did a good job.
Very good job with that song.
Let's start our weekend.
All right. Mustard, good hearing from you. Thanks for the update, and we'll see you guys Monday. Have a great weekend.